for when we'll be back again. You make me feel so crazy, still in love with you. You make me feel amazing when I'm next to you. You make me feel so crazy, my heart breaks for you. Can't help but know that I'm still in love with you. You make me feel so.
है दलोज कैसे हो दलोज? व्हाट इज अप व्हाट इज अप व्हाट इज अप व्हाट इज अप्स? आज एक ही गेम है, वो भी ओपा 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 वाला होने वाला। ओपा पूरा 3 मैप जाएगा, तीसरा मैप ओटी और दर्द होगा इन अवर गोटी। मैं बोल रहा हूं यो इट्स 11 PM फॉर मी। हो काहे जला रहे हो भाई, काहे जला रहे हो? हाँ यार, रातों की नींद उड़ चुकी है अपनी। कैसे हो कैसे कैसे हो? हाउस एवरीबॉडी डूइंग? बाय बाय। हल्का सा स्पैम बंद करो, कंट्रोल से अपना बटन हटा दो। जस्ट कॉम्पी खत्म हुआ मेरा। ओ पापा आइए बताओ प्रेडिक्शन अपना बंक्स भाई। देखो G2 वर्सेस क्रू है, बट मेरे हिसाब से क्रू थोड़ा सा फायर पावर वाला है। ये राका इट वाज वेरी फनी राइट? या आई लाफ्ड फुल। पूरा टाइम हंस ही रहा था मैं। क्रेजी। क्या सीन बंक्स भाई? पता नहीं यार क्या सीन। मेरे पास बोलने के लिए बहुत कुछ है, लेकिन मैं बोलूंगा तो फिर लोग ट्वीट करना बंद कर देंगे, समझ रहे हो? एक चीज अच्छी चीज क्या है पता है क्या? मेरे लकीली इतने अच्छे मेंटर्स है ना मेरे, कि मेरे काम पे फोकस करने का और आरआर नहीं करने का और सबको प्यार बांटने का, ये सब सिखाया है। सो आई एम वेरी लकी टू हैव गुड मेंटर्स इन लाइफ। जिस दिन मैं बोलना चालू किया ना, तुम लोग सब बंद कर दोगे। इसके साथ खेलो, उसको बुलाओ, इसके साथ खेलो, सब। सोलो खेलो बंक्स भाई, हम तुम्हारे साथ है वाला हैशटैग चलेगा, समझ रहे हो? बट इट इज व्हाट इट इज। चिल कर आ रहे हैं अपन तो, बहुत चिल है भाई। टिबन जैसे लोग चाहिए लेकिन दुनिया में, क्या बोलते हो? विवाद हो जाएगा, बात तो है। बस भाई नेक्स्ट VCT अमेरिका का मैच लाउड वर्सेस लेव है, आसपास फॉर्मर टीम के अगेंस्ट खेल रहा है। लेट्स गो। हाँ ना, लाउड वर्सेस लेव फन होएगा भाई, फन तो होएगा। इधर है ना कैमरा, खींच। मैच चालू होने दो, तब भी वॉल्यूम डालता हूँ, तब तक गप्पे मारते। बंक्स भाई हैशटैग 2SL भाई। मैं देखा बे, मैं एक तो मेरा नींद की लग चुकी है, 2 घंटे में उठ गया। पता नहीं, मैं सोचा था मैं रात को उठूंगा, 2 घंटे में उठ गया बे मैं। सबसे पहले मैंने वही देखा यार, ग्रुप में मैसेजेस क्लोज था यार। लास्ट मैच थोड़ा जोन फेवर नहीं किया, मैं पूरा मैच देखा पता है। एंटी थकवा ओपी गोल्ड बाय ओपी बॉटल ओपी। 11:30 बजे ब्रेक्स का मैच है। वॉच पार्टी ऑब्वियसली भाई, सारे वॉच पार्टी करूंगा यार। बस टेक्निकल वाला सीन ना हो भाई। मेरे को इतना बुरा लगा आज, जैसे मैं स्ट्रीम एंड करके गया 10 मिनट में चालू हो गया यार। मैं बैठ सकता था, आराम से बैठ सकता था, लेकिन मेरे को पता ही नहीं कितना बड़ा टेक्निकल पॉज है। क्योंकि स्टार्टिंग में जब भी आता है ना मैच चालू होने से पहले, तो उसका मालूम नहीं पड़ता कि कितना बड़ा है, प्लस बताते भी नहीं है कि क्या हुआ है। यश भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 29 मेरी जान। बात तो है अनुराग भाई, लव यू। आज किसको जिंक्स कर रहा हूँ भाई? मैं क्रू जीतेगा भाई, मैं बोल रहा हूँ 2-0। भाई सोचो बे, अगर जी मेरे वजह से हारी, मेरे जिंक्स की वजह से, ऐसा हुआ रहेगा यार। हाँ टेक्निकल बॉस बीटी है। बीटी मतलब कुछ नहीं कर सकते यार, इतने बड़े लेवल पे जब कुछ होता है तभी चीजें हो जाती है, ऐसा नहीं कि नहीं होती, क्योंकि ड्राई रन्स होता है। मैंने फर्स्ट हैंड देखा हुआ है कि कितना ड्राई रन्स होता है। जब बैंकॉक वाला इवेंट था, हर टीम के साथ ड्राई रन्स होता है, हर एक का सेटिंग्स होता है।
एक्चुअल दूध की
थैंक यू
चाय।
थैंक यू थैंक यू। हर चीज का ड्राई रन होता है, होस्ट का कैसे आते हैं, एनालिस्ट का माइक, ये वो सब चीज का होता है। लेकिन उसके बाद जब गेम चालू होता है तब जो लफड़ा होता है ना, वो तभी का तभी डील करना पड़ता है। डू यू नो हु ओन्स क्रू? नहीं। पीआरएक्स का मैच आज है भाई, आज के मैच सेक्सी सेक्सी है।
आज पीआरएक्स है कितने
आज-
बजे? कितने बजे?
आज मेरे हिसाब से पीआरएक्स है, जी है और लॉर्ड वर्सेस लेविथन है। आज टुडे इज द डे ऑफ द पैसिफिक वॉच पार्टी। सर्च कर एक बार वॉच करो। क्यों?
मेसी। हाँ या
क्रू इज ओनर बाय मेसी।
ओनर बाय ओन्ड
आदि भाई छोड़ दो,
आदि नींद बाय
छोड़
जा
दो,
तू सो जा।
खुद एक रेजिग्नेशन डाल दो मॉड से। ये देखो टर्रेट इतना बड़ा पिंकी, बाप रे। बग्स भाई बाइक लू या गेमिंग पीसी? दो चीज कर सकते हैं। पहली बात, खुद को पूछ तेरे को घूमना पसंद है या खेलना पसंद है, उस हिसाब से। और घूमना पसंद है तो भाई
A, Crew is Team B, so you have first map ban.
We'll ban Lotus.
G2 ban Lotus.
गाइस लाइक करो यार।
We ban Bind.
Crew ban Bind.
यस भाई थैंक यू फॉर द 29
And
29
you
मेरे
have
जान
first
के
map
टोटे।
pick.
We'll pick Icebox.
G2 pick Icebox.
कौन बैन किया बाइंड? क्रू हारा,
We play defense.
क्रू हारा,
Defense.
G2 जीता। मेरा
And
मैं
what
मैं
map would
पलट
you
गया
like?
भाई, हो गया
We play Sunset.
हो गया
Crew
भाई।
pick Sunset.
मैं रोनाल्डो फैन,
And would you like attack or defense?
हो गया।
We'll take defense.
हाँ
G2
सनसेट पे
pick
क्या
defense.
भाई? G2 2-0
And you have one map ban.
भाई, 2-0
G2
G2।
ban Split.
क्या टी शर्ट
मतलब
है?
Breeze.
एक टीम मेरा फेवरेट मैप
and
बैन
Binks.
करके मेरा सबसे
Decide
गंदा
a
मैप
map
पिक
is
कैसे
ascent.
कर सकता है?
And what side would you like?
We'll pick defense.
आज
G2
सुबह
pick
एग्जाम
defense.
है, बेस्ट ऑफ लक।
So just to run
Hi,
back through it,
Teju.
G2 banned Lotus, Crew
पूछ
banned
रही थी कभी
Bind,
मिलने का
G2
क्या?
picked
मैं बोला ये महीना
Icebox,
तो
Crew
मेरी लगी
picked
पड़ी है।
Defense, Crew picked Sunset, G2 picked
इवन का
Defense,
ट्वीट देखो, पता है मेरे को।
G2 banned Split, Crew banned Breeze, Decider map was Ascent, and G2 picked Defense. Best of luck today, boys.
Oh my god, you guys are so bad. चाय देख के मुझे भी मन
We haven't
हो
seen
गया।
this new G2 roster play yet, and for my money, this icebox map that we're starting on is our best
दूध नहीं
chance
था
to
मालूम,
see
मैंने
what
अभी
identity
मंगाया
they
था।
want to have.
10
Because I
मिनट
think
पहले
that
दूध
map
आया
भूल
है
गई
मेरे
थी।
पे।
has a lot of different directions you
सुबह
can
को
go.
मैं
We've
कॉफी
seen
पी
teams
ली,
who
फिर
came to
भूल
the
गई।
get-go, the Harbor
दूध
Viper,
नहीं है।
the old default comp. This is really, for
L
me,
maps.
looking into the
Last map
minds
अच्छा है बे,
of
third map
Josh
पे जाना
and
चाहिए।
Valorant of what they thought up in this offseason.
Yeah, I mean, Icebox is such a structured map that you can either play it in a
बस
specific
मैं
way of
आपके
just
वॉच
like
पार्टी
pushing,
देखने के लिए
rushing,
मेरा स्लीप
executing,
शेड्यूल
or
चेंज कर दिया।
defaulting
लव
super
यू
hard,
यार।
or trying to like, you know, ping pong and like hit sites, fake some util. You know, I think Icebox is going to be a really good playground for them, but I'm excited.
कृतिका का
to
टीम
see
है।
Sunset. I think that's going to be so fun to watch.
Yeah, and
यार,
for crew picking into that
Crew,
one
what is
as
this?
well,
बोला
I think it's
नहीं?
going to be cool. I'm
See the
guessing we're going to see the
main
Kesnet
event?
raised on that map, which is always electric.
Six
There
आ
are
रहा
so
है?
many good matchups in this one. It's crew trying to break free of
नहीं
a
आ रहा
terrible last year, and G2 brand new. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be awesome. We're stoked. We're excited. We've got only one match
Message
on
नहीं
the
किया
docket
उसने।
today, and the winner moves on to face our 2023
Pankaj,
champions.
when
It's
you're going,
time
can
for
you just
Crew
give this
versus
first
G2. Day 3 of
Yes, thank you,
VCT
Dr.
America's
29,
Kickoff
thank you.
starts right now.
गो करो भाई, ऑन टाइम शार्प 3:30 हुआ और ये लोग ने बोला गो करो। बाप रे बाप। म्यूजिक तो है, म्यूजिक तो है। हम्म, 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 हम्म।
G2 is a very old org, no?
Yeah, both Crew is also old.
So our debut match of VCT 2024 is against KRU. KRU's obviously a strong opponent, and they've shown that they can be one of the best, like at LCQ last year.
भाई लास्ट ईयर सेक्सी खेला था ये लोग ने
deben tener algo que debe
I guess
sorprender a
Vince
la
और
gente,
second
pero
है
nada, yo creo que ansioso por jugar contra
आया
ellos
15-20
y
मिनट कुछ का
enfrentarnos
के
a
ठीक
nuevo
है
equipo.
डिस्कॉर्ड पे आ
Someone
जाओ
that sticks out to me is like Hesnet, because he's such a strong duelist and he creates so much space, and you really got to just put respect on a player like that who can take over and win a game for his team.
Va a ser, siento que van a ser partidos duros, partidos que vamos a tener que estar todos conectados, no sirve con
बस बस no one knows कि आपका और एक्चुअल जूनियर का क्या सीन है बट ओनली बिकॉज़ जॉर्ज गैंग
I'm
हमेशा
just
साथ
very
रहे
excited to showcase my team finally on VCT.
love you
And
come by
Good luck to KRU, because I
Let's
think it's
see.
going to be a
love
hard
you
match
love
for
you
guys.
love you love you love you
Vikings Arena.
let's go ofa ofa
VCT Americas. Give it up.
सबकी hoodies कितनी cute
भाई क्या हाइप कर रही है भाई बंदा है हैवी हाइप किया बे क्राउड है क्राउड है क्राउड है भाई दिखने में किससे ना नॉर्मल लोग जैसे गेम में घुस गया पैच कुत्ता बना के मारते 6 जन करने वाले मैं अभी पूछने वाला था चाय में शक्कर के लिए फिर मेरे को याद है बैच में नो शुगर में मैं वही बोला यार शक्कर नहीं है चाय में
Y sus oponentes ya están
Es
listos.
Pinalo.
Bienvenida a la escuadra latina. Ellos son KRU Esports.
भाई स्पेनिश है ना ये लैंग्वेज भाई रुक जा म्यूजिक और मस्त कुछ सा
सब पिंक थीम है बे मेरे को अच्छा लग रहा है
भाई फुल वो वाला है बे म्यूजिक
मैं क्रू
ए
को सपोर्ट
ए ए ए हाँ वो ऐसा ऐसा करके ऐसा घुमाते ना वो वाला गाना बे भाई आज से तेरा भाई उन स्ट्रेस गाना सुनेगा
मैं
भाई मस्त गाना है बे
मैं क्रू सपोर्टर हूँ
संजय भाई थैंक यू फॉर द
Before we start the
मेंबरशिप
match,
क्या बोल रही थी
we want to honor the memory of Cruz Santiago Davies.
बस भाई आप आगे
who
बढ़ो
tragically
हम
lost his
आपके
life last
साथ
year.
हैं
Please join
X
us
की
as we pay respects with a moment of silence.
लव यू अपने अपने एक्स को गाली मत दो यार लव यू यार अब भी बोला प्यार बांटना सीखो हाँ
सुना नहीं तू
सुना
क्या
तू क्रू की सपोर्टर है अभी
हाँ क्यों
क्यों नहीं चाहिए ना सपोर्ट कर रही है अच्छी बात है वेरी नाइस
इश
Thank you all so much. And it goes without saying that
R.I.P.
for Santiago, his family, his friends, we love you, we miss you, and this is for you. So, that being said, these players on that stage are going to be rocking it with the seventh
By
man
community
who
to hai
is
bhai.
going to be overlooking them, and they can
Community to hai.
really, like, I guess, carry that, carry him with him to the games, which is very beautiful.
When he was with KRU, he put his everything into it. He was one of the big reasons they ended up going on that run
That's
at
right.
the end of the year. But now they have a new roster. It's a new year. It's KRU starting again, and it's G2 for the first time taking this stage. These boys have stayed
Kitna young
together
age mein na
for
yaar.
the last 2 years, gave up opportunities to come to Americas earlier so they could stick
Abey.
together. And they took last year in tier 2 as a learning
chat
opportunity
kidhar gaya?
to come to Americas now in 2024 as a team with an incredible amount of experience.
Yeah, what a story for G2.
Pole
That
डाल
is
रहा
such
था
a
थोड़ा
cute,
left right हो गया.
heartwarming story to kind of have together as a
पहले ads
team.
बंद
And
कर
both
दो.
these teams have so much to prove coming into this. I think this first match.
Bhagna watch party are helping me to go through tough times. Love you, Prathamesh bhai. I hope
their
you
debut into this scene, so it's gonna
get
be
to
exciting.
learn a lot of stuff.
To that point, right? You know, yes, every team, every player, everyone that goes onto that stage gives it 110% each and every every time. But there's something different about these two teams, right? Because for G2, they were sitting on the outside looking in and seeing this league take form without them when they clearly belonged in this position. And then you had Crew, who struggled in throughout that season. So both teams here are
Your
really
voice
looking
is
to make a
slow
statement
as
here
compared
for
to
G2.
stream.
The statement is,
Second.
let's establish ourselves in the league. For
Mic
Crew,
testing.
let's go ahead and
Bada
show
diya.
everyone what we're made of, and that last year is behind us.
Yeah, they don't want to start again, like losing the first couple matches as well, too. So it's like, you know, they really have to put themselves out there and make sure that they get
Pin
the
mera
momentum
message.
that they're trying to go for.
The two players I'm watching are the two new additions to these respective squads. Shy was a critical part of Leviathan's
Daily watch
success
participant
last
at day
year.
3.
He's
Thank
so
you.
good
Thank you
in
for the
the Sentinel role.
$2.
He is a rock
Kaise
force
bhaiya?
and
Kaise?
I
Sab
think will
badhiya,
add
sab
a lot of
badhiya.
consistency to Crew
Thank
that
you to
has been
40.
missing. On the other side for Leaf, this is his chance to continue to show us how good he is.
Yeah.
Remember, a top 3 player last year in Americas, now joining in with this G2 squad, which already has a great system put together. For my money, I think it should be an easy swap in, and it looks like we might get to spot him on the jet there, which is, I mean, no better way to start for Leaf.
Killjoy bolte.
Swinging, why not, throw some knives at people too? Why not, It's going to be
Install
exciting. We're
पर
going
stream
into
देखता
Asian
लगता नहीं
Select.
तेरा.
Matt locks in Killjoy at the start as we see what the Crew
Earphone
boys
अच्छे या
elect to go
headphone
for here.
for sound
Mimi,
sense.
What you got?
I want to ask you.
Headphones अच्छे हैं.
Okay, never mind. Turn it on her.
What do you think is the best comp right now on Icebox? We've seen experimentation. We've seen the old.
Discord में बात होती है in game in
I
comp in game नहीं
mean,
होता. TeamSpeak या फिर
I've been seeing
Discord.
a lot of Viper kind of being thrown away on this map. I've seen a lot of like different controllers.
और
People like going towards the
वो
harbor.
लोग का mostly तो मेरे जितना मेरे को मालूम है TeamSpeak है
Even as
कि
a
हम लोग
solo
के टाइम पे भी
controller,
वही था
it's been
और हर एक का
happening.
वॉल्यूम
Brimstone
वो लोग को
coming
पहले ही
out.
बताता है कि ये
That's
ऐप
what
है
I'm saying. Like, I
सिर्फ
feel
यहाँ
like
से
the
तुम लोग
controller
वॉल्यूम
has
चेंज करने का
completely
बाकी कुछ हाथ मत
I don't
लगाना
know if they're gonna try to go for a double controller, but I feel like right now that single controller.
किसको support
not
कर रहे हो
Viper,
Bunks भाई?
going to see a Viper as
Crew
I
यार.
say that, is gonna be
भाई
something that's
Klaus
super
मारेगा.
interesting. And I don't know. Seeing Killjoy
excuse
makes me a
me.
little bit disappointed. I thought I was gonna start seeing some
Double
crazy
controller.
deadlock stuff, but unfortunately.
ये लोग में भी अच्छे लोग हैं. जॉना पी भी मारता है, लीफ भी मारता है.
But I'm interested to see the Brimstone. I think strengths for
लेकिन
that
last
engine
time मैंने
on
देखा था ना
defense
क्रू
reads
का
like so many
टीम
more
गेम बहुत
ways
क्रेजी
you
था.
can throw down to be able to create space for your team to get back in and find advantageous duels. On attack, those one ways also work in post plants, and you have super strong post plant utility with that Brim, Viper, and Sova all in the mix. What you're sacrificing is the Sage, which means you have to be committing deep, fighting forward in
Bye.
the post plants. But the Brim helps with that too. You can smoke
Brim
backside
ले लिया बे
on that
Icebox
beat,
में.
push all the way back through into Snowman. It unlocks a lot of options to make up for what you're lacking without that wall.
Yeah, exactly. And then the double controller makes it so that you can push. You
भाई
can throw,
slow
but it's
खेलेगा
like,
ना
it's
तो ये
not
लोग
that big of
जीता.
a deal. So
G2.
again,
We'll
interesting.
see what happens, and let's do this. Right, Games
Double
Arena,
controller
can you
always
please
opa
make
opa
some
opa.
noise as we get ready
G2 की
for
टीम
our
अच्छी लग रही है बे.
matchup, our only matchup of the day. It's going to be a good one. And
Huh?
on call as per the usual.
Iron Man.
And Sideshow.
Thank you very much, guys. Excited for this one. Yeah, G2, some call them the hydrogen bomb, but does that make Crew
Konnichiwa.
the Puffin baby? We're about to find out, honestly.
इस पे
But
लिखा है
honestly, after that
इसके
LCQ
कपड़े बहुत
run,
अच्छे
Josh,
हैं.
I think that's even less
Gut
like
feeling,
this is a team.
G
They've
Masters
got
जारी
firepower,
है.
and they can go to distance really and go toe to toe.
भाई ब्रीड को आएगा तो मजा आएगा.
That's the thing. We know that
मजा
Crew
तो
are
आएगा.
capable of reaching heights.
Chances
The
are
question
slim,
is,
but
are they going to
there
be
are
able to
always
do it
chances.
in regular season matches in a kickoff tournament format like this? Because outside of LCQ, we all know the story of Crew. They were close, but they never quite made it to a match victory. And that also happened during the off-season as well. So at the moment, their only wins throughout 2023, their only wins since 2022 were
G2
during
था
LCQ
mask
when they
बन गया,
went on
माफ
that
करो, माफ
famous
करो.
run. So this is a lot of pressure, I think,
Where
on Crew to start out
do
the
you
game
what's
strong.
wrong? Where do you what's wrong with
Stand
Indian
out
teams?
strong
Lack of
here.
skills, less
Flash
number
and
of
skirmish,
FPS
as soon as the
gamers.
barriers go down, a lot of players about to be meeting
ऐसा
each
नहीं है,
other.
there is
Molly towards the side.
a lot
Contact
of
plays
things
walking
that are
into
going
it. Net's
wrong.
going to be the first one to take the contact. Not
Oh.
quite. It's all Leaf in the feed. Fills it
खत्म
with
कर दिया
red.
भाई. मैं बोला ना लीफ
G2
मारता है बे.
overwhelming victory.
लीफ
And it looks
मारता
like
है.
G2 have seen a pistol like that before. They weren't even trying to take space. They were just waiting for aggression.
बहुत
to come
सारे
out from B. And then they step
aspects
on the
रहते हैं यार.
accelerator, knowing that Shy would be on the opposite side of the map.
हम लोग को जो दिखता है उस हिसाब से हम
Here.
सुनाते हैं लोगों को.
Want to give away his position just yet. Thought he might be able to get a sneaky one on Leaf, but he's
मैं
got
आज पहना मैंने
a
ये
hell of a
शॉट
task here in a 1v3.
A little bit too much to do. No Molly as well to just try and push somebody out of position.
down.
3 players to contest and tangle with.
लीफ ही मारेगा लग रहा है.
Not going to be an easy fight handed to him now. A bit of damage done to Trent. There might be an option.
भाई डिसिप्लिन देखो, 2 जन क्लोज थे रिपोजिशन किए.
Lovely shot onto the head of Leaf as well, but he's still alive and kicking, jumping up to the high ground now, and yet displaying
बोला ना लीफ ही मारेगा.
kills for Leaf. What an opening.
खतरनाक मारता है बे.
If there were any doubts that Leaf is going to continue performing on G2, I think we can. Well, we'll have to wait until the end of the match for sure, but at least in the pistol, it's looking fabulous. He just got gifted 2 right at the start there. Great position, like I said.
Hey man, crazy.
On paper, this is an outrageous move. Adding Leaf, I think the second best performing player of the regular season in Americas last year, to this G2 team should be spectacular.
G match when आज ही है.
As the desk was saying, we've seen moves like this before that didn't end up actually working how you would expect them to on paper.
वो लोग का वो हो गया.
And if
Start fail हो गया.
if anyone knows how to defy expectations, it would be KRU.
Certainly. Big stack on the eco.
Recon तोड़ना पड़ेगा.
Couple of kills here from KRU. That's a pop
Whoa!
smoke.
भाई क्या दिमाग.
In the midst of all of that.
That smoke could not have been
भाई क्या दिमाग.
Trying to escape as well. All the fire that's
Random मारा है इसने smoke में.
From G2 just to slow it.
नहीं उसने ऊपर वाले ने एक शॉट उसको लगी.
उससे slow हुआ लेकिन मारा है इसने random.
Here they have options. They want to go elsewhere. Kesnet.
देखा slow खेलेगा तो ये problem है. 2 smokes में ना.
Yeah, always. Revealed his hand now over the smoke blocking off the sideline here. Trent really pushing forward as the wall goes down. Yeah, caught unaware. MTA. There will be a free flag.
कितना important है देखो ये smoke.
They want to chase him down.
Look how solid that brimstone smoke is as well.
देखा उसने भी तारीफ किया. भाई double controller meta है बे.
This round for Jonah P, who interestingly is on the Sova.
अपने को थोड़ा adjust करना पड़ेगा.
You know, very happy to rotate around the initiators. But did you see the brim smoke
Crispy है
towards the
हाँ.
back?
Yeah.
Allowing
Outlaw
them to
कैसा
get
लगा?
much
Outlaw
deeper
अच्छा है.
positioning and establish control over sight. Unlike the Viper wall, which they're also throwing, you can see that there from on the mini map. The brim smoke actually allows you to clear sight. And
Good morning. Love from Pakistan, love from India, मेरी जान. Today PRX match, yes.
That they're running that. But it also
मजा आएगा भाई.
Which the Harbor wouldn't.
भाई अलग खुशी होती है लेकिन PRX देख के.
Leaf has earned his way to the Blade Storm. That's from those prior kills in that first round.
And Kesnet, despite the fact that G2 punished them for pushing out B on the pistol, is not afraid.
No.
Doesn't know fear.
भाई उसने
Never met him.
उसने बेल्ट में स्मोक डाला. कितने स्मोक से देखो एक बार.
He gets going as well. Real high skill player. Just putting it out there, just an attempt to try and break the turret. A bit of mid rounding still. Let's get rid of it. A bit pesky.
And look how they're using the brim smoke again. Valen put a brim smoke over towards Orange to make sure that they only had to worry about that one angle.
It's been re-cleared by KRU now.
ऐसा स्मोक डालना ना फिर retake करना पड़ता है. अभी ये retake करेंगे सीधा. हो गया, execute हो गया. कोई कुछ नहीं कर सकता है.
Great lineups, honestly. Look at all this utility is going to be used to clear through. Leaf over the top.
Oh!
What a shot to the big stage, yeah. Beautiful shot at that with Leaf being brought down now. This is
लड़ना
really
पड़ेगा ये
difficult.
लोग को अभी
35
heavy.
seconds left. How are you going to get the spike down? You're going to try and fight for that
God.
side control. Molly onto the top of the rafters, but already the kills. Even
निकाल
Trent right
सकते हैं,
now is
अभी भी
favoring
निकाल सकते
KRU.
हैं. 2 लो है.
In this situation and more, Kesnet's here.
Shot पे.
Rips away the hopes and dreams. Trying to have a nice and easy round, leaving it just up to Trent. And the dice, fading it out here, but brought down.
Shot पे.
Not losing against the bonus round.
Some awesome shots from the KRU players.
Yeah.
NTA's punish onto Leaf was sublime. It just took the sting out of that exec completely.
ब्रिम का एक स्मोक की वजह से ना थोड़ा लेफ्ट राइट हो गया. वो लोग ने बहुत जल्दी रिटेक कर दिया ये स्मोक की वजह से.
Wow. Leaf can barely react. He's coming around the back of the brim smoke.
The wonderful
Crazy
job.
na?
Really proactive as well.
In the raw shifting to foreign players simply Indian players lack skill. Don't you feel so? भाई जितना पैसा Indian gaming scene में है,
And here we see a brim smoke on top of boiler.
उतना नहीं है.
You could go for some kind of push. Shy
और
has an
जितना
alarm bell there,
numbers
so they're not
हम लोग ला सकते हैं, उतना बाहर नहीं है। मेन काम करने के अपने प्लेयर्स को, और सपोर्ट करेगा यार, लेकिन सपोर्ट करने का प्लेयर्स तो रहने चाहिए। सिर्फ पैसा डाल के वेस्ट थोड़ी करेंगे। So orgs are not at fault. I feel players should take it as a job. Also should have that hunger
Orb up now facing together
to
here.
showcase the skills and all.
Including Kesnet. He's getting a bit of a move on here with a flat. Okay, that.
Jord be.
Flash combo, but as well just doesn't really connect in time. So Kesnet gets brought down, removed. Away from that one, the first death. Potentially there for them, but okay.
Kya?
Turn the fire. There's a bit of a gap there in the smoke. That's what Klaus was using. So 4 versus 4
इसका
now.
पहले वाला स्मोक अच्छा था, ये थोड़ा
Their
लेफ्ट
time is running short here. If they want to try and commit to this B side, Jonah P really just taking all the space up onto the
भाई
side.
सब हेडशॉट ही मारेंगे क्या?
Safe corner, MTA taking out Melza there as well. Though. That's a spike drop down.
But now he's left in the 1v3, so this is still very difficult. Yeah, and G2 punish.
भाई G2 फॉर्म में है।
So G2 really nicely working the map. I like this Brimstone pick so far on the attack side. Valens certainly finding a lot of value with it because it's drawing crew away from the edges. And you saw there, I mean, that's the slightly
नहीं, they jumped it first to get the position, no?
But actually the damage had kind of been done prior to that because they wanted to contest yellow, but they were so far away that in running up to try and play off the back of that flash recon, Kesnet ended up overextending himself a little bit and giving his life up.
Sticker spray से sound देने के लिए कर रहे हैं लेकिन
Forced down to the halfway for crew.
sticker का connection नहीं है।
Again, a stacked all day. I mean, guessing correctly here.
बच गया।
Yeah, that's a good util combo and crew almost got caught.
Up into Nesto, got to try and get that spam. That kill shy is really far forward. You can't escape it.
भाई clean खेल रहा है G2, clean discipline.
A lot of the gambles from crew, they really are, guessing correctly in terms of where the bulk of the forces of G2 are going to be.
किल जाएगा देखो किधर बैठा है। वाइपर लाइफ में लर्क नहीं करेगा अभी लाइफ में। वाइपर भी लाइक मेरा हो गया।
Two more players here, but with the weaponry, maybe they'll make short work of it. Yeah, moving forward.
झूल के।
And MTA don't really stand a chance there, hopping across the ropes.
Next round important है यार crew के लिए।
Zipping along the ropes, firing at them with the
morning on my morning.
It's unfair. And Melza has spent this round thinking about pushing out B, saw the alarm bot. Net was in spawn the entire time, making sure that couldn't even be a threat. And Melza's just had the worst time of things here. But such is the life of a Viper on Icebox.
जाना पे ये भी मारता है अभी।
Just play and retake.
सब भी मारते हैं। MTA मेरे को नहीं मालूम।
Nice kill. Good shot.
बाकी सब पता है।
2 away from the ults.
So MTA नहीं पता।
One more. Build it up.
One headshot would do it for Lee for any distance.
That's all he needs. Players though pushing up on top of him.
Anti.
Not quite.
Short था बे लेकिन।
That really is a large difference.
Short था बे।
There are a lot more things that crew can do with rotating.
क्या ये लोग 3 mid push try करेंगे अभी?
It's quite hard to play for an orb.
At least turret तोड़ के फिर fall back करने का।
To hold on to now than it was before in the old Icebox, where you could have your jet fight over it aggressively. And you've seen the shock molly combos that G2 are happy to put together.
Slow motion में तो और sexy।
Wouldn't be surprised to see another one of those happen, just to deny an ult orb from Klaus or Melza, who are very close.
Their defense
Doesn't look like that's what they're going for, though. Trent prioritizing that.
Rudy bhai, hello language.
Smoke towards mid, as Kesnit's got an op online.
Exactly. Big boom gun. Pushing down towards B, but he doesn't really like his chances there to reposition now. Won't be too many players unless Net decides to take a lurk out through B.
Brim किधर smoke करेगा मेरे को वो देखने
Unlikely though, just playing it safe, making sure that he can just hold for the push.
ये लोग सीधा A execute कर तो सकते हैं।
Heard it from Tex earlier on.
Okay, going for this one here.
Tag नहीं
I'm
हुआ
surprised he committed to it, and then he got suppressed anyway.
Yeah, that was MTA's ult forced out, I believe.
That's a win for Jonah P. I'd take that trade any day.
Yeah,
I mean, the attacking
हाँ
team,
ना,
especially with no dart.
KO का ulti waste हो
No
गया।
one was
उसका ulti almost खत्म हो गया था।
But it made it feel like almost it was a push. Pulled out the ult ahead of time.
By A execute है बे, Brim ult है।
So G2. Here over towards A, but again.
Plus Viper को भी free plant ult मिलेगा।
Great knife.
Yeah. We've got the right read for sure.
Util's just getting nothing done here. This is looking a little bit awkward. Orbital strike.
Molly.
Up the side here. Leaf dashing ahead there. MTA once more taking care of him and finishing it. All goes down now, still the Brim Smokes are dividing up the sites, but can G2 conquer? That is the question here with the plant going down, though the fight all the way going.
बाप रे क्या राउंड निकाला क्रू ने.
The entirety of that site, second round earned.
I feel यहाँ पे एक स्मोक होना चाहिए ना, जहाँ पे यूजुअली वाइपर स्मोक डालता है. यहाँ पे स्मोक डाल के उसका बैक साइड मॉली और फिर वो वाला अल्टी जो उसने किया था, उसका अल्टी अच्छा था. उसका अल्टी अच्छा था.
And that is taking a lot of the edge out of G2's rounds. Still up 4-2, but KRU are doing a decent job here.
अच्छा काम तो किया लेकिन क्रू ने. हाँ ये राउंड हार गया क्रू. 100% ये राउंड हार गया.
Makes it nice and easy. You can stack defenders out towards mid here. Shy with the alarm bot. Broken Klaus over the top of Boiler. That's net taken out. I think that was just a bit of a spam kill. Dart is going to be good here. It's going to be connecting. Now they know with that shot fired. Hunter's Fury to force them out into the open, into the window. You can't escape from it still. There it is. Damage applied. With Trent falling now, Valen is left to just try and rush into it, take some risks here, but he's lit up once more. Should be an easy kill, should be. But
मेरा हो गया बे.
And now the Viper.
ओ हेलो, मैंने बोला था ना, बोला था ये मैंने दूर से देखा था, मैंने दूर से देखा था. God.
Valen's definitely weak, but it's 2 versus 2. Flash, that's a nice one.
Sexy blind
side of Jenny, but they haven't cleared this corner to tap onto it with the smoke.
Oh, Jard baby. कौन जिंक्स बोल रहा था? Reed. तुम लोग पूछेंगे बिंक्स में आपको कैसे पता चला?
Through an awful situation. I think KRU played that excellently. Class awareness.
Light off कर दो.
लाइक करने बोल दे 1000 लाइक.
वो कर देंगे, जो लोग प्यारे वो लोग कर देंगे. Light off.
And yet Valen just outskills a couple of players.
मैंने बोला था जिंक्स, तुम लोग दूर का नहीं सोचते. 4 steps ahead था मैं. 4.
Individualism from the IGL.
And that's annoyed me that as well because that's going to
Valen ने क्या मारा बे.
mid to A hit.
Ah, okay.
And those almost never work.
Why do you have personal stocks in that failing?
I do.
लर्क तो नहीं करेगा क्रू. उसने एक किलजॉय को देख के ना उसने सीधा कॉल दिया कि हम लाइफ में लर्क नहीं करने वाले.
Bad gamble. And there the turret is smoked
बेस में खेलो.
A different brimstone smoke position. But I think the goal there is just to try to pull players away.
ये पिक किसका है? G2 का.
Is not on this.
Oh!
Can't get a dash off.
Another great
performance
so far.
That's fantastic. If you can shut down Kesnet, it's a massive win condition for you when you're playing against this KRU team.
ये लोग सिटी जाएंगे शायद.
Molly, perfect placement as well. Forces TA towards the back side of the site, and again it's that from smoke flash through it. 2 kills for him. Gonna try and find a third. Why not? The orbital strike was just a little bit ajar there. 2 players suppressing over the last 2 are. We really expecting Valen to try and do it again. I don't think it's likely, is it?
Surely not.
Contacting both of them now. There's only real chance here. Okay.
Surely not.
There's one.
भाई Valen को क्या हो गया? क्या सीन है?
Jump spot as well. Good discipline. Klaus. It's off to the side here. No way, Valen. No way. 4 for him.
Bro.
A clutch like that. Oh my goodness. You hold your breath and believe for a moment.
Bro, what the fuck?
The KRU fans getting behind them.
भाई Valen का aim.
Where they should have just easily dealt with what G2 were doing.
हाँ?
One slipped away, the other.
ये भी वहाँ से डायलॉग मारता रहेगा ना. Valen का aim, Valen का game.
Though these flashes have been excellent. He's a player that's got the core. Tier 2 player coming in to replace Nags.
Yeah.
Having his place on the roster as the flex player and looking immediately on stage like he's got some
OP watch party. Watch party,
not
babe.
afraid, not letting the nerves get to him.
The firepower's there.
Pauza.
Now G2 are going to take a tactical timeout. There's a few things here, and the Brim Smokes were pulling a lot of people towards the middle lane at the start of this. Now, not so much. Now, Valen smoked off
एक mid to B वाला हो जाए.
Kesnet was still trying to fight B.
kitchen smoke डाल के
there is
brim
now
smoke
a
kitchen
possibility that you can follow those brim smokes a little more.
mid
And
पे
to lurk through mid.
mid पे एक smoke
We'll see
kitchen
how
एक
G2
smoke
decide to fight for this.
Mid
One
पे
of
भी
the other
घुस जाओ
things
एक
that
बंदा
Crew
mid
are
पे
gonna have to
रुकेगा
be thinking about as well is that the
ऐसा
Viper
कुछ
wall going up, Brim smokes behind. When the Viper drops the wall, when Trent drops that wall, suddenly everyone from G2 is fighting on site.
या
So
फिर
that
ये
makes
लोग
it really difficult.
ये
to
दो
hard
smokes डाल के फिर
NBA
A
did
भी
a
कर
great
सकते
job
हैं
of stopping
सिर्फ
it that
सोअर
time.
भाई बहुत कुछ कर सकते हैं भाई बेंचो डबल उसके साथ कंट्रोलर के साथ अच्छा कावत
Still money enough to buy here, especially Kesnet with his own ult online. Earning another round would be good for them. Straight into it, the knife was dodged.
सबने डॉज किया
There's the
ना
turret. Dash is there. There's those changes. Can catch on to him, but he heard all the noise cues as well and swung, forced Kesnet away. Got to respect that.
So slow from G2. The
एक
first
तो
20
आएगा
seconds
फीलिंग
burnt
सुबह
off.
सुबह बता डन
But
से
dodged
रोड
that
भाई
threat
लव
from
यू
Kesnet and now trying to drone to push
लव
him
यू
away.
Did he see the jump
मुझे
start
वहाँ
on
पर
the
एक सी
6
फाइल
before?
दिखी
Do you really want to go into Kesnet here?
आपको और साहिबा के साथ कुछ सीने का नहीं 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 बहुत अच्छा
Fool's
दोस्त है
errand. We know what this guy is capable of.
There are now
No
4
see.
crew players
Sahib, I love
ready
you,
to
yaar.
fight.
Flash play. There was anti-flash positioned by G2. They were seeking to try and punish an attempt like that. But time is being whistled away. Down to the minute mark. Here we go. Dart
साहिबा के साथ कुछ गलत हो सकता है बक्से दे
Yeah. Knife is good still though, but that mid low.
ओह मिट्टू भी किया था लेकिन
Use the same brim smokes, but there's the adjustments being made by Crew.
किचन स्मोक भी डाला था भाई मेरा कॉल तो सुना था G2 ने मेरा कॉल तो सुना था स्ट्रीम स्नैप मेरे हिसाब से
More than difficult.
काउंटर हो गया थोड़े से वो लोग
Trent down, no Viper wall as well to cut this one up. They have to try and play together if they want a chance to win. Kesnet, he will fall, but there's a trade by Shy. Monstrous
भाई
performance
क्या
so far.
है
Jonah P
में लोग
still
का
there. Active into the fight, no kill claimed. Shy. Real damage though.
दोनों
Have to
का
go for the
HP
plans, could be a
देखो
wide swing, maybe. Forced off with the ball.
भाई एस मार दिस एस मार दिस भाई हेलो the fuck
Play on the B split without even an
भाई
effort.
एक बात बता सभी का एम है
Look
क्या
at this on the replay, just boom, boom. He actually headshot through Trent's body there.
चगावत
Everybody else up towards the end.
Reminder, I by power given away.
सेम मेरे जैसे भाई
Hashtag unlock your ace on socials to earn your chance.
And now Crew have broken the G2 economy. So G2's plans
दोनों का
are trying to
चैंटर है
make use
भाई
of that.
लेट्स गो क्रू लेट्स गो
Players
G2
on Crew there are.
Already beating him.
4 stacked up on defense.
भाई घुस गए घुस गए भाई
On the top of Bell, 5 HP to net. Can he really seek to do a little bit more? Not quite. Crew.
शिट
That's explosive. What a beginning.
मैं बोला ना क्रू बहुत एग्रेसिव है
Which is, don't bother about spreading out around the map. Actually, just stack
सेक्सी
4
खेलते
players
बे
wherever they're making noise.
सेक्सी खेलते
And G2,
ये किधर गया
because they're heavily
बाइंड
defaulting
बाइंड तो बैन है
themselves towards one side of the map or the other, are not really able to ping pong.
स्मिथ भाई हेड खाओगे
Crew
हाँ
are making the right reads, like you're saying. They don't just follow the noise cues or what, but these stacks of players, it's paying off for
सेक्सी
them.
था ना
Right back into it. This time,
Delete
no,
कर दे।
Crew. Only one
Hide
player.
मत देना,
Really
delete कर
anchoring
दे।
his Melzer.
Look at G2.
यार
again,
हरामी
all
हो
5
चैट
players
थोड़ा
on one
लेकिन
side of the map.
Kesnet is pushing.
And
ज़्यादा हरामी
Crew
मत
is so
बोलो।
fast to rotate.
Again, Kesnet with the disrespect. This man does not care. He's going to be giving all this information the entire time.
ये
Confidence
स्मोक
is gonna
मैं
be
बोल रहा
it.
था
Start stacking over towards it. Now the lockdown makes it really obvious.
I thought Shine might have gone for the counter lockdown, but he wasn't quick enough.
ये देखो
They
सेक्सी
do have
स्मोक
that
है
for the retake though.
So the scaling's there from G2 with the plant down. Pit on top of it.
एक और जेट वाला स्मोक डाल
Now,
सकता था
yeah,
यार वो
lockdown.
ओ फक
Used to push
ये
them
नहीं
out of
देखा
the
था
pit
मैंने
most likely.
The pit's fairly decent here though, because Trent is going to be able to keep it alive, I think.
Potentially. Or what a strike. Where's this punish? That's onto the lockdown. Yeah, destroys it out so they can still play up close and personal. But a
Shot.
spam war through the smoke. Star needs to be dealt with, and it is. Trent. With him still alive, the pit's still up. Kesnet
Oi.
up. Close towards him. Traded by Jonah P, but Shy's there as well for the follow-up. Inside
बाप
the pit now,
रे
taking names and taking the space of the rest of his team. They pushed them all the way back to the
ये
fuse
जिंदा है
tact. But they forced them out wide.
ओ
Yes, they will.
क्या एम है भाई
Right
Weird
answers, the right
की
pace,
ये
and they've
Brimstone
taken the lead in the map.
भाई sexy retake है लेकिन
What a response from Crew.
sexy
They really figured out
चुम्मा
how to deal with what G2 are throwing at them quickly.
चुम्मा retake बे चुम्मा
They're
badge
a team
चुम्मा
that struggled to close things out, struggled to find the answer all throughout the
Sexy.
regular season to be able to put map wins on the board. And so far, so good. Even after their lockdown was good, taken care of. Now they're following up on Kesnit really nicely. MTA's got so much confidence. for a new
गलत
player
खेल
on
रहे
stage.
बे दोनों टीम
They're looking aggressive, confident.
The trades are instantaneous as well.
Yeah.
They're not letting anything get slipped
heavy
by.
ना
Good stuff. Last round now for them. Updraft, dash on top of the tube here. And remove that turret, remove the dart. Leaf's got a hell of a job to do here, and a drone in his face on top of it. What options are available to him? Kesnit just takes him out.
भाई mid to be वाला तो ये लोग counter हो रहे पे
Yes. Whoa.
बच
Kesnit
गया
again.
बच गया
Try and
भाग
force the
जा
scamper.
पट से
The thing is, though, this is the first round where
But
G2 are
se
making
bhag.
noise on the opposite side of the map and then trying to sneak contact their way into A. There was a shot
चलेगा
there
एक
for
के
Valorant, who's
कुर्बानी
just given
में
away that at least
retake
somebody's
चलेगा
towards A.
G2
So
अभी
they might be
निकाल
able
तो
to get a
सकता
plant
है
down here without getting too heavily pressured.
निकाल तो सकता है
Elves are still with the mollies, but not enough to deny the plant.
लेकिन
Valorant's
plant
still in
अच्छा
an
नहीं है यार
unconventional location. It's going to force G2, I think, to be like a little bit
लाइनअप
close
है
here.
क्या वाइपर के पास
Valen himself doesn't have the Brimstone Molly to play post plant, so he
Yeah.
can play aggressive on site. Nets already placed those down. They have double shot, double snake.
Stim
well,
beacon, stim
one
beacon.
snake right now.
Gonna have to with this one here is the take. Crew moving forward. Kesnit taking out Hunter's Fury to set it up. Crew need to be taking
भाई
space.
क्या
Nets
बसड़
beating you down all the way through. That's Jonah P answering back with his own, and Trent he's
निकाला
still there close to the generator. All up to
निकाला बे
Klaus.
G2 ने
The
निकाला
time starting to work against him. The pressure mounting. Shot down forwards. That's a kill found. And one more player is low. And like I said, the spike was not planned for him. A tap, but he doesn't stick it.
Time
The wing
नहीं है
conditions running out. Not enough time.
टाइम नहीं है
Unlucky for
सेक्सी
Klaus,
खेला
but a
यार
really,
G2
really
भी
nice attempt.
भाई है बे
Great
लेवल
try,
है
just a little too slow.
गलत लेवल है
And
दोनों
G2
का
in
बे
round 12 might have just managed to
भाई
figure
क्या
out the
बसड़
solution
था भाई
at the
हाँ
11th hour. You know, being able to get that plan
टू
down,
इनिशिएटर
taking
या
enough
टू
time off
कंट्रोलर
before
कौन सा
Crew
प्रेफर करते हैं
swarmed
बंक्स भाई
to meet
आइस
them.
बॉक्स में
That was a
टू
very
कंट्रोलर
competitive half from both teams.
better
Super back and forth.
instead of
But
two
that's how
initiator
every Crew map was during the regular season last year.
It always
क्योंकि
felt
मिड का
competitive
किचन भी खुला है
every single time. Vancilia is actually standing by with G2
एंड
Shazam.
एक तो
Nice little
कंट्रोलर
lead.
मेन एक ही है बे वाइपर ही और कुछ है नहीं
Thank you so much, Brennan Sideshow. I'm joined here.
ओ
To
शाज़म
the show.
यार ये
had a
बंदा
chance
भी
to go
मस्त
meet
है
and
यार
greet today outside the Riot Games arena. I just wanted to tell us about the experience so far.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was my first time at the arena actually, so it was pretty.
पीछे
chill.
देखो मेरे जैसा बकचोद
Had a good time.
They're actually pretty funny cookies, though. That said, you know, they had an interview before going to this game that they had really
पीछे अपने जैसे बकचोद लोग है बे ये कैमरा
You had a chance to play against him during the challenger scene, and what do you think is the biggest strength that G2 currently has here with this roster?
Yeah, I don't think he's wrong. They're one of the longest standing cores in the scene right now, and I think that built like a lot of chemistry for them. No matter the situational, it feels like they take their time, they're patient, and they know how to work together and come out of a round that's probably not favored for them.
Speaking of chemistry, there was a lot of chemistry in the counter games yesterday. I wanted to know, I'm pretty sure you watched the games because everybody else probably watched it, right? So tell me about what you thought about the Cloud games. Well, Loud and Sentinels, pretty much.
They're a lot of fun. They're very exciting. Loud is always like a really fun team to watch. You know, Ascent might have gotten a little stale with some of the comps, so it was exciting to watch, you know, something creative and new. And I enjoyed them very much.
All right, now it's G2 looking so far in this Icebox. I mean, you finished the half at 6-6. Do you think they have what it takes to close the series?
Yeah, I mean, I'm always gonna be biased, but yeah, I
हाँ
think
ना
there's still two of this.
भाई पीछे देखना एक बकचोद बंदा
All the best, and we'll pass it back to the
पीछे एक बकचोद बंदा था बे फुल डांस वांस कर रहा था इसे
We're getting into the second half, surely, but yes, super competitive. I mean, a 6-6 half. Can't ask for anything better.
I mean, I'm just taking a look at the scoreboard because I got blown away by the.
भाई तू देखा क्या लेकिन खाते खाते
But having a look, seeing MTA top of the scoreboard, it really feels like.
भाई गलत लेवल पे सिक्स
And then I'm looking over towards the
गलत
other
मतलब गलत लेवल का मार रहे गलत
कौन क्रू की
दोनों मेरा हो गया वाला गेम है ये
So many of these rounds, so he has yet to really come online.
मेरे को लगता है
Half
G2
of that
जीतेगा
because I think Crew
नहीं
just
मेरे
got
को
really
लगता है
good
क्रू जीतेगा
anticipation of how he was playing on the attack side.
Look at the patience on show by Crew here. On their attack side, anticipating that
बस भाई आप कब ऐसे डांस करोगे पता नहीं
the Jet players.
भाई ऐसे लोग हैं ना
Leaf, really a bit of a
चेहरे पे स्माइल लाते हैं बे
side of things are a little bit easier.
ये
for
लीफ
them.
बहुत अच्छा खेलता है
Usually they are.
हाँ क्या?
When you think about how KRU got that success,
Plant
at
भी
LCQ,
अच्छा खेलता
it was by playing very disciplined 1-3-1 defaults, where the two players on the outside of the map would never make a mistake. Super disciplined.
Lee feeling like he had to overstay his welcome there, but a couple of shots off rattled Kesnet. He's in, out towards yellow now, clearing up for the rest of his team. Taking the space, but the wall's not up for the rest of them to cross. Dash active, maybe a little bit too early for Leaf. Unlikely to get value, yeah, fades away. Here's the wall. Again, no noise being made. Look at it, creeping up. They're going to pop flash through.
ये लोग सिटी जाने वाले सब मरे सब मरे सब मरे गए बे हार गया अटक गए वो लोग अभी खत्म बोला ना ना
G2 बोलते
भाई
Great cleanup from G2.
सबसे पहला बात वायलेंट का हिट बहुत इंसेन है और भाई तू एक दो राउंड उसका देखा नहीं उसने क्या मारा है मतलब उफ वाला था अभी यहाँ पे पता चला क्या प्रॉब्लम हुआ नहीं अबे कमिट करना है नहीं करना है और नहीं हो पा रहा है समझ रहा क्योंकि वॉल डाउन भी होता है सेकंड कंट्रोलर चाहिए बे
Valen's going to farm his ult orb inside the smoke. Not that the smoke is going to stop a shock molly combo, but
ये मैप पे ना आई फील एक बार सेंटिनल नहीं भी लेगा ना तो भी चलेगा लेकिन दो कंट्रोलर चलेगा मतलब तुम लोग एक बंदा खड़ा रहो वहाँ पे सेंटिनल जैसा लेकिन दो कंट्रोलर
thinking about how MTA might want to use those flashes. You can see it almost at his feet here, blocking up that choke point into Snowman.
वन में डाला कितना टाइम बाय करता देखना
उसके बाद क्या
ब्रिम की जगह ओमेन हो सकता ब्रिम अच्छा ना तीन स्मोक प्लस ब्रिम का अल्टी भी अच्छा है एग्जीक्यूट के लिए ओमेन का अल्टी अच्छा नहीं VCT के लिए एक्सक्यूज में ये सब मत करो बे पागल हो
More on the way here. Opens up just one of the sight lines. Escaping away. Melts is on one.
ऐसा पैसा कमा कर कुछ फायदा नहीं है.
Only now towards the back of yellow. It's going to be forcing the players out a little bit wide. I'm sure they can clear this one. Look at the way these smokes are just so good.
Shock dart लगा.
The entirety of this side are pushing from NTA.
But classic वो हुआ है बे. Classic buff हुआ है. 6.
भाई मेरे नहीं लगता बाकी सबका लगता है.
Classic buff हुआ है.
Healthy round to go into the bonus.
And that shows you how G2 are going to approach these key retakes. They're happy to let the spike plant go down, and in fact, the only thing they care about is stopping KRU from pushing into Snowman.
bro.
And then once the retake comes through, smokes either side of yellow, recon to the back, molly as well, spray into the smokes, looking to try to get some cheaper kills, and then focus on putting pressure on the defuse. Seems like a sensible plan. Now KRU have an idea, maybe, of how they can play around it. G2 with 3 bulldogs.
वाइपर का स्मोक डाला है क्या वाइपर ने नहीं
Finally rifles in hand.
Actually all 3 of those
डाला
towards A. So
साइड पे डाला
Deep push again from Leaf all the way into Ness. He's removed the turret early, which KRU was holding for.
भाई वो अच्छा था ना KO का नाइफ
Shy was sending the sights over towards B.
it's kind of wild that you even get an angle to break that knife.
ये देख BT
They
देख
denied a bit of information over towards yellow, and now KRU are a bit cautious of that, thinking there could be some kind of
BT देखा नाइफ तोड़ा ना उसने
तो
लोग को पता नहीं ये लोग का क्या सीन है
कितना
कितना टाइम बाय कर रहा है बहन चुप कितना टाइम
अबे इसको थ्रू जा सकते पर ऐसे
नहीं
रिस्की बंदा है भाई
रिस्की होता है तो उसको तो टीम को थोड़ी मालूम है एक बंदा है
again KRU game plan just contacting Kesnick getting a bit of a run on sprinting forward to the rest of them forcing out this util but how much gas do they have left in the tank the wall goes down Kesnick faces with the dash still there no targets to meet him
and like I said G2 as long as they hold on to Snowman they're going to be confident
भाई वो कहाँ से स्पिट कर रहा है वो
orb goes down then KRU can attempt the plant and you see Melza go for it
क्या वो ऐसे कर रहे
हाँ का एम देख
again Kesnick falls a bit of an unlucky one for him
भाई कहाँ से स्पिट किया उसने ब्रो
they're going to fight this because very likely just going to get smoked off, ulted off.
Two players pushed out of the position again. All these kills are just
बहुत
happening.
utility है बहुत ये देख one way smoke गया round गया
Tap onto the defuse.
कुछ नहीं कर सकता है
Out of the
कुछ
way,
नहीं
now
कर सकता है
Stick is
उधर तू किधर मौली
Trent, all the way through. They can't do anything. Can't do
कुछ
anything.
नहीं कर सकता है क्या करेंगे one way
Strategy from G2. They're never contesting the plant. Crew always allowed to get it down, but then G2 coming forwards, assuming that Crew are
भाई
backing off.
crazy है बेटी
In your face. They've got recons coming in, and the spam through the smoke
दिमाग है बस
is really potent in those kind of situations. Alright, Crew have got to come up with a way of abusing that, and I think one of the ways would be to play more aggressive post-plant positions. G2 at the moment
वाइपर को मिड स्मोक करके कुछ करना पड़ेगा बे
and then taking the fight towards yellow and green. Crew have got to make them fight for every inch on the retake.
मिड स्मोक डाला तो है
No one pushing away from the orbs, farming them up over towards A. And again, it's the B side for Crew. Maybe we'll see those adjustments you talked about. Flash and towards the back, clearing it through.
Yeah, Shy's getting pressured a little
क्या
bit.
किल जाए होल्ड कर पाएगा
And
अच्छा
this is what
रिपोजिशन
G2
किया
have been doing
उसने
prior, so maybe Shy doesn't anticipate them to actually push up behind it this time. They have been breaking the turret as part of the conditioning. Players to lead. Will he get both of them? He's called for backup as well. He's got his team there, but Leaf is backing away. Just taking
फिर से भी जा सकते हैं
dash
लोग
as well. Disengaged for now, but a great opener. Maybe Crew can work off it.
And a pretty great read as well by Crew, calling for the reinforcements very early on there so that they were ready to back up Shy.
Brave from Leaf.
3,
in this
2,
position
1.
Here. He doesn't have a dash, just spots the jiggle. Awareness from MTA.
Short way.
Right place, right time. Kesnet this whole time.
बी क्यों नहीं जा रहे लोग बी जा सकते हैं लोग
Jet rank player.
गए
And he spots the player
बस
anyway.
जाओ बी खाली
And now he's going to add his
भाग
B rotate.
बी खाली है बी खाली है
Yeah, sure.
He's got the space.
जल्दी आओ बी खाली है जल्दी आओ
Playing it safe. You don't want to take the 4v2 over towards A. Make sure that this
Kali
round
है,
is
अभी भी Kali।
completely secured. Trent in an utterly
मैं
unwinnable
सिटी
spot.
देख रहा हूँ बस मेरा वो देख
God
Nicely done.
सेक्सी गेला बे सेक्सी गेला करो
Again,
इसका नाम क्या
kind of
करने
similar to how they
डूडूस
were playing at
किसका?
LCQ and how Melson was
Kesnet
calling them.
Dudus?
They had Kesnet pressuring
Kesnet.
B, Shy watching over
Kesnet
towards A,
Dudus
and then
कौन बोलेगा?
3 players in the middle who
Silent
were
है
able
वो।
to rotate between the B pressure
चार
and the
लेकर
A
silent?
pressure, depending on what
आजा
info.
बी खाली है
Well ping-ponged from site to site. And I didn't know really what to expect.
भाई
from
शॉर्टी
Crew
बे
coming into this
शो पे
opening
मत
day
बोल
because,
शो पे
you know, yeah, their
Okay,
games were
bye,
close,
bye.
but they still went 0
Sleep
and 9
well.
throughout the regular season.
Yeah.
And their off-season
Krutika
performance
अच्छा खेल
wasn't
रही है।
amazing either. So I was thinking, is LCQ just a flash in the
ये
pan?
ब्राजील का टीम है ना
It's
क्रू
really
Pinky.
difficult to know. But
पिंकी चार्जिंग बदीर बैटरी है माफ किया इस बार तेरे को इस बार माफ किया ठीक है इस बार मैंने माफ किया
Respect the attempt.
आज
But yeah,
सोफे
you're
पे
right,
मैं
Josh.
आज
I
मैं
mean,
सोफे
a
पे
flash in a pan indeed.
oh, well, I think that's the
maybe
question.
evidence for it, right? That is the question for Crew. But
Guys,
I
2000
think right now
watching,
they're
make sure
coming
to like
again
the
and go toe-to-toe
stream.
because, you know,
2K likes
you
हो
think about
सकते हैं।
it, these Ascension teams as well, a team of the caliber of G2, I would often put them, I think, higher up than a lot of the teams.
फिर से
in
mid
the
smoke
European
करना पड़ेगा
finals
वाइपर
system sometimes.
I mean, yeah, that's a great
जो
question.
राउंड
Which
वाइपर
would
ने
you
मिड
respect
स्मोक
more,
नहीं किया
the
ना वो
winner of
राउंड हार
LCQ
गया
or the
लिख
winner of
के लो
Ascension? The tier 2 teams are no joke. I think that's a real question.
Yeah, and I think I would put it a little bit over towards G2's favor. I think I respect that a little bit more, but Crew can't deny they've got good ideas. They've got the firepower. They're not scared. They've got the confidence. It's boundless right now. They're only trailing by 2. Can they maybe even it up? Leaf with the operator. You're now on towards B.
परफेक्ट स्मोक है वो उसका
Certainly could be a game changer.
Drone should spot this. Indeed, didn't even break the drone actually as well. Reposition still has a dash. Can take
ये
this
क्या
big
skin है,
timing, but
Leaf?
doesn't know that Kesnet
तू
has
देख
got
रहा है लेकिन ड्रोन
to
के
left.
पहला कैसे जाने दे रहा है ड्रोन को
There are no flashes
हाँ
for him to go
मेरे
for
पे
that
skin देखना लीफ
re-establishment
का
onto the aggressive angle. And whereas G2 were often finishing where they
Piece of
first
skin
showed
लगाई।
presence, Crew
इधर भी जा सकते हो बी
Most
गया
of the time
तो
when
भी
they
चलेगा
take
ये
B
गया तो भी
control, they
चलेगा
are now leaning
बहुत
in.
पैसिव खेल रहा है G2
And it looks like G2 have the read on this because Trent is already coming to reinforce the A site. A one-way being thrown.
ये कौन सा
Or
वन
is
वे
that just a
ब्रिम
default
का
smoke, actually?
वन वे नहीं
Yeah,
है
just a default smoke. There are plenty of
Normal
different
है
one
अच्छा।
ways though that you can run with Brim on the A site.
Super aware. Time just being brought down. 35
मैं तो
seconds.
पहली बार देख
Boys
रहा
in
था
their
प्रीमियर
feet now.
में.
They can't really cross past that
God.
boundary to get into the back of the side.
ये वाला smoke
Really
चाहिए.
difficult to shoot through.
Trent is just eating the vulnerable on the backside.
जॉर्ड बे
That's brute force.
भाई
Approach here as the crew found out
क्या
over the
था
side.
ये
Pretty much chalked, isn't
ये
it?
स्मोक डाल के सब राइट साइड पुश कर दिए बे.
He's still making his way over towards rafters.
एक केओ ब्लाइंड सारे पुश. वो वाइपर का लाइनअप मस्त था ना.
And crew found
भाई
a
उसने
ton
B
of
से डाला?
success there by just relying on their
ए
fundamentals.
से डाला.
Getting in. I mean, the first step, they found a really good knife actually onto Trent and Jonah P. So no opportunity to use shock molly combos onto.
केओ का नाइफ भी अच्छा
That's
था.
a huge bonus
Sexy
right from
था.
the beginning. But then by triple facing onto rafters, they ensure that they just have so many.
Hunt begins.
Ah.
This operator is important. Leaf really wants to hold on to this one. Longest spike explosion of all time. This man is sweating right now.
Sheesh. Oh.
Won't survive.
भाई क्लासिक ही है बे.
Op denied.
भाई मेरे इंग्लिश
स्पैम ए वो दिखा था शायद.
हाँ
भाई क्लासिक है बे. क्लासिक है.
Really too feasible.
DCM क्या बोले पकड़ो.
Unless somebody wanted to go without armor. So yeah, take a look at this swing. It's a flash out from NTA.
DCM में
whose
डाल
utility
दे.
has been excellent. And
USB
really well
बूमर अरे
coordinated with the rest of the
USB बाहर है ना बदी.
पेपर लगा
And it
कैसे नहीं है?
just-
बाद में एक
it's
मैप
all
के
over
बाद
in
डाल
one fell
दूंगा
swoop.
कोई सुनो.
Wasn't
क्लासिक
happy about that one.
बोलते.
They were already off. That was the goal.
भाई जैसा लास्ट ईयर शॉर्टी मेटा था इस साल क्लासिक मेटा नहीं लग रहा है.
Towards A.
True.
Giving up a change of the setup actually. They're looking to see if they can push through this.
Shy is in spawn.
Yeah, in
इधर
spawn.
बैठा है
He's in the
देख.
curry spot.
फट से सारे भाग गए भाई. कोई लर्क नहीं करेगा. कोई नहीं ना.
But he survives. Alarm bot broken.
सारे रिटर्न बेस में बंदा है तो फिर
Did
ना.
it really pressure crew to accelerate onto A? Right? Even though they know that there was
दोनों
a couple of
टीम
people
ने
pushing up
सेम
there,
किल
they're
का
still
सेम
very
स्पॉट पे
diligent
देखा
to
और
wait
सेम
for
रोटेशन
the
दिया
angles.
पता है.
Taking the time of it. Gonna be holding a dart for this.
सुबह का रिकॉन आ रहा है.
लेकिन इसका शायद अपड्राफ्ट सुना नहीं है किसी ने.
Delay attack from Klaus. That's again trying to pull out extra pieces. Still a minute left.
हो गया
Just
रिकॉन.
Oh!
This sort of connection to the usual spots as well. No one really taking the space either. This time on the opposing side. It's Klaus. That's it, rip.
सोआ का भाई कितना प्लांट ही नहीं करने दे रहे बे.
Faded away now.
यूटिल्स देख.
Backside control. But it can be a tricky business plan for Melzer.
अभी क्या आएगा पता
This
नहीं.
one all
घुस
the way
गए,
through
घुस
G2.
गए
They want to try
बे.
and take the fight to them.
हार गया ये राउंड. क्रू हार गया. क्रू नहीं G2 हार गया.
Hard to try and get into that backside control. Melzer forwards onto Nest. He's managed to bring down Leave. Second kill for him.
जॉर्ड बे.
Crew in control largely there.
सेक्सी खेल रहा है ना ये जेट.
Excellent from
Isn't
crew.
it?
They're playing off each other
बस
superbly.
आज मेरा
and
बर्थडे
applying
विश कर दो.
so
मैंने
much
मैंने मैंने
pressure
हैप्पी
onto G2
रिटर्न्स
when
ऑफ
they
द
tried
डे.
to come back
चार्जर
to
लेके
this
जा.
side.
डबल लेग्स आर
Yeah,
रटिंग.
crew
अरे यू
are falling
स्लीप.
back and playing
I will
passive
charge
ball on B.
later.
And that's what
अभी है
allowed
बैटरी.
G2 to get this retake style working. Now, they're not falling back at all. They've got people pushed up towards dice. They've got people in top nest, ready, fighting. It's a great adjustment from crew, and it is on the
Heavy
opposite side.
heavy
You don't
खेल
really see
रहा है
them
ना.
do an aggressive B post back. But G2 now need to prove that they can stop this A hit.
यूटिल
They've
यूसेज
got
का
4 players
क्रेजी
on
है
the
बे
light
इनका
eco
बेंच.
stacked to try and showcase just that.
This time stopping them from grabbing the orbs as well. It was a snake bite, dart, flash.
ड्रोन किधर गया? लिया नहीं गया इसने.
Only the one player found with that.
हाँ?
Might be waiting.
पता नहीं.
It's a bit of a trap.
शायद से नाइफ हो गया वो ड्रोन करते करते.
Still some bites around.
उसकी टीम में ही है के और वो नाइफ हो गया ड्रोन करते करते.
अरे सामने वाली टीम.
अरे बासुंडी की गांड नींद में है क्या?
Working the clock, honestly.
सामने वाले का ड्रोन.
इसलिए तू कभी आईजीएल नहीं बन पाएगा.
They've been rotating away. This time they hit.
Forwards though with the stinger. Leave stairs to the side. Finding the kills.
कोई मुझे रिवाइव दो. कोई मुझे रिवाइव दो. जॉर्ड बे.
Response.
हो गया मेरा हो गया.
Straight there.
नहीं अच्छा खेला. अच्छा खेला.
फिंगर में भी.
1v3 net with the right
अच्छा खेला.
chance, but
4 बंदे थे ना. ट्रेड तो होना था. ओ
maybe
हेलो. हेलो.
थ्रो कर रहा है. माला थ्रो कर रहा है.
हेलो.
with a plant down. Time force against
Pata
it.
ओ तेनु.
Shy has been a backbone for crew in these dodgy situations. That's the second time that Shy's managed
सबसे
to bail them out by winning a
19
1v1
राउंड में
when Crew were
पहला
up massive
मिस्टेक
numbers
क्रू का
and then
पहला
got a bit wonky with it.
Yeah, a little bit dodgy.
केओ का
At the
बस
same time, though, they're getting away with it. They're getting away with it. G2 still can't prove that they have the answer to stop Crew
KJ
just
versus
simply
KJ हो
going
गया।
A.
शॉट देख
I don't see any
Oh,
reason
bye.
for Crew to change things up here.
फ्री फायर मार
Hammering
दी
A and putting rounds on the board.
Crew with the lead.
ये क्या सीन है अल्टी
Players
का
facing out towards A, no kill, foul lead. Dash, trying to get himself out of there. Bullets raining down, peppering him.
जेट ने सेक्सी मारा बे बेल्ट वाले को
You should run.
This is gonna be tough. No Jonah P.
Douglas Yemen, thank you for the
No space on
membership.
site.
Really no chance
Love
there.
yous.
With the lockdown, Leafy's
So
just
ये round अगर हारा
hoping,
G2 तो
praying
वापस
for a
ही
kill here. He's going to get detained. Yeah. Push back here. Should be an open site for Crew.
फुल रीटेक
Only delaying him just ever so slightly.
और वाइपर छोड़ा ही नहीं अभी तक भी।
जब तक प्लान नहीं होता नहीं छोड़ते बे वो लोग
Still with that player disadvantage.
शॉट बेंचो शॉट
Disgusting. Right up top, collecting it. The deck
Shot
collects
be.
himself. Drone pushing forwards into their for the ace once more.
I mean, he's gonna hunt. Trent doesn't have very much money. It's worth getting the weapon out of his hand. And Kesnit's got tons. This is the perfect situation to play for the clip.
Where could
सब
he
बरस
be?
हुआ क्या
These tights cowering. They don't they don't clear him. Oh my.
वे नहीं होगा शायद इस।
But Trent.
ऊपर जा तो रहे
Hold on to this. He hears the ropes as well.
एस हो सकता है
Into a MTA. He's baiting it.
एस बाय
मारा तो है भाई।
भाई मारा तो है भाई
iBuyPower actually
मारा
seething
तो
at
है
that. We have to give away another one of those PCs. So fraudulent.
हाँ
No, that was a sick.
चल स्टिक्स अभी तू G2 का कोच है तू क्या बोलेगा
गाइस समझ आ रहा है क्या हो रहा है तुम्हें
19 राउंड हो गए बहुत सही
तू लीव है तू बोल
देख अगर मैं G2 का कुछ अगर
हाँ।
तो मैं बोलूँगा देखो अपने जेट के पास अल्टी है सबसे पहले उस किलजॉय को बेस से भगाओ सबसे पहले पुश करके और जेट को सपोर्ट दो ए रिटेक हम कर सकते हैं हमने बहुत प्रैक्टिस किया ए रिटेक का ए रिटेक अपना अच्छा है अपने पास 3 अल्टीज भी है तो आई थिंक मिड पुश करो 4 बंदे एक बंदा ए पे रुको और ट्राई करो कि जेट नाइफ में तुम लोग निकाल पाए लेकिन अगर केओ ने नाइफ कर दिया जेट को तो ये राउंड हार के एक और टाइम आउट लो प्लीज ऐसा 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 कैम हल्का सा राइट
सोचा नाम
राइट कौन सा होता है ये सीन है
Guy who's normally been holding that and get a flank
कोच का
retake.
नाम
That's something they could attempt. I think it's worth trying that.
Coach का नाम
kind of
तू
thing on the
decide.
eco, so then you can just stack 4 players A on rifle rounds. But that's what they'll have been discussing during the timeout. To be honest, this one's a bit of a throwaway.
नहीं रे पैसिव खेल रहे थे
And then G2 have to win 3 rounds straight to get it to overtime, assuming the Crew can convert here.
Balls in their court. That point ready and waiting.
The big danger in this round is, of course, Leaf with his Blade Storm. But MTA can
फिर
kind of
से
just
जा
hold
रहे
onto his knife and wait to use it specifically.
Shy hears it. Turret active as well. Thrown up close.
गया
Broken up
गया
trap.
लेट्स गो
Nice
लेट्स गो
missed.
Yeah, and didn't want to dash to try to collect a kill. Instantly, Shy calls for reinforcements. The Crew players are there, backing.
I said it earlier, but the way Crew just woke
भाई
them up,
सब सुने
really making sure
हैं
they get every single second out of them.
मारा 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 मारा
What is that? That's from on top of generator, like the AWP angle. What a shot.
भाई साहब
Only send flying. Kesnet
excuse
still here, lurking.
how far Indian teams from these teams are a little too far right now
Jiggling. Spotted. He's kind of stuck in his position right now.
भाई hello
Just lurks over the top, up trap play. Kesnet baiting like he could be there.
भाई अलग दिमाग है बे जेट का
Seeking to deny the plan from getting off here, but this is a round has fallen to pieces unless Leaf can do something about it.
Oh
भाई
shit.
स्मोक भी हम क्या उसके लिए
Forwards. Shy.
Oh shit.
He's running away. Here's the noise cue.
जल्दी जाना पड़ेगा.
This is a really hard round. You even cleared this corner. Melzer wants to take the fight straight to them. Okay.
Stinger बोलते हैं.
But there goes Leaf with his blade storm.
Picks up a rifle.
क्या Brim ulti use करेगा ये round yellow? Is the question.
नहीं. Maybe there's a chance.
Time
But no,
नहीं.
Kesnitz just want to fight some straight up. Okay. Swinging wide.
Lord भाई ये बंदा hello.
ये बंदा क्या मार रहा है भाई?
ये बंदा क्या मार रहा है?
Respect it.
That's a masterclass round called by Melzer as well. They insert Melzer up tube.
इतना अच्छा खेल के भी Brim top पे मतलब तो सोच Brim क्या मार रहा था?
Apply that lurk pressure with his aggression towards B.
हाँ?
भाई मैं आने के बाद क्यों नहीं मार रहा?
And even after they lose MTF.
भाई अलग aim था बे उसका अलग.
Pressure onto net, a lurk to pick up Trent, and the B site is theirs. They are really showcasing how to play a slow attack side on Icebox here.
Chat 2200 watching. Like कर दो stream पट से.
Now looking at map point. Keeps to try and stop this. Operator again.
Close कोई नहीं है.
Breaking it. Doesn't push himself off the angle actually. Just keeps it. Holds the ground.
I think that's the kind of confidence you need because they've got to get info to deny Kesnit going for his lurks up towards B.
Hard to hold that angle with the op though. It's two positions. You can't hold both of them.
बस ना smoke down करके charge and peek पे.
Into mid now. Isn't there with a knife?
ये round जीत सकते G2.
This looks like Ned is going to be asked some serious questions of him. Once this alarm bot gets broken, and they know it's here.
Trying to find it.
Who's
Running
gay?
straight through.
Who's
Running
gay,
into the
babe?
clear,
Who's gay?
untrapped. They're just going straight into their spawn. This
Who's
is almost
gay?
unheard of. There's a dart to clear it. Dash through into the back of it. All the way through. Valen this time will contain.
सब जगह लड़ रहे bro. सब जगह लड़ रहे.
Taking him out. It's even trades across the board. 3 versus 3. Trent moving forward. Still they know a player's there. Straight up through the mid two.
सब जगह लड़ रहे भाई. क्या ये?
Spike in his hands.
हाँ?
To get the plant off here.
Leaf spotted way early.
मेरा
Didn't
दिमाग
get seen
प्रोसेस
in
नहीं
mid.
कर पा रहा क्या रहा है?
भाई kitchen लड़ा वो लोग mid लड़ा A लड़ा.
Keep your team in the map.
Yeah, Melzer doesn't have the orb on the spike, so these snake bites are not a death sentence for Leaf. Melzer will have to peek at some point.
Melzer. Opportunity of a lifetime.
भाई दिमाग तो है.
Silently working your way all the way across. Players down. Up close. Corners. Will the fight
भाई बोला था बे क्रू टीम तो है. क्रू टीम तो है.
And wins the clutch towards the end.
मेसी का टीम है भाई. मेसी का टीम है नहीं?
हाँ.
It looked like they were
टीम तो है.
of this map, the very first
जिटो आगा नहीं बे क्रू बहुत अच्छा खेला बे.
रोनाल्डो का भी टीम आ रहा है.
आगा क्या आगा कुछ नहीं आगा.
And that attack off was sublime. Beautiful.
हाँ ये भी है बे.
Relying on the same kind of style that we saw from them outside.
Ole.
Kind of default
I
thing.
said crew. I also said crew.
And a fresh start does wonders, honestly.
कृतिका पे.
Going into this one, the kickoff tournament, plenty of chances to really just take.
कृतिका जी
teams
क्या
away.
एक slot मिल
Some of the
सकता है
start
यार.
saying that G2 might have been favoured, but not the case so far.
ये देख, ये देख,
Here,
shot
Crew
देखा?
stepping away, GP and the analyst
Shot
desk going to be
base,
breaking it all down for map number 1.
इसने ace
Don't
मारा
go
था.
anywhere.
तो इनका नेक्स्ट लेवल है पर पे.
ना वो देख.
अपने पैसिफिक से भी बहुत अच्छा खेलते लोग.
हाँ. पैसिफिक में ये लोग को एक टीम टक्कर देता है.
हाँ पता है.
PRX.
यस. कल मजा आएगा भाई. टेक्सचर वर्सेस ये. और सेकंड.
पैसिफिक में PRX. DRX में भी पोटेंशियल है बहुत. लेकिन कभी कभी लेफ्ट राइट होता है. लेकिन DRX एज अ टीम खेलता है ना. हेवी खेलता है भाई. हेवी. वो लोग का टाइमिंग जो रहता है ना बहुत क्रिस्पी रहता है वो लोग का. What do you think we are lacking? A little bit of everything right now. May it be confidence.
मैंने सुना वॉच पार्टी वालों को ये पीसी दे रहे.
हाँ?
मैंने सुना जो वॉच पार्टी कर रहे उनको ये पीसी मिलने वाला है.
तो मेरे को मिलेगा ना. तेरे पास राइट्स नहीं है. अमेरिका हो रहा है. लव यू स्ट्रिक्स.
तेरा भी राइट्स निकालू.
लव यू. सुना इतना बड़ा नहीं हुआ है कि बाप से ऊपर जाएगा. ठीक है ठीक है. हॉट डायल पे है और तेरा सारा आज वो क्लिप करके रखा है मैंने.
क्या?
फातिमा जी मोमेंट्स.
एक भी मोमेंट नहीं था.
हाँ 3-4 मोमेंट्स थे. कैसा डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर दे रहा है? क्या डिप्लोमेटिक आंसर यार? अभी मैं 2-3 साल से देख रहा हूँ यार इंडियन टीम्स को, इंडियन प्लेयर्स को, हम लोग का T1 टीम्स को, अपना T2 टीम्स को. डिसिप्लिन पता नहीं कहाँ पे है. हार्डवर्क हो सकता है लेकिन ये लोग में दिखता है बे वो चीज़. ऐसा जो एग्जीक्यूट करते दिखता है भाई. जो 20 यूटिल्स एक साथ आ रही है, समझ रहे हो? अपना थोड़ा लेफ्ट राइट है. ए रुक ना, मेरे को वॉशरूम जाके पानी लेके आने का, मोबाइल भी चार्ज करने का. हेलो, तू 2 मिनट चैट पर फिर चले जा.
अरे मैं भी आ रहा हूँ, रुक. मैं हाथ धो गया बस. मेरे को हाथ धोना.
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है. क्रू इज ऑन फॉर्म. मेसी ओले ओले ओले. अच्छा इसलिए हो रहा था. बिग्स भाई आपका मेन डेडिकेशन तो है. लव यूज. इंडिया नीड सीरियस प्लेयर्स. यस यस. You do scrims 9 to 6 like a job. Job done. फिर घर पे आके जैसे वैलो खेलते हो वैसा वैलो खेलो. It should be only वैलो.
टैग किया आपका.
कुछ करना है लाइफ में, वैलो. तुम लोग टायर हो जाओ, खुद को मेंटली स्ट्रेस्ड आउट कर दो, जो करना है कर दो. जब 6 महीना टाइम है तुम लोग को, 1 महीना टाइम है दूसरा टूर्नामेंट के लिए. हर दिन सेम शेड्यूल होना चाहिए. हर दिन. इट्स लाइक एनी अदर स्पोर्ट. भले हम पीसी पे खेल रहे हैं, वो हाथ बैठना चाहिए, वो रिएक्शन होना चाहिए. एक दिन का ब्रेक, बैक फ्रॉम स्टार्ट. आया मैं
भाई. तेरे को क्या लगता है G2 करेगा कमबैक ये मैप की? नहीं,
ये मैप G2 का. ये मैप G2 का है. मैंने तो बोला है 2-1 क्रू. मैं आया 2 मिनट में आया.
अरे अब भी आया, वापस गया. सीन क्या है?
ओले 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 ओले. स्ट्रिक्स के मुंह में मेरा लोले.
आपको क्या लगता है मोस्ट पिक एजेंट कौन सा होगा? वाइपर या केजी या जेट? आई थिंक वाइपर होगा. नीड माल दो रे इसको. कोई माल दो. भाई आज हॉलीडे भाई. रेना क्यों नहीं लेता कोई? रेना क्योंकि यूजलेस है भाई. सिर्फ फ्लैश है उसके पास, और वो भी फ्लैश गेम का सबसे वीक फ्लैश है भाई. तुम इजीली ट्रेड हो जाते, पता है? हाई लेवल गेम्स में तुम इजीली ट्रेड हो जाते. तुम्हें हील लेने का चांस ही नहीं मिलेगा, या फिर डिसमिसल लेने का भी चांस ही नहीं भाई.
I'm standing here with Adam of Crew, and Adam, congratulations on the win of the first map on Icebox. You know, I kind of want to talk about Kesnet. Usually he's just doing Kesnet things, but most importantly, I want to talk about your new players in Shy and MTA. It seems like they brought a lot to the table this map. Tell us a little bit about them.
Well, I'm just proud about both of them because it's new for them to come to a different team where we have a really different play style, and it's also
Messi or Ronaldo?
to go crazy with Kesnet because things. So both of them are like extra bats for Kesnet, and with three of them, I think we are a really dangerous team.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Coach Adam, and all the best for the rest of the series.
Thank you. Bye.
फिनिक्स इन्हें लेते हैं. फिनिक्स कल लिया था. फिनिक्स नहीं, याद नहीं. कल लिया था फिनिक्स एसएन पे. एक्चुअली फिनिक्स एसएन पे बहुत अच्छा है, और हेवन पे था. हेवन निकल गया पर. ये चैट में कौन लिख रहा है? थैंक यू 6. ये हगने गया है, ये हगने गया है पक्का।
Really what stuck with me from that game was how good the calling was from Melzer and the read that he and Adam had on that one. That Brimstone comp is not something that you see very
पक्का
often, especially here in North America. It's not something that
पक्की
you're
बात
going to be
है।
scrimming against a lot. And I thought they really quickly figured out its weakness. It wants to be playing the retake, playing the stall with mollies on B, so they really slowed their game down, played that 3-1-1 style, constantly defaulting, baiting out utility, and had some great late round hits to just
ये लोग का सैलरी हमारे जैसा 9 to 5 एम्प्लॉय से ज्यादा होगा।
so many rounds in a row, and the second that they stopped
हाँ?
and slowed down to take their
क्या
places,
पूछ रहे हो भाई?
even different places into that mid, it still worked out in their favor because they did such a good job at baiting that util. They did such a good job at even breaking that KJ turret or ruining a little bit of their setup towards that B site. They put in so much effort to just bait, and even on the executes, they did not go in way too.
मैं IIT भुवनेश्वर से हूँ, CSE आओ कभी घूमने फेस्ट में। वी क्लिप्स क्या करके भरोसा करूँ तुम पे, बताओ क्या करके?
Waited for that wave and just let
I
their
know.
teammates go. And MTA with those flashes, man, like they are looking so good too. He's going crazy on that KO.
And you were talking about Kesnet. He was great, but he wasn't the Kesnet that was great during the regular season when his team was losing every map. He was the Kesnet of LCQ, who is still playing really well, but is in his IGL system and is not taking undue risks. He's still Kesnet. He's still going to peak sometimes. He's still going to take that risk. But he was not going off on his own and making silly mistakes.
तुम कब ऐसा खेलोगे भाई? अभी नेक्स्ट शो टूर्नामेंट आएगा, लिख के ले लो T6 ऑन टॉप।
Is what made Crew go on a run before, and I'm so happy to see that's continuing here in 24.
Yeah, I just wanted to see this team show us some layers, right? Some different speeds, if you will. Something, you know, the game's ramping up, then you meet that speed. If the game's slowing down, then you also slow down.
That's why
Ole, 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 ole.
Same question to everyone. Same question.
His debut was so
क्या सेम क्वेश्चन?
हमारे इंडिया का टीम कंपटीशन में क्यों नहीं आ रहा
है? तो सही
एक है, बट
तूने अपना दूसरा लीग के मैचेस देखे थे?
कौन से?
कौन सा था वो? जब भी हुआ रे टूर्नामेंट 8 टीम के बीच में 4 क्वालिफाई हुआ।
अपना इंडियन वाला?
थोड़े
थोड़े देखे थे, पर ये मेटा नहीं है। वो जो यहाँ पे मेटा है ना, वो वहाँ पे नहीं था।
वही तो,
वो तो है भाई, वो तो फॉर श्योर।
यार अभी तो मेन क्या है यार, अभी तो टाइम हो गया यार, 1 साल हो गया है, लास्ट ईयर से चल रहा है मेटा। जब नेक्स्ट आएगा तो हम लोग कितना पीछे, तू सोच।
ट्रू ट्रू ट्रू।
कन्वर्जेंस, हाँ।
क्या T6 में डबल कंट्रोल स्टार्ट्स आ सकते हैं?
आ तो सकते हैं, मतलब रॉकेट साइंस वाला नहीं है बे।
ट्रू ट्रू।
सिर्फ टाइमिंग में काम करना पड़ेगा कि कब वॉल अप और स्मोक अप कर रहे हैं तो किसको किधर होना चाहिए, और फिर जब मालूम है कि वो लोग रीटेक खेल रहे तो एग्जीक्यूट करके साइड कैसे ले फ्री में। कि ये लोग जब भी साइड लेते हैं ना, तो देख वो लोग रीटेक के लिए भाग ही जाते, इतने यूटिल्स आते साइड पे, इतने।
It seems like you had a very strong start on the first half and the second half, but the
lead
just slipped. What happened on Icebox against Crew, and how do you fix this for Map 2?
Body almost.
I think Crew made pretty good adjustments during like the midway in the half and a little bit on their second half, but I think the best change we can do is just tighten up the comms a little bit, make sure we're more clear and concise, coordinate the retakes a little bit better, and I think as long as we do that, we'll take away map 2.
Awesome. Well, Josh, good luck for the rest of the series, man. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Later.
G2 are going to need to dust off whatever happened there on Icebox and just move on to the nicer, well, sunnier landscape of Sunset as we get ready for map number 2. This is going to be near Mimi. Not now. But actually, I am going to ask you, what should we be expecting here? There are obviously fans.
Omen fixed.
Sunset है ना?
Omen fixed है. Fixed मतलब भेंचो fixed. Omen fixed है. Kickoff.
Kickoff या फिर Sky.
KO या Gecko और Sova, या Gecko और Sky.
देख Sova ऑप्शनल है.
Sova एक्चुअल में ये मैप में अच्छा है क्योंकि साइफर का ट्रैप तोड़ सकता है और यूजुअली इसमें साइफर ही खेलता है यूजुअली। अगर कोई प्रो चेम्बर है तो डीप वो वाला डाल के भी खेल सकते। देख सोवा तो है, ओमेन भी है, साइफर भी है, वाइपर लिया, सिंगल इनिशिएटर। ये लोग ने के और फेड लिया
भाई। बिग फेड बिग है भाई
ना, बिग है
नो डुअलिस्ट बिग है भाई।
बट सीन ये कि साइफर बीट ही देगा ना यार, सप्रेस नहीं हुआ तो। साइफर बिग ब्रेन करके ए पे सेटअप करके बी खेलेगा तो क्या मजा आएगा ना। पूरा सेटअप ए पे खेल रहे, बी पे एज अ ड्यूलिस्ट। क्या बोलता है, नया मेटा ये हो सकता है क्या? साइफर का पूरा ट्रिप केच एक साइड पे, कैमरा सब एक साइड पे, और दूसरे साइड पे एज अ ड्यूलिस्ट पीक लेके मारे जा रहे हैं।
खत्म, फिर हार जाएगा।
लैंग्वेज किसने ट्राई नहीं किया ये? कौन से डिस्कॉर्ड पे हो आप दोनों? मेरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे। आई एम रियली सॉरी, मेरे हिसाब से सक्षम ने आपको टाइम आउट दे दिया था। अभी भी मैसेज डिलीट कर रहा है, पता नहीं क्यों। बट क्या सीन है सक्षम भाई?
मेरे को भी जाना है।
कौन से डिस्कॉर्ड पे पूछ रहे हो? मेरे डिस्कॉर्ड पे। ब्लाइंड थोड़ा ज्यादा चाहिए था ना। एक ब्लाइंड ठीक है, क्योंकि ओमन ब्लाइंड तो है ही ना, उसके साथ एक ब्लाइंड ठीक है। अगर नहीं रहेगा तो भी ठीक है, अगर यूटिल्स दूसरा यूटिल्स है जो पुश करता बैकअप। बिंग्स भाई ट्वर्क करो, 10,000 सुपर चैट गारंटीड। 10,000 सुपर चैट, तेरा करेंसी $2 है। तू सुपर चैट करेगा 10,000 टू भी, मेरे को पता है, मेरे को पता है। 10,000 के लिए कोई नहीं देता। क्रिस भाई कल आना। बिंक्स 1 क्रिस 0। भाई मेरा चैट हरामी है, मेरे को पता है। एम तो है, दोनों हेडशॉट। ओ डिंग पड़ा, गाली देता रहेगा ना वो। कौन आर्मर लेता है? हाँ आर्मर कौन लेता है? क्लीन बे, क्लीन।
YouTube by on form.
Yeah, that was a fast one. I mean, just from the very first pick, where I barely saw a crew member peek their head into market.
क्रिस भाई सही पकड़ा कि नहीं, सच्ची बता।
That was an extremely simple dismantling, but I don't think it really told us too much about the compositions just there. Just that G2 have really nice, quick responses to B splits. One of the important
what do you think on Andy playing there in VCT, and when will it should happen max by next year? That is what I heard. Mummy kasam Binks bhai.
Kind of need to land a knife onto the cipher, or maybe just try to prowler and run through, break the trip at the same time.
Yeah, or the KO nade.
Yeah,
those are two.
यार क्या ये बंदा इतना हरामी हो सकता है कि मम्मी कसम झूठी खा सकता है? Is the question. LG man bhai, thank you for the membership. Done it. ये होने दो, उसके बाद मैच होने दो। एडवांस नहीं।
It's a tough defensive Viper wall to get through as well from.
हरामी गिरी किया तो भी कंटेंट है, क्या बोलते हो?
Hard to get through either side of the A split.
Entirety of this A side is really just under lock and key with the amount of players they got the crossfire.
Right नहीं देखा।
Close to the corner. Any attempt there? A lot of players meeting them head on. He has some cheese, not enough really with the range to try and break that one. Pushing forwards, Shy. Side that smoke as well, but he's.
भाई उसको कॉल आया, राइट गया रहेगा करके। अपन रहता तो भाई सिटी तो कैसे आया? पैचो।
अरे लौड़े बिग सिटी तक कैसे आया?
अरे सिटी कैसे आया वो? दो बंदे साइड पे।
But that raise up is going to be massive on the defense side. It's also interesting, even just to think about the roles a little bit.
Short title on Binks got scared.
Shy, we're seeing playing Viper.
Big fan Binks bhai, love you too Deep bhai. Thank you so much.
Something to think about with crew, maybe expanding their playbook and the flexibility a little bit of where they want these people to play. Of course, Shy is filling in the sentinel role for this team rather than an initiator.
Chris bhai, 10,000 आप dollars भेजोगे?
Makes some level of sense.
It does, yeah.
3 super chat कर ले Binks bhai, trust.
All the rifles here.
भरोसा है।
Power on the left side here, but like you said, you know this Viper wall.
Currency बता दो 10,000 वाला एक बार।
It's really quite tough to chew through.
I think
Love you, Chris. Thank you for the $6.
Pick him off before he can even realize there's someone there.
Match होने दो यार. भाई लोग जिंदा किसे बच के जाते हैं भाई ये पिक में. मैं तो हर बार मरा हूँ, हर बार. जब हेडशॉट लगता है हर बार मरा हूँ.
भाई ये लोग जीगल में पिक कर देते हैं, सीधा वाइड पिक करते हैं.
Same kind of thing he was doing on Xbox.
साला नया कीबोर्ड लेना पड़ेगा.
हाँ मेरे को भी लेना है.
क्या बात. हाथ टूटा रहेगा भी उसका.
Because if Kesnit starts to get rolling and opens up A for the rest of his team, you're going to have all the same issues that you did on the previous map. Jonah calls for reinforcements. Valen in his.
The angle, what a cheeky way to do it.
किसी और को वो पिक लेना चाहिए था बे. वानिश पे
got away with that as well. If he had a bit more.
Jonah P के पास diamond बड़ी है.
Running out now, trying to scale onto the side towards the back of the box. Jonah P was blinded up, and Valen narrowly assists, not with a smoke in his face.
Valen was slow on that paranoia. It didn't catch on to MTA, and that's why Jonah P died. So now a 3v3. G2 have a flanker. Here comes Net.
Oi!
He wins it. Those are brought down. Two players still anchored, tucked to the side.
हमारा नेट ने.
Cover going out. Do have those rifles, but it's a really difficult one to try
and
win.
Net गया.
गया.
Towards the back.
गए.
Still stand this ground and hold this space.
एक का
They think this is cleared. Over the top,
देखा रेस ने.
Spotting it out actually with that satchel all the way. MTA's close in their face and have a clue.
भाई मेरा हो गया. भाई मेरा हो गया भाई. मेरा हो गया.
So the rifle, there's so much to do.
Bye.
MTA.
Cypher का लर थोड़ा सा.
This guy might be a newcomer
to the
stage.
MT का aim crazy था भाई.
But he has stepped up massively so far.
It's been amazing.
Net का net lag हुआ था
on both maps, filling in the flex role. What an addition! I think it's fair to say that expectations were not massively high for him. He's somewhat of an unknown player coming up to the tier 1 level.
I think Leaf thak gaya.
But he's fit into this squad and added a lot of firepower. And his timing is really strong too. We've seen some people get nervous in their first game. Even in this season actually. But he has just stepped up instantly.
You took forced down.
Yeah, a bit of a skirmish there over towards the A side. Good response from Valen, keeping them back.
Drone on spot.
नहीं पाएंगे अभी man.
Cheeky with the orb, but the one way really.
ये smoke के बाद घुसेंगे क्या? Bugs back, it's all Gucci. MG by how's you?
Same playbook. The crew are really operating on.
ये कैमरा कितना मस्त है.
Making the most of the time. The clock.
दोनों साइड का दिखता है.
VCT join कर सकते हैं. Locked है.
Some of these low timings. Nelson can TP past this one. Just walks up and breaks it though. Nade from Leaf. He's expecting the split. There are players into mid. They lost control a little bit earlier, but no commitment.
I think breaking that trip earlier in the round would have had massive consequences, but with only 45
अब ये wall up करेगा ना तो हो सकता है एक rotate करे.
Finish on one of these sites.
Oh, Omen के साथ timing हो गया है.
The jiggle timing here. All the way close to the corner. He can
Omen
really
के साथ timing हो गया बहुत गंदा वाला.
Everyone's watching this. Crouched to the box.
30 seconds left.
Kisnet clearly spotted the gun. Spots the gun, and there's one kill.
Oh shit, bे!
Absolutely ridiculous. 20 seconds left.
क्या timing हो गया बेचारे के साथ?
G2, no chance now for the round, and then
अचानक से कैसे आ गई ये?
अरे वो जब भी जैसे मिड देखा ना वही टाइम पे वो लेफ्ट एक्सट्रीम लेफ्ट तक क्रॉस किया उसने और जब इसने जिगल किया वो सिर्फ वही एंगल जिगल कर रहा था और जब स्मोक डाला तब तक वो बहुत आगे आ गया था. खतरनाक टाइमिंग था भाई. खतरनाक. ये टाइम पे कॉल हो गया रहेगा वो यहाँ तक कैसे आया.
No players really surrounded, so that should be safe.
Peace section by.
And a lot of the space that was gathered for Kesnit is off the back of Melza breaking that trip on B. And
hey, selfie.
The defenders on A. Because crew are spread around the map. And G2 can't really get a feel for where they are. The information game is certainly being won.
Oh! मेरा हो गया था बे. वो गया था 1 सेकंड और रहते तो गया था वो.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's the information.
वो क्या recon था बे?
Say about crew playing slow in these rounds and making the most of the time that they've got available to them. You still need to be doing stuff in the round. Still need to be breaking a lot of that.
ये क्या free fire है?
खतरनाक free था.
G2 have.
1 HP, the observers highlighting there.
गलत खेलता है बे crew. गलत खेलता है.
G2 are going to have to start getting more.
What's the
proactive, I
screen
think,
for
in
VCT? Will
really
he
clear
play?
what
No
defense
idea.
in order to just get an idea for where Crew are. And if they can catch
कौन है इसमें सबसे youngest player?
मैं.
Maybe they can even get picks out of it too.
शायद लीफ है.
It's difficult though, because with how slow and quiet
इतना
Crew
नहीं
are
है ना पर
around the
लीफ
map,
यार.
you might just run into the stack
हाँ.
if you decide to defensively re-clear an area.
देखा उसको.
And that spots it. Mid players, they know it's compromised. It's only up to Trent here with a sheriff in hand.
Now Crew know where the single rifle is.
गया. गए बे लोग.
They're walking themselves all the way into mid. Leafs on a flank himself, right behind them, but he doesn't
गए
have a gun
बे.
to try and take that fight long range.
गया.
And
भाई
it's just
गलत.
ripping
भाई
to
इसका
shreds it to the top section of
केसनेट
mid.
का टाइमिंग बहुत crazy है बे.
Because it was all commed.
हाँ ना.
That was just a second player there. Valid.
भाई केसनेट के कितने kills है?
पता नहीं.
With a stinger.
I think it's a
सोआ को
consolation
देखा ना
prize,
कैसा
though.
मारा.
It's going to be really
Free
difficult
में.
for Net to commit to this. He's only got 450 credits because he rebought
Trent,
armor,
Trent.
and he didn't get the loss bonus.
Trent है क्या?
So, Crew again demonstrating that they're finding the holes. There were two people watching mid, and yet they smoked it off, quietly walked in, the contact play, and the fact that there's so many of them grouped up.
बिजनेस डिसीजन का कोच बनाना
Finding every
चाहिए.
gap.
Crazy team
And the
बनेगा.
G2 players
मेरे को
can't
फिलहाल
get
के लिए
their
players
one and
चाहिए
back
यार.
around the corner. They're just getting knocked instantly.
मैंने मेरी टीम को इमॉर्टल 3 होने को कभी बोला था पता है?
Kind of an extension of what their style was during LCQ.
सिर्फ इमॉर्टल 3.
I'd agree with that.
It bears
Ninja,
mention
ninja, ninja,
again
ninja, ninja,
that
ninja,
Crew
ninja.
did not go into champs and dominate. Right? They had that run at LCQ, but they weren't actually able to convert it into any success at champions. They didn't convert it into any success in the off season. But now
ए मैंने तुम लोग को कभी बोला था इमॉर्टल 3 होने? कितना टाइम पहले?
क्या नई T16 को?
हाँ ग्रुप में.
पता नहीं मेरे को तो नहीं बोला.
एक महीना तो हो गया रहेगा शायद.
आराम से.
और अभी तक कोई नहीं पहुंचा. अब मैं क्या करूं इनका? कुछ नहीं कर सकते. क्योंकि फ्री प्लेयर्स है.
only being broken in one out of the five
Pausa.
rounds they've had so far. In theory, they should be able to stack the other sides of the map, try to play aggro in certain areas.
Yeah, but it hasn't been any of that really. I can't really think of an example of where a player's been playing aggro.
Hi all. आ गया वापस D-rank होकर.
I mean,
Hello.
Leaf walked out B main on that eco round. But
कल ऑफिस है कोई और मॉड नहीं है अभी अवेलेबल. क्या करूं? चले जा मैं हूं. और मेरा चैट बहुत प्यारा है. टेंशन नहीं. मॉड का जरूरत नहीं. स्पैमर्स को मैं पट से दे दूंगा.
Big odds online.
किक मैं किक until unless
7 of it with Leaf.
डिसरिस्पेक्ट नहीं करते
Going to P with a Hunter's Fury, maybe set some
या
up.
2-3 बार बोलने के बाद भी नहीं सुनते तब तक मैं किक नहीं करता.
require a bit of information about where Crew are in order to use them properly. Right?
Love you
They're
too.
good at stopping a big exec, or good at stopping a plant from going down.
ये
But
मैप
if Crew are just
G2 जीतेगा.
quietly walking around the map, and then they
जिस
burst
तरह
onto
से
you, it's really difficult to find good timings for those
भाई जब भी ये
defensive
लोग
options.
अटैक पे जाएगा ना उनका माँ का भरोसा होने वाला डबल
Puzzle here
कंट्रोलर
for
के साथ.
G2 to solve.
स्लो खेल के ना स्लो खेल के आत्मा जाने वाले वाले.
Through again. 1-4 setup. Doesn't see
सिर्फ 4 या 5 राउंड चाहिए. 5 राउंड मिल गया तो भी सॉर्टेड है.
Really deep drone. Sees. No connections. MTA, where's this one going? Probably landing into market, if I was to guess.
But Net has rotated his setup, so he's playing over towards A. And that market
कितना
is not
इन्फो
catching
देखना.
his
मिड
way.
इन्फो भी मिल गया, मार्केट इन्फो भी मिल गया, मिड स्मोक भी कर दिया.
It's so
But it's
slow.
passive, right?
So quiet. Impossible to tell that Crew have 4 players in mid.
This is a repeat of the previous round.
But now they have the camera instead of bodies watching.
Smoked. Surely they hear the footsteps as well. Net! Backs away, Hunter's Fury. This feels very, very improv. Just an attempt to punish.
उसको देख, चेंबर को देख.
Kesnet in the mix of all of it. The chaos of the situation.
देखा ना?
He capitalizes. Straight there towards the back now. Fade ult. Nightfall.
Kesnet
into the back
bullish
here. No on the Trent, and Trent has a hard time of it, but does.
गया ये भी गया. कुछ नहीं कर सकता. गया.
Into his
फट
face.
से.
He's got players all about him. Valen. He's there. He did manage to find those 2 kills up.
ये लोग जीत तो सकते हैं ये
Stayed
राउंड.
alive this whole time. They flipped the entirety of this match. Showstopper! It's done! Leafs taken away. MTA dropped to his knees, but still going to be granted that information to them because Valen is the last one left. They know exactly where he is.
अरे एक-एक करके. Oh close.
And the trade.
Close बे.
Leaf's decision making there, the timing is
तो
so
पता है कियो का
brutal.
अल्ट को
He's
क्या करना
watching
चाहिए
the
जब
left
मरता है
side
ना
of pillar for
क्रॉल
a
होना
long
चाहिए
time, waiting for
वाह
an attack
भाई
at the
सीधा
peak.
नीचे जाके
And
क्रॉल
then he
होना
thinks,
चाहिए
right, well, I've got to go for it now. I have to ult.
फिर थोड़ा
It's
ओवर
getting
पावर्ड
so
हो जाएगा
late.
फिर कवर में सब चला
अबे पर
जाएगा
कितना मस्त
As one of the
दिखेगा
crew
नहीं
guys
उसका
swings
कितना
around the
टाइम
spot
तक
looking
रहता
for
है यार
something. Brutal. But
In
due
the
to
past
again,
is
so
how
many
is
questions being asked of
compared
how they're
to
going to
prior
respond
of
to
the
unusual positioning and
franchising.
pathing from crew. And Kesnit is the
Franchising
player to
system
open
is
things
very
up once
good
more.
because at least we get a slot and we get to showcase
I think you'd have a lot less agency.
what our region
locking
has
into the
got.
chamber, but still been finding the value.
Plus
Just the contact plays. I mean,
there
just
are
finding
ways
those gaps.
He's not even trying to play
जहाँ
it
पे
size
Indian
rounded,
teams
is
can
it?
get
It's
to
not like he's trying to
Ascension
play it as a I'll
and
get
get
what
a
I get
slot.
out.
Yeah, that's how you. I think
So
that's how you
everything
play
is
it
good,
into
but
this comp.
players have to work really
It's a
hard.
hard lurker. So now Trent anchoring with the help of these two trap wires.
Look at them, they're just walking all the way up. I mean, they can just walk up to this trip, spot it out, hear it, break it, paranoid into the back. Trent is in a lot of trouble.
Gaya,
Look at that,
bhai,
Prowler in
gaya.
his face on top of it, they're
Bhai,
running him down.
gaya, bhai.
Didn't stand the chance,
Bhai,
man.
gaya,
Not a
bhai,
chance.
gaya.
Absolutely brutal. It's like crew playing with wall hacks on. They know exactly
Bhai,
what the setup
gaya,
was.
Wall hacks on,
bhai.
Dismantling it with
Wall hacks on.
perfection. Not using any utility when there's no threat. And this is a team with an
ये
immaculate
लोग
read
को
on what's going on around the map.
प्रॉब्लम पता है क्या है
Forced by G2.
देख अभी पहले ये लोग बी गए ये लोग कोई भी सेट में जाता बी गए समझ लास्ट राउंड लोग बी गए थे दो बंदे लोग ने बी में आवाज किया रेज और एकर ने वो लोग बातें बी एग्रेसिव खेल रहे चुपचाप नहीं कर अर्ली फाइट नहीं चाहिए चुपचाप मिड स्मोक किया मिड रिकॉन किया मार्केट सप्रेस किया सब कुछ खा लिए मिड वॉक इन कर लिया फिर डीप स्मोक डाला फिर बर्स्ट कर दिया फिर तुम लोग डिसाइड करो ए जाना बी जाना वो मिड राउंड कॉल जो भी देता है इसमें भी ए गए कुछ वो लोग को नहीं आया प्रेशर आराम से वॉक इन किया जैसी क्लोज आया एग्जीक्यूट कर लिया खत्म इतना क्लीन खेल रहे लोग जिधर अर्ली फाइट हो रहे लोग चुपचाप थोड़ा होल्ड करेंगे वो लोग कितना पुश करते क्या हद तक बॉडीज रखेंगे वहाँ पे 3-4 बाद में दूसरी जगह जाएंगे भाई बहुत बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं वे लोग बहुत अच्छा खेलते हैं
Excellent so far.
Set up for a slam dunk at this point.
प्लस ऐसे शॉट्स भी मारते हैं
Nets just getting spammed off.
मारो भाई वॉल हैक्स
Yeah, got to make changes. Got to make changes. G2 with a timeout now.
Burning your second timeout after 7 rounds.
बढ़ जाएंगे
And
आपके
that shows
स्किल्स
you
बढ़
how
जाएंगे
lost
आप
G2 are
टेंशन
at
ना
the
ले
moment.
I can think of a couple of options for them. Like I said earlier,
Can
the
pause it, no?
operator. Now, they don't have the economy for it. If they pick up the op,
चैट
they
वी आर
can try
क्लोज
and
टू
punish
2k
something
लाइक्स
slow,
अगर
tiny
कोई लोग
slide,
नए हैं
fall
तो
down,
लाइक
one of
कर
the
दो
avenues on the map without
दे ऑल
really,
प्लेइंग लाइक
needing
ड्यूलिस्ट दे
utility.
have
The question
great
is, though,
timings
as well, Brent. Where are they going to opt? Because over towards A, there's going to be a lot of smokes utility in their face, right? It's going to be.
अब ये
really
लोग
difficult
मिड
against
कंट्रोल
the
लेना
Vikings.
चालू करेंगे मोस्टली
With
बट
like
वो
the
भी
Viper
काउंटर हो
smoke,
जाएगा
Roman smokes to be able to get good lines, unless they play really deep A. Suppose you could try to opt B main a little in
B
front
main,
of the
I
Viper
think. I mean,
wall.
they've been given a lot of space in B main. Jonah P a couple of times was droning deep in it.
Yeah, yeah.
You can allow an op to get in there. Maybe mid as well. I mean, mid is where they are really getting exploited. Market player of an op.
Yeah, I think if G2 wanted to play extremely aggressively, trying to fight for mid control towards the beginning of the round would be useful, but a little dangerous and a little difficult with their composition. Desperate times, though, are going to call for some desperate adjustments.
See what the call is here. Deep play. Dart. Tagging onto 2.
Look, I mean,
the Viper Orb, though, I mean, it stops them from being able to play up any sort of aggression. They are close to it, though. A lot of players tucked to the corner. Jonah P was playing anti-flash. Just never to set that up. Leaf just taking a fight straight to them. Jonah P still able to hold their ground down. And will they find any value from it? The paranoia was perfect from Melza. Pushes those players all the way back out of it, but it's still a 3 versus 3. ADS 2.
शॉट बे शॉट
3-4 and might be on for the ace.
वो लोग सिर्फ मार्क कर रहे थे पुश दो बंदे आगे जा रहे थे एक बंदा राइट पुश मार्क कर रहा था
G2 finding success playing way
That's what
in
I'll
front
mark
of where the neutral line of scrimmage would be. And Nets come around behind.
Disrespect.
वो लोग भागेंगे अभी साउंड देगा पूरा
Smoke sent flying.
बहुत टाइम है
Inside the mid.
You got to remember though, the weaponry is still so low. Jonah's been able to pick up 3 with the Guardian, but can he manage to gain additional kills? Do they feel confident enough to go for the weaponry that's dropped?
ये सीधा टीपी मार के वो करेगा प्लांट और कैम वैम तोड़ेगा। फेड मेरे को नहीं लगता कि साइड के अंदर जाएगा, यूटिल्स फेंकेगा।
हो सकता है।
Holding for the ground. Cover going. Deep dart, surely at this point, as soon as the trap, they're going to be starting to grab at least one of the guns. It's net. Man here gives some info, note both of them are on B.
Alt क्यों मारा?
Rushing into
Cam
the
था।
side to try and take this one, but still, it's just a share. Now connection, Trent. Grab any of those audio cues.
दो जन को लगा
It's a
शायद।
great call by KRU. In the moment here, they're doubled up. It is some semblance of awareness. Jonah P. Still there.
Oh, NT.
Right when they
भाई
needed it.
जोनर पी ने एस मारा क्या?
If that's what it takes, though, Jonah fighting.
Hero plays हो गया बे।
Acing it. KRU.
अबे आई बैक और यहाँ से देखो CS में
Call from
fixing के लिए
Josh in the tactical timeout.
Yep.
Jonah by a Guardian and
यहाँ
ace
पे
them.
वापस आ गया भाई।
How much is it per PC? How many aces have we had now? Is this the third one? I got power.
Yeah.
Marketing guy is sweating.
एस मारा तो पीसी है क्या?
I promise it was a good idea.
It was a good idea.
अबे एस, हाँ एस मारा तो पीसी है।
पीसी मतलब?
वो
So now
पीसी जो
G2
दिखाया
with
था।
rifles in hand, what lessons did they learn from
मतलब
that?
एक एस मारा
What
तो
was
एक
the
पीसी
thing that
मिलेगा ऐसा?
हाँ।
to the win?
चल।
I think it was playing pretty
हाँ।
aggressive.
क्या
Now, it's
बात
hard
कर रहा है?
हाँ बोला उसने।
smokes, but you got to try and get set up before KRU have taken a bunch of matches.
भाई कितना सही।
कितना से क्या है? इतना इजी थोड़ी एलएल पे एस मारने बे।
G2 getting pushed back behind the Viper
भाई,
from
सोच
shy. Leaves kind of
लास्ट गेम पूरा
corner,
3
they're
किल
using
पे
the
था
drone to
तू
get back
बेंच
up on an
एस मारेगा।
सोच में 11-0 हो रहा हूँ।
What's Kesnet?
सामने है केसमिट भाई। केसमिट भाई
Dealt with,
थोड़ा
but
सा
again,
इस हो
mid
जाता
players,
है।
they've already looked up again past the angle. Just an off-angle approach from Trent to try and hold it. Same smoke all the way
ने
through.
दो मारा था, दो
Connecting.
पीसी
Trent's got
पार्ट
so much
से।
to do here as the lone player. They can be walking right.
ओह एक और पीसी आ रहा है।
Way to.
एक और पीसी आ रहा है स्ट्रिक्स।
भाई
Massive player
बहुत अच्छा है
advantage
बड़ा।
here.
हाँ।
That trap broken. Melzer trying to be a
एस मारो
menace.
पीसी ले जाओ।
But what I'm noticing again is KRU are
और वो
not
पीसी
afraid
भी
to
ऐसा
hit it.
उसने
They're
क्या
just
सेक्सी
walking around
दिख रहा था
there.
वो।
Care in the world.
हाँ
Set
भाई।
up paranoia into the corner. Elsa trying to remove some of this utility. They don't have market control here. There's a risk here. Melza almost adjusts for the second, but a trade online for net. They do have that market control now for KRU. Moving forward.
शॉट
One
भाई
player
क्या
remaining. It's
एम
all
बे
up to
बे
Kesnet.
लोग का पे।
Paranoia not dodged. He's
30
finding himself
seconds
all
left.
over the place. All is closed. Spike up. Smoke drop down.
अभी टाइम आउट आ
South
सकते
in, but it
हैं।
looks so
दो राउंड आ रहे हैं
unlikely.
बैक टू बैक।
Leaf with the backstab.
दो राउंड बैक टू बैक आ रहे हैं। इम्पैक्ट एक राउंड तो 100 वाला थ्रो हो गया और
So 2 rounds in a row now for G2. The only ones that they've been able to get on
Yeah,
board
no,
while
no.
KRU had rifles.
नहीं लिया अभी टाइम आउट।
And that time, it's just Trent being able to defend
लेना
this.
चाहिए था शायद टाइम आउट के ये राउंड भी ये लोग हार नहीं वाले। 3 घंटे होगा।
But the fact that KRU are allowed so much access to mid without using too much util at all. The first Prowler used for mid control while they were already up basically to the top. That worries me.
They're taking it for free.
Yeah, they really are.
मैं उसका रिकॉल लाइनअप देखा सोवा का?
Prowlers! It's point them directly to Trent, and now that pit is no longer a pesky problem.
ये क्या हो गया वाइपर के साथ?
And it's not like Trent had any support there in B main, just trying to get it down on his own. But he picked the exact wrong round to do it. I don't think KRU have been playing B main.
तीनों ने मारा बे, तीनों ने गोली मारा।
And yet this was the moment that they decided to go for it. A read perhaps on where Trent was going to put that pit, or just good luck for KRU. Either way, they'll take it. It's a 5v4.
You get the opening. They force the ult out of Valen for the reposition, expecting a fast
अच्छा
play.
अच्छे मैचेस नहीं है
They
ना?
just cut noise again.
ये अच्छा
This would
मैच
be a
है।
great round to end A.
अरे एक ही मैच है आज।
Without Trent having that wall to be able to play behind, and that's what Klaus is trying to make it look like. Throwing his prowlers, trying to get Leaf off the line, and he's pulling Valen and Jonah P towards A as the rest of KRU are ready to walk out B.
It's so believable because KRU really aren't using that much util in the first place.
Free
Paranoia in through the corner, but net still open. Pit Hunter's Fury.
Oh!
Another TP to disengage.
उसको देख।
Klaus up through mid. Instant trade by Leaf. Good reactions from that one. Immediately turns around.
अरे वो तो दिखाओ किधर गया नेड?
2 versus 3 though with the pit.
Oh, इधर गया बे।
They're going to need some spam kills here, Brent. And they're going to allow the pit to go
तो
down.
पता है साइड से क्यों जाते हैं?
ठीक है।
Damage. Leaf dropping down. Clearing all of it, and yeah, you're right. The pit goes down.
उसको आ गया साउंड एक बंदा उधर है.
Interesting smoke from Melzer. Shot down.
Oi!
Kills. There, last player notified. Shy. He's got so much more to do. 150 health. Dart towards the back. Gets a double face.
Oh, क्या retake किया बे?
Pull that one from the brink.
जनक से 2v1 हो गया बे.
Insane shock from Jonah P.
एक बंदा क्यों नहीं रुका लेकिन वो वाइपर
They were everybody in B main, and the shock was like a homing missile. That's a bit of a slip from KRU.
It's time for some time out.
Especially after picking up Trent so early on and denying that, and then taking down the side tanker.
भाई जॉनपी का contribution crazy है. Crazy contribution.
I'm not sure it feels like it. KRU have been very dominant up until these final few rounds, where G2 have started to wake up again.
नहीं लिया बे टाइम आउट अभी भी.
G2 to make it nice and even.
We haven't seen a Kesnit lurk to win the round in a while.
Fast B main from KRU. Very different. What they're usually doing. Still with these trips, getting rid of the cam potentially up there. But it's not. Trip down to the floor. They can jump over this. Not choosing to do so.
Yeah, that's decent
बाद में
information
smoke जाने के बाद
later
करेंगे.
on for Kesnit to potentially abuse. Look at the call here. They're going to try and make pressure around the rest of the map, and then I think Kesnit is going to go for the jump over that trip.
वो वॉल अप करके ना ये पहले ट्रिप और कैम तोड़ेगा.
I believe it.
The cam in the corner.
ट्रिक है बे नेट का.
Trying there to try and clear it. Leaf holding close. He's got a showstopper to do so.
वो जंप करेगा फिर वो कुछ करेगा.
ओ भाई.
MTA. And Leaf, he can't see a thing. Doesn't know if they scaled up.
ये क्या भगाया उसको?
भाई इसलिए मेरे को फेड बहुत पसंद है.
Really taking much speed into it.
क्या क्या वॉल अप? वो देख चेंबर ने देख क्या किया. लेफ्ट पे ट्रैप डाला, लेफ्ट कोई नहीं है. वॉल अप करके उसको सिर्फ एक स्पॉट देखने का.
He's really thinking about it. Okay.
He went to break it instead. Okay, fair enough.
Rest of his team grouped up on 2A. There's only 35 seconds left. Smoke
Dimag na?
one way.
Dimag.
Setting that one up for the defense here. They know that there could be players into elbow. They've completely given it up. But the lower as time gets, the worse it could be, especially when Leaf still has this showstopper and seeks to deny any of the plan or even the space getting in. No! He goes flying, but no kill there. Just the damage on top. Melzer just TP'd. Ballsy play, but he earns a 1 kill, at least with the trade still there. G2, maybe they can make something of it. 6. Few seconds left.
भाई Jonapy है. Jonapy है bro.
It's out shy. 1 HP with the decay kicking in. Leaf still there.
भाई
Beautiful work.
सेक्सी खेला.
Precise with the shots.
अल्ट थोड़ा मेरे जैसे था. खेला सेक्सी
G2
बे.
hold on. That one was it was close. Same kind
भाई
of
वो राउंड पे लेना चाहिए था ग्रुप को टाइम
all
आउट.
the way up to the Viper wall.
2-3 राउंड ऐसे हो गए जो ये लोग के फेवर में जा सकता
That
था.
time though, Leaf and Valen doubled up, able to pick off at least
अभी
or
से
do
तो
enough
next half में
damage
लेंगे
and
शायद.
get a kill at least to be able to make it
हल्का
slightly
सा
easier
इससे
for the
हो
rest
गया.
of their squad.
भाई क्या अडेप्ट किया ना ये लोग ने.
And crucially,
2-6 से
Kesnit only went 1 for 1 on
शॉट
this
दे.
look. I mean, if you can keep Kesnit to only going 1 for 1, that is genuinely a win condition for G2. What a comeback! Very reminiscent of Icebox, but the other way around.
2-5
G2
से
themselves
6-5
having to come up with the
is my chat
adaptation in
visible?
the
It is
first half.
visible.
In the second quarter, now double offing.
बड़ी
You were
शॉट.
talking about that being a potential solution.
Great way to stop these contact plays, but there is util being used and expended to take B main control. Knife to the corner, it's dodged by the Prowler there. The trips nowhere to be found. Flash from TA through the back here, trying to take the fights to him. Valen needs to stay alive.
Valen को मारना पड़ेगा.
For the rest of the team,
Timing.
Melzer, he strikes right when the timing was correct. 3 players now into the back of the site, making sure they can reclaim that spike and get
भाई
that plan
Kesnit
down
बचा
now.
कैसे?
Kesnit was almost
मुझे लग रहा है
going down
Kesnit
to the
मारेगा.
race. Nade there from Leaf. He's so weak. Taking an aggressive position.
प्रॉब्लम ये है कि ये लोग पास वॉल अप है अभी
Laying
भी.
down a second molly,
ये
a
लोग
stop down to
रिपोजिशन
follow.
कर सकते हैं.
Trent using it.
सारे थूक रहे एक दूसरे पे.
Positions. The players are low here. Melzer's watching the
Oh.
smoke. Where's the trade? It's there from net, but instantaneous.
भाई crazy shots भाई.
Makes it to a 6-6 half.
फिर से पहला मैप जैसा ना सेम.
Very similar story, but the sides
अभी
split.
भाई
ले लेती है देख ले.
भाई Icebox में क्या होता है G2 आगे गया था सेम ऐसे कुछ तो 2-5 2-6 ऐसा कुछ तो और फिर क्रू ने कमबैक किया 6-6. इसमें उल्टा हो गया. क्रू लीड पे गया फिर G2 ने कमबैक किया और फिर हो गया 6-6.
क्या लगता है अभी भी G2 जीतेगा?
हाँ अभी तो 100 टका जीत थे डबल कंट्रोलर
नहीं अभी क्रू देगा
नहीं ना
देख ले भाई क्रू का स्टार्ट है मेरे को पता है
ना डबल कंट्रोलर अटैक एनी टाइम.
Well, good news for you, Brent. We're actually on couches now, so sucks to be you. Anyway, I'm joking. What a bit of a, you know,
यार मैंने वो देखा ये जो फ्लैशेस है ना
at the beginning G2 start off very strong, but Myrna, you started to see crew bounce back. Then G2 bounce back. We're tied up 6-6.
Yeah, I mean, like on Icebox, we saw that crew kind of understood and adapted the way that G2 was playing, and I feel like this was just kind of a crossover where crew started getting the hang of it and getting ahead, and then G2 just bounced back and understood how to play and how to fix their defense side.
Sahil bhai, thank you for the $7, many jams. G2 for the मेरे को लग रहा है
G2. They were playing really back on A. I think it's really
ये मैप G2 feel आ रहा है मेरे
on that defense on this map, and they got that later
3
on.
out of 3 pistol
not
round.
just letting crew walk around the map. Crew, they
मैंने
have
देखा
the
$60
shifty
किया
permabound. They will walk everywhere if
कितना
you
बचा?
let them on the attacking side. But now going into the second half with G2 on this
आप भी ऐसा अडॉप्ट कर सकते हैं. Excuse
some
me.
of that Sova
Crew winning 2-0 100%
I think
नहीं.
the
ये
dart
G2 पे.
comboing into executes the
ये
shot start to
G2.
go with any chamber utility that you might have. It's a lot stronger on this side of
मैं तो लाता हूँ प्लस
the
तेरे
map.
लिए.
And for
थोड़ा
me,
दो
whereas
हो जाता
Icebox
तो
with that Brim comp had a
मैं
very
पे कर
set
दूंगा.
way
लेकिन
to
जब भी तू
play,
इंडिया आएगा तभी.
with this composition for G2, it's going to rely a lot more on the mid-rounding from Valen, which is where I think he really thrives as an IGL.
Yeah, for sure. And they have that double controller comp, so it's like when it goes into attack side, there is a little bit of lurking allowed. There is a little bit of freedom allowed. It is a little bit rough
बस बोलो
because
can
it's
we
like,
win against
maybe
Bleed?
not as
I
much
think they
execution
were
power, but
short.
we'll have to see how they do it.
G2 are in the big leagues.
It's
This
like
is the pressure now to not lose
10%.
their opening match and take it to a third.
It should be the bad day for Bleed and a good day for GE. Plus दो प्लेयर्स को स्टेप अप करना पड़ेगा, रस और बेनकाई को.
Too much, but here's the refight as well. Fraudi smokes as anyone's game, but it's Klaus who's filling up the feed once more with all.
Oi!
One player left standing. It's net on the opposite side.
Oh bhai!
And it looked like Leaf could have been the difference maker there. He actually slipped into the Viper Orb without crew knowing.
जैसे वहाँ पे लिखा है 3 out of 3.
Fight into mid. Kesnet.
इसके साथ ड्यूल नहीं ले सकते बे केजनेट के साथ.
हाँ बे actually
दो बंदे चाहिए.
The crew have kept it this close and been able to win map 1 without being able to lean on those pistol rounds. Their gun round play
फास्ट क्यों गए लेकिन ये लोग
bad news ahead potentially for G2 unless they've got really good mid rounding as Mimi and Finger were talking about.
इसलिए राइट्स नहीं मिलता इसलिए यही रीजन है.
Throw me for a mix.
Yeah, GB's making us.
अप्रैल में आ रहा हूँ. लेट मी नो कौन सा चाहिए जो अच्छा और बड़ा दिखता है वो.
Under the couch.
पसंद बंगाल का इम्पैक्ट फर्स्ट मैप था उसके बाद सफल गया.
Different Viper setups from both
Then
of
first
these
map में
teams.
भी
Instead
गलतियाँ
of a
हुई ना.
lurk B Viper setup on the attack, it's over towards A. And on defense,
अभी जैसे ये लोग के मैचेस में गलतियाँ नहीं दिख रही थी. लास्ट आइसबॉक्स मैच में एक गलती दिखी थी केओ की बस.
Oh भाई.
Fought away through there. Yeah, Shy.
अबे मैं बे.
Eco round, but with the plant, get some extra money here. I mean, even not even
Reload.
extra damage being done. It's 3 versus 3 somehow in the middle of all of this with the plant down. Got to think somewhat winnable. But Shy still alive towards the back of the side, along with the rest of his team here.
गया. खतरनाक दिमाग भाई.
Cleaning up the rest of these players.
भाई क्या दिमाग है बे एमटीए का.
Only got a classic, not enough to do, but still. Bit of danger towards it. They did some damage to the economy.
अच्छा और बड़ा. अरे मतलब
Fleshy.
ये बता
no, not the worst case, not by any means.
फायर पावर इशू नहीं है. फायर पावर इशू कैसे नहीं है भाई. फायर पावर इशू कैसे नहीं है. डूल्स देखे तूने.
They don't have that cipher trip, right? So that's one of the things.
इशू है वो फिक्स हो सकता है लेकिन वो फिक्स हो सकता है.
But they have to get through.
फायर पावर अपने पास है अभी भी इशू है लेकिन वो फिक्सेबल है.
And anytime
ये
they
players
want to
अच्छे.
fight A, they're going to be pushing into double initiator utility to set up Kesnet to take early fights. Kesnet might not find it as easy as all that though because of the Viper wall in his face. So these fights over towards A are going to be very interesting. Who wins? Initiators or controllers?
Sexy ना?
I mean, this is awkward. I love the idea. Rendezvous set up to his
गया अभी में नहीं ले सकते.
On with the orb, isn't it? Free to play in this spot. Still within the safety range. So he's going to be getting all that control, passive map control the entire time, calling for his teams. But he is backing away now.
कोई ना एक और mid smoke कर, एक और mid smoke
broken in mid.
Kesnit loves being.
एक और mid smoke कर और ए जाओ.
It looks like G2 have a bit of an idea that he might have moved off, because they're starting to re-explore as the Viper util gets cycled.
His game plan just seems to be just follow all the sound.
Shit, B जाएंगे ये लोग. ये लोग B जाने वाले.
Anytime there's a semblance of noise being made this time. Pressure here. Trademark broken. It is a fake.
By heavy.
भाई read तो है भाई.
Heavy by. मेरा call कैसा था?
From what they learned on Icebox about the way that KRU likes to play their defenses. Because KRU were stacking 4 people wherever G2 made noise. And this time, very first time that G2 have rifles.
भाई मैं IGL तो अच्छा हो यार 6.
अबे नहीं पर पता है read क्यों था? क्योंकि भाई इनका बोनस राउंड है इनका क्रू का इसलिए वो लोग ने सीधा गैम्बल कर
और पहला फर्स्ट फेक है ना
Everybody through main here. This is going to come down to spam with the guns and maybe a bit of util on top of it. Damage. Definitely being done. Players are low right now. Confused. Tapped. Trying to force out that first wave of this one, but MTA didn't expect it off to the side. Smoke's still up, really forcing them all to just go out into the open spamming, but nobody's been sticking this entire time. Mal's not refusing. Half onto the board. Everybody lining up.
Diffuse हो गया. ओह स्मोक खत्म हो गया बे. भाई दिमाग था बे ओमेन में हेवी. ओमेन ने देखा क्या किया?
सब लोग जब रीलोड कर रहे थे तब उसने डिफ्यूज किया.
नहीं ओमेन ने 2 स्मोक आगे पीछे डाला.
वो तो देखा.
और टैप करके स्मोक में वॉक इन करके चुप के बैठा था वो. और जब तीनों जन रीलोड पे गए तब वो देख स्मोक पे उसका. पीछे दिमाग ब्रो.
Been more of a follow-up on MTA's flash. That could have gone.
भाई heavy दिमाग.
Even more deadly for G2, and could have easily slipped out of their fingers. But 1-0 so far in terms of Valin calling the mid rounds, because that fake set them up with a lot.
कहाँ से रिवील हुआ उसको खुद नहीं मालूम है.
Same kind of opening. Kesnit just staring at Viper utility to start the round.
But he's still in that spot. He's not being pushed away afterwards. Even playing in front of it. Look at him.
Yeah, Kesnit's one of those players that you have to slap down multiple times before he decides, all right, okay, I can't really get away with this. He's so confident.
So far forward there because he doesn't want the orb to be blossomed and bloomed.
Viper और इसका 1v1 होने वाला है.
Rest of the squad. I have retrieved the spike. Towards B. Spike being sent over towards A. They're going to try and run another fake. It looks like it. But this time, Kesnit hasn't over-rotated.
ये मेरे हिसाब से गलत हो सकता है.
4 players though. It really just comes down to Kesnit. I mean, yes, this hit's coming through. Maybe some kills can be found, but they don't have the spike in this direction.
भाई वो निकल लिया.
Pulls back the rendezvous. He's running away. Shows no inside over towards A now. The fake is
वो
working.
निकल लिया भाई.
A little bit more here. Kills to be found will be absolutely excellent. He is the lone player up onto the site, but he's met. His match there. Lots of players ready to find him. Kesnit not giving up all the space here, but there is smoke again into his face. But around
hey, क्यों भाई बच गया?
His head taken clean off. He's disrespected
क्यों?
and shut down in the process.
That kill gives strength. Gives pace. So this now becomes even more difficult.
All the way through here.
भाई Viper का HP देख.
K damage kicking in. Excuse me, MTA. Catch that one onto net, but yeah, the pit didn't go down. Trails pointing towards them, dart over the top, broken. Jonah P. It is chaos in the mix here, but the trades are still good for KRU. Working away now into the back of this one. Only 2 players remaining for G2. And the pit still remains up. He needs to stay alive. Good adjustment from Trent. Snaps to the side here.
जीत गया round.
The players alive here with a plan.
Viper अभी तक जा ही नहीं सकते. जीत गए.
Too difficult now. Melzer onto the high ground. Time ticking away. And Valin.
भाई Viper ult देख भाई एक बार.
2 rifle rounds, 2 fakes for Valin, 2 rounds one for G2.
उसका wall जिधर वो होता है वहाँ पे खत्म हो रहा है उसका Viper ult.
I can't believe they sold a fake again and Kesnit moved off site.
जोना भी ने जानबूझ के लगाया diamond buddy.
This is almost a time
where
you want to be hitting the tactical time.
पता नहीं.
It's so
दिखाने के लिए diamond guys भी आ सकते हैं भाई.
Probably Atom doesn't need to get involved.
diamond से भी improvement हो
सकता है. The KRU players are not done. They realize that they've just been faked on twice. The question is how you adjust to that.
God.
And you can't fake every attacking round.
गेम चल रहा है इधर बिट्स की चैट में
is
माल
really
उड़ा रहे
helpful because now KRU are going to be
heavy game चल रहा है मस्त.
Certainly not over rotating as much.
पड़ी.
And Now I say that, but G2 have just made noise in B main, and immediately 2 people are starting to rotate over to help Shy.
इस बार चैम्बर नहीं हिलने वाला. इस बार चैम्बर नहीं हिलने वाला. ट्रैप तोड़ के पुश करेगा लेकिन हिलेगा नहीं.
Oh, second against it.
बैक साइड कैसे क्लियर करेंगे लोग?
They have to try and fight for backside control. They will do so now with a Yuto hot flash. It's nice, but guns are even nicer.
ऐसा क्लियर करेंगे. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है.
No armor for the crew players. They just went down to a lot of blind spam.
ये उसका सिटी स्मोक नहीं था ना.
So
मेरे को लगा नहीं है.
fake the rifle rounds. Don't fake
ठीक
the
है.
anti-eco rounds.
कोई तो बोला था क्रू जीतेगा. अभी सीन ये है कि रेस के पास अल्ट है और उनको पता है कि ए एग्रेसिव जाते हैं. ये रिस्क ले सकता है क्योंकि सोवा भी अल्ट है. तो ओमेन ब्लाइंड के साथ रेस सीधा एल्बो जाएगा अल्ट करने. अगर लाइफ में कोई भी दिखा सोवा सीधा अल्ट चालू कर सकता है और ये लोग को ए साइड खाली मिल जाएगा. वो लोग को पूरा रिटेक के लिए खेलना पड़ेगा.
अच्छा,
ये एक पॉसिबिलिटी है.
तू ये सब बोल रहा है.
हाँ,
तेरी छड़ वहाँ पे एक मछली पानी में गई चालू हो.
एजुकेशन का वैल्यू नहीं है यार आजकल.
Might want to call a certain defensive setup. There's an interesting dynamic.
क्योंकि एक और चीज है, टाइम आउट के बाद ये भी देखा कि वो लोग स्विच करते हैं.
Valen's got in his arsenal to work with. Leaves Showstopper.
Meanwhile, KO का अल्टी हो गया तो पीछे चले जाएंगे.
So you can't just send it on a site. If the KO
सिर्फ रेस मारेगा.
Because even if the knife doesn't hit you, you're gonna get the Showstopper counts.
So
there's got to be some finessing around the map, figuring out where people are playing. There's more thought to this than just everybody pop ults and.
वो लोग सुन रहे लेकिन खेल रहे बे. डबल काम कर बराबर के नहीं. चैट तुम लोग सुनते सुनते खेल रहे हो ना.
नहीं, चैट से देख रही है.
वो लोग ईयर्स और आईज और दोनों सब काम कर रहे हैं.
We'll see.
Yeah, that's the
I've
thing.
adjusted the setup. I mean, Keston's playing from elbow now. It's a minor adjustment.
Yeah, very small one. I feel like that timeout might have helped GT more than it helped Crew.
Potentially. Yeah.
That.
There, this time. He's into mid. Top mid smoke.
ये वॉक-इन वाले मैप पे लगता है.
Just walking their way through here.
MTA used his knife over towards A. So now they know there's no one marking.
Paranoia. Leaf can't see anything. It's a bit of a gamble though with the blind fire.
Still
brought down to his knees.
And look, MTA used his ult to try to cancel the showstopper, but he was too far away. Great awareness from G2, and that's how they got the pick off the back.
Game market control, but they're just stunted for now, stopping in their
tracks. So
they could go for this B split, but it looks like a reclear from Crew. It's being called. They're just pushing all the way up here. Any util for it?
Oh!
Shreds.
Absolutely
massacred.
What a freeze in the round.
अगर ये केजनिट ने 1v5 निकाला.
These 3
तो पीछे मिलेगा.
rifle rounds from G2 have been
वो तो obviously मिलेगा.
Double fake, and then this one where they find out the positioning of the KO, instantly use the ultimate, and then call a freeze that baits out that reclear, and they get the punish on it.
Sheesh.
Awesome stuff. The quality of play, even for teams that we're not expecting to be right at the top of Americas, is pretty impressive at the start of the year.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm dead impressed.
Especially.
भाई ज्यादा मच्छी मत करो यार. हो सकता है कल परसों कोई लिखेगा कि कितना इजी है मच्छी खेलने को. समझ रहे हो?
Parity.
There is. It really feels like a lot of these matches could be going either way.
तीसरा जाता था बे. तीसरा जाता था. एम तो था उधर.
क्या करता है केजनिट? क्या खाता है?
Yeah.
Probably the percentage play, not gonna lie, but listen, it's Kesnick.
मेरा stream देखता है.
He's got a rifle anyway. He's got his ult for the next round. He's gonna force it up.
It goes here. Yeah, and that's a good thing to keep an eye on in this round because it's gonna be another eco from Crew.
Kesnet बोल रहे हो उधर जॉन पे 20 किल पे.
The thing with Kesnet having the hero life
is
that you probably just don't want to have him posted A doing nothing. You probably want to have him being a bit mobile around the map. So I wouldn't be surprised to see his position change. He might just end up stuck there though as well. So some extremely impressive attack side calling has led G2 to have the lead so far.
Fast again. The paranoia. Nobody playing off of it though. Melzer. Wasn't caught with the dart actually. Still close to the corner, that's Shy.
Leaf doing his Kesnet impression.
It's just walked all the way into mid. He might be able to catch a kill. No, Kesnet going in the opposite direction. Game of timing.
Oh, by Stinger meta.
Another big play.
Stinger meta. Shai, bolo bye.
There's some real danger here. Real danger, but not navigated safely.
भाई सबसे बेस्ट क्रॉस फायर था, ये लोग वॉक इन कर दिया बे. वो लोग रुके था मेरे कांटेक्ट पे पिक कर, या फिर जब यूटिल आएगा तभी डबल पिक करेगा. कुछ नहीं आया बे, सीधा वॉक इन. मैं बोल रहा हूँ भाई, डबल कंट्रोलर बीटी है. उसने एक वॉल्व डालता ना, वो ही बीटी है. उसको कुछ नहीं करने का है. ये सिर्फ यहाँ से भी अप डाउन करेगा तो भी बीटी है.
It's a different style though, right? Because it's not so much the push and pull, it's more to do with G2 actually just being able to
General question, why don't teams push mid in sunset? Because once you push mid in sunset, there will come a Omen smoke at mid, and then there will be either reveal from Fade or Sova, and then there will be a blind, and everybody will peek, and defense will get fucked. मतलब जो defense से push.
40s, you just don't expect that.
46% of their 4v5 so far.
And if they push a lot, then they can go either A or B. और इन लोगों का rotation से आएगा.
That's Klaus. Covering the top section of the smoke there with Leaf brought down. TP's close into it. They haven't cleared the back of the site here. Shy, he's still alive. Pitting. Valorant with the plant. Bit's going to be covering this one.
वो बोलता है ठीक है मैंने plant कर दिया, मैं जा रहा हूँ.
They can defuse in
Oh, miss किया उसने, एक hit का था वो.
G2 don't really have an intact post plan other than the one player into market. That's Jonah P. He's got to try and stay alive here. Maybe catching this rotate. No, just spots him out first. 2 players remaining. The door's closed in his face. Absolute disaster here with all the smokes in play. Shy, he's safe to stick this one. He can get a half onto the defuse, but pushing up here. It's just Kesnet's time now to just stick it for his team. Trusting him, placing it. Valen can't do too much, and yet one round for crew. Valen.
This is actually important.
Nice
Bye, हो गया. PC मिला. PC मिला क्या?
I mean, look at what they've got to work with there. Mel's is on
आजा
3200, Shine's on 3100. Those kills towards the end are actually massive. It's a Pyrrhic victory for crew. They can't afford to win like that. Often. It was a bizarre round as well. I mean, the pit is such a cool idea actually, coming out from Shy. If G2 don't want to push,
Kesnet be like, excuse me.
But now look at the economy difference in a round where crew won. They can't afford to eco.
Choosing to invest into it. With Guardian's half armor. Wagon bin buys. Orb gained, Leaf up to another showstopper. Trips there, broken with the Prowler on top of it, so
my ult is ready.
Beginning here for crew, at least over towards the
क्या वो deep trap डालेगा?
Going to be just holding his ground as well. Will he get overzealous? Lots of players ready to meet him. You can feel it, the stampede right behind Trent. All grouped up now, and he's holding such aggressive angle. And again,
man.
pulled back his rendezvous. He wants to play even deeper, close to the angle.
मार सकता है ये.
Anywhere, right there.
Big George.
This guy's a menace.
Bye.
That's outrageous.
Guess it
He's also denied the showstopper away from Leaf.
और actually Viper और इसको निकाला भाई. It is big
fewer tools to work with, and where did Melza ult to? That's what G2
का
will be
दिमाग देखा ओमेन का?
Wondering exactly where he could be.
बेंचोत ओमेन का दिमाग देखा?
लाइट टीपी करके यही चला गया ना?
नहीं. चेंबर ने 2 मारा लेकिन स्लो हो गया था. वो लोग कुछ नहीं कर सकते. ओमेन ने फट से 1-वे स्मोक डाला ए पे और फेक टीपी जगह पे मारा पूरा कंप्लीट.
ओ
25 seconds. G2.
हाँ.
Cautious is the approach, making sure that they contact up, don't reveal anything. They're spotted. Shy maybe potentially. Now they're making noise.
ओमेन का ही राउंड है भाई. ओमेन का ही राउंड है. ओमेन का ही राउंड है.
Down into the lower left, that's Jonah P still staying alive with the dart as well, playing a game of timing.
अरे यार.
Jonah P wins it.
Shit रे. साला वैंडल रहता था मार देता था बे. गार्डियन का ये बीटी है बे. नहीं वैंडल रहता मार देता था वो. टप 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 मारना पड़ता है.
Klaus is gonna try.
They're gonna go a lot.
भाई heavy brain था लेकिन.
So much to clear it up. Cam there, a tap.
गयो.
The timing for Jonah P works his way behind. Hello.
Okay.
On the first one, quick tap, expecting a play from a different position here. Nets doing a wonderful job of just really bleeding down the clock. Frustration for Klaus, but G2 find themselves up to 12.
Comedies कर रहे बे रात को.
Incredible play from Net, really disciplined from Net and Valent towards the end.
It's time for map 3, buddy.
Made a difference in those situations. When Jonah P's dancing around the smoke.
यार map 3 मत करो.
Look at the rifle in hand. It's a much more even fight. It's just impossible to spam with the Guardian.
मैं
And I
देखूंगा.
said that if Crew won that round, their economy woes would likely be solved, assuming a few stayed alive and grabbed some upgrades.
Awesome खेल रहा है members only नहीं खेल रहा मैं इतने दिन
It's
से.
just gotten worse. G2 used both of their tack timeouts in the first 7 rounds. Now, Crew are using theirs. But I think it might just be too little too late at this point.
+1.
मेरे को याद है मास्टर्स में कुछ अच्छा खेल करके सब लोग उठ जाते थे, मतलब ऐसा उठ के सेलिब्रेट करते थे एस के बाद, ऐसा कुछ यहाँ पे नहीं करते.
चैंपियंस में हुआ था, मास्टर्स में हुआ था क्या?
हाँ मतलब एस किया तो सीधा चेयर से उठ के ऐसा ओपोनेंट टीम को ये करते थे.
हो सकता है. अबे इसके बाद है ना मास्टर्स, ये स्टेज 1
भाई इसमें भी तो कर सकते हो फिर.
नहीं ये फिलहाल अभी मैचेस में टियर 3 पे आई है. टियर 2 मैचेस और टियर 1 चैंपियंस है, 3 लेवल है, समझ रहा? तो ये लोग लास्ट 3 पे अगर बजेंगे तो थोड़ा सीन हो सकता है, समझ रहा? या फिर मिडल में बजो या फिर टॉप पे बजो. एकदम क्रेजी अगर ऐसा कुछ हो गया कि ओटी पे ओटी गया और एस एस मारा तो उठेंगे मोस्टली वे.
Footsteps in through B main. Presence, at least with the cam.
This is too much to ask of Kesnet, surely.
Showstopper now, moving forward. That's clear. There's a flash on top of it. Rendezvous to back.
भाई क्या टीपी है उसका.
Off to the side here, but an open sight for them.
भाई केजनेट अलग बंदा है बे, लेकिन अपन क्या टीपी मारते बैक साइड पीछे.
हाँ भाई मैंने सोचा भी नहीं होगा वहाँ पे टीपी मार सकते हैं.
Ults online over Klaus. Spamming.
Ping करके मारा बेचारे को.
Leaf onto 50 health. Over to the side now, Night 4. Not connecting, Leaf as well. Just so much here. Jumping through, any sort of trade in order. Not quite Hunter's Fury on top of it. Gets the nade out, the rest of his team following up through. This is the match.
भाई GG flawless. Flawless. भाई ओमन का स्मोक सोपा है भाई. ओपा स्मोक से ओमन का.
Banger of an attack side called by Valent. Pumped up. Great response from G2 because there were so many dangerous moments there.
तेरा भाई का प्रेडिक्शंस ऑन टॉप है. स्ट्रिक्स ऑन टॉप. डबल कंट्रोलर इज इक्वल टू बीटी इज इक्वल टू अटैक विन. सिंपल, मतलब सिंपल, कुछ नहीं. वाइपर ने पूरा जिंदगी एक ही जगह वॉल डाला है. वो वॉल अप वॉल डाउन की वजह से एक दो बंदे को टिकना पड़ रहा है उधर.
बिंक्स को कितने चैनल पॉइंट्स मिले?
कितना?
कितने चैनल पॉइंट्स मिले इसके ट्विच पे?
पता नहीं. कैसे मिलता?
देख एक बार.
कैसे मिलता? कैसे पता चलता?
नीचे नीचे चैट के ऊपर, चैट के नीचे.
मैंने लॉगिन नहीं किया शायद. कहाँ पे मालूम है? 2400 है मेरे पास.
ओ भाई
क्या है? अच्छी बात है क्या?
हाँ, जितने ज्यादा देखेगा ना स्ट्रीम उतने ज्यादा पॉइंट्स.
मेरे को बोनस मिला 50 का. तो क्या करूँ मैं उस पॉइंट्स का?
अरे वो चैट लिख सकता है.
तो मैं चैट क्यों लिखूंगा? लेकिन
आप बस समझता है कितना देगा स्ट्रीम.
ओह
बंदा लिख रहा तुम्हारे माल जैसा है. अबे ये चेयर भी मस्त है, ले सकता हो.
हाँ
मतलब तू दे सकता है
भाई. मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ, ये वॉच पार्टी 25 तारीख को खत्म हो जाएगा.
हाँ
ठीक है. उसके बाद अपने पास टाइम है. तो हाउ अबाउट वी प्ले अ न्यू गेम जिसमें ज्यादा दिमाग का यूज नहीं है. क्या बोलता है?
कौन सा गेम?
फन गेम. सोचता हूँ. हाँ, थोड़ा इजी टाइप कोई एक गेम.
ठीक है.
हाँ, वॉच पार्टी के बाद. आया मैं वॉक करके आया। हाँ क्या मैं सच्ची ये सब कर रहा हूँ भाई अभी। मैं कुछ नहीं बोला भाई, गेम खेलने का प्लान कर रहे हैं आगे का।
कहाँ पे गया वॉक करने? What time are the matches tomorrow? Should be 11:30 only. पता नहीं, शायद 11:30. Why no stream? भाई मेरे को राइट सीधे नहीं मिले भाई। भाई राइट सीधे दे रही है भाई। 22 घंटा मैंने स्ट्रीम देखा, इसका टाइम वेस्ट हो गया मेरा। 22 घंटा, 22 घंटे लाइफ के मेरे बर्बाद। भाई इस भाई देवत शाह ने 70 घंटे देखे। व्हाट द फक। एक बार थोड़ा माल दो, घर लेके जाओगे इतना? भाई इससे 150 घंटा देखा है। कौन है? गोस्टी। आयांश सिंह का भी 150 घंटा। व्हाट द फक। शुभम अग्रवाल का 500 घंटा। भाई 500 घंटा कोई मजाक है? अबे 500 घंटा मेरा स्ट्रीम पे गेम्स पे नहीं रहता भाई।
G2 Esports needed to step up when the moment needed it most, and boy, oh boy, they stepped up. And it's because of that guy right there, Valen, with some great calls and some great plays that led this team to a massive map 2 victory. But the job is not done yet for G2. And
स्टार्ट हो गया।
not done yet for KRU. Welcome back, everyone. Golden Boy here alongside with Mimi and Myrna as we break everything down. And that was at the end of that game, the tail end of that game, what Valen was cooking up there. I agree with Sideshow. A masterclass. Beautifully done, beautifully executed. The man was like the wizard. He was just placing the pieces where he needed them to be. It was amazing.
I mean, it's what I was talking about at the beginning of the show, how Tex described his play style as a chess player, and every player on his team was a pawn. It was exactly that on the attacking half. Two masterful fakes back to back, again showing a great understanding of how KRU wanted to play on that defense. And it was after, quite honestly,
भाई स्ट्रीमलैब्स क्रैश होने वाला है।
there was a very real
भाई सीन हो गया बे। मैंने पानी का बोतल भरा था लेकिन रखा किधर मेरे को दिख
क्या
नहीं
आपको
रहा।
पता है क्रू स्पोर्ट्स का कॉर्नर मेसी है? पता है भाई, पता है। क्या आपको पता है T6 का कॉर्नर रोनाल्डो है?
Yeah, even these fakes, like you can see that the whole team on that KRU side has completely rotated off that B side, and the speediness that G2 had, they knew that this is exactly what they're gonna do.
शुभम भाई लव यू यार, लव यू यार शुभम भाई, लव यू भाई। 500 घंटे में घर जाएगा तेरा।
भाई 500 घंटा
500 घंटा
के भाई
लेजेंड लेजेंड
लेजेंड भाई
कॉर्नर मेसी है हाँ
भाई क्या था उसका नाम
किसने तो बोला था मेरे को शुभम शुभम
शुभम भाई
शुभम भाई ओपा
शुभम भाई क्या करते हो
स्ट्रीम देखता है लव यू यार शुभम भाई ओपा यार शुभम भाई ओपा ओपा
a lot of time and be super
गिली चुमी लव यू यार
He had a great read on this map, and it's exactly the bounce back they needed for G2 to return to this series.
Yeah, they definitely did. And some of the question marks I think that we had going into Sunset was whether or not the Sova was going to work out. But if you are Jonah P.
अरे तेरे को सच्ची नहीं लग रहा है क्या ट्विटर पे मेरे को टैग आ रहा है पब्लिक हमेशा गलत नहीं होती मेसी कॉर्नर है बोला हाँ
मेसी कॉर्नर है पता मेरे को
मैंने तो कुछ बोला ही नहीं था
मेरे को पता है
Really was
really? Why didn't you like it?
I really was dying. I feel like Sova as a solo initiator, like there isn't.
भाई उसने 500 घंटा मेरा स्ट्रीम देखा है
हाँ
तो मैंने कितने घंटे स्ट्रीम किए रहेंगे
अबे तेरा तो काम ही है करना
फिर भी कितने घंटे किए रहेंगे अगर दिन का मैं समझ 4 से 5 घंटा स्ट्रीम करता हूँ 4 पकड़ ले ऑन एन एवरेज 4 घंटा इंटू
एक महीने में 500 घंटा होता है
30 नहीं इंटू 25 पकड़ महीने का 25 कितना हुआ 4 इंटू 25 100 5 महीना बे 5 महीना तो कंटिन्यूस देखा रहेगा बे 5 महीना कंटिन्यूस देखा रहेगा तो 500 है बे 3 साल स्ट्रीमिंग में से 5 महीना कंटिन्यूस देखा रहेगा इसने
Again, I don't care that he's playing stuff. I don't care what he's
Heavy.
doing. He's dropping like 20 kills. He's
Heavy.
going
Shubham bhai,
massive in
heavy.
critical rounds. That Guardian Ace, one of the
Mera
big
mod hai
turning
kya?
points of this
Member
game.
hai.
He was electric at Ascension.
mera
Last
mod
year in
ka aur
Challengers.
hoga.
Before that.
नहीं मेरे मॉड यूजलेस है थोड़े
आएगी।
शुभम भाई हल्का सा आपका नाम और एड्रेस मिल जाएगा पॉजी को दे देना नाम एड्रेस और नंबर मैं साइलेंट हूँ मैंने 1000+ देखा रहेगा इधर जो रिकॉर्ड हुआ है वो
Where you're going to see these teams. I mean, honestly, it's kind of anyone's ballpark here, or anyone's game in anyone's ballpark. Because genuinely, I don't know what we get. Are we going to get?
Well, it's gonna be
crew. Are we going to get something completely fresh and cooked up? Really,
Damn कर दूंगा positive, but why? I say.
I think it'll probably just be
so?
default. I think it's just going to be default compositions. I like some of the experimentation, but I feel like both these teams, especially for G2, really loves on their attacking side just playing these slow mid rounds where they're IGL.
एक बार top hours कर
Sunset for me was a battle of the minds between Melzer and Valen in the way they wanted to mid round.
कैसे करते हैं top hours? किया क्या मैंने? अरे रुक हो रहा बेचोद बाजन सिंह कौन है मनराज भाई तो अपने ही है आकाश आनंद भी पता है बाजन सिंह भाई हेलो आर यू हियर ट्रिक्स लुबड़े हेलो ब्रेक डेस
So many different options because you control when those smokes drop in mid. I think it
नहीं
is
है
a great comp to see
शीश
here. The Cypher also interesting. Most teams, even when they run that Viper, it's
सबको नहीं आएगा सिर्फ मेरा
Yeah, I mean,
मेरा
that
आएगा
Cypher, we've seen players play really good Killjoy on a set everywhere, always. But Cypher, I feel like, has a different step. Now, the trips.
तुम लोग लिखोगे तो नहीं आएगा, मैं लिखूंगा तो आएगा.
Right? Sure.
दोनों टीम के स्टार प्लेयर कौन है?
So I understand that, and I think
एक में तो
Kesnet
है जो क्रेजी मार रहा है और दूसरे का जॉनपी है और उनका ड्यूलिस्ट है. श्रिक्स तू देखा एक चीज? मेरा चैट देख, ठीक है? मैंने जो लिखा अभी एक नाइटबॉट एक डालेगा, ठीक है? तेरे मुंह में आ जाएंगे, ध्यान से देखना. रुक जा बात सुनेगा? किधर गया? आया कि नहीं? किधर रहा? तू लिख एक बार.
अभी आएगा.
टॉपर कितना घर जाएगा भाई? घर जाएगा. बिंग स्पैम कर रहे हैं.
That's a question for later on
वो
though.
देख.
Now, on the defense side,
Nightbot
the Cypher can
4500.
be really
Bazam
deadly.
Singha.
Something Kesnet's going to have to
Meher.
think about when he gets there.
On a P.
Arzik.
Underhanded to hear it with the wall going up as well, trying to really isolate those fights. Be taken, damage done with the nade on top.
भाई G2 का पिस्तौल अलग है बे.
So much value here.
G2 का पिस्तौल थोड़ा बिल्ड डिफरेंट है.
To punish that one straight through main, but it was shut down by Trent. Two players left in market.
अरे मीर भाई आप ही हो?
Isn't it and shy?
सिर्फ मीर लिखा है. कैसे मालूम पड़ेगा पटेल की ये मीर है?
That's a great first one.
That makes it so much more winnable. They now have access to the whole of front side.
Off angle by Leaf though. Damage done, but no kill. Doesn't again dash forwards.
भाई
He must
कैसे?
have seen Trent. He was flicking that direction. It would have come up as a
कैसे
question
बे?
mark doing that. You know that the site's clear.
अबे इतना अच्छा पिस्तौल था. वो मॉड मीर है, वही मॉड मीर है.
He's already just been ripping them apart anyway. No way.
टाइमिंग भाई लोग ने हाँ मैंने जिंक्स किया.
Great opportunity. He's left it into a 1v2 now for net.
Oh.
So much to do here. The face is going to come through any minute now. Kesnet
Huh?
on the back of the site. That's all him. Slowing down around in the right moment, but a pistol round.
4v2?
Once more.
We've seen Kesnet be a monster. In the previous two maps, he had so much impact on the attack side.
4v2 by Kesnet है बे.
2v4.
Kesnet
To be
है.
able to win only their second pistol. Not that it did them much good on Sunset, but that's a great start. They get rifles on board for Kesnet and Shy because they have so much money from the plant, from the kills, loaded into those two players. G2 are just going to try and fight the mid. This could be a brawl.
Smoke shot
Things
down.
by Opa.
Really only the one sheriff. Klaus for jump spot. He sees everything. He's like, there's no way. Kesnet swing. He's got
Bye.
even deeper.
Bye.
That's insane. It's absurd. It's absurd.
फिर से 3 मारे उसने.
Confidence as Kesnet. There's no way.
फिर से 3
You
मारे.
see 5 players pushed up into mid on an eco. You're like, no, okay, we're going to react somewhere else. No, Kesnet's like, guys, I'm swinging, I'm fighting. You don't follow me up, it's your fault.
6 कब खेलेगा यार? ऐसा खेलना प्लीज. ये देख इंस्पिरेशन लौड़े. वो देख.
Swinging into 4 players in mid with no fear.
भाई अकेले मारा, उसको हेल्प मिला क्या कुछ?
हाँ ये देख.
वो बाद में.
This way, follow up on it.
That's loaded a lot of kills into Kesnet though. Now he can play with utter confidence in this round
भाई
too.
आगे क्या गया उसके पास?
Next round. That's a good punish though. Valen instant there with the one way.
Kesnet आ रहा है.
Don't know whether the snake bite was even required. And there's a trip to stop this lurk.
Kill trip. Not playing off of it. Hello.
Chakawat.
Yeah, Kesnet is just fully lit up. Dash still there. Oh god, straight past him.
Oh.
Have a bite of the apple for Kesnet, but nobody there.
Bhai.
Making his way into the site. Back at Jenny. Valen gets that one off. Jonah P from the high ground as well as a high
Oi!
Jonah P still active.
What the fuck?
अबे क्या मार रहे लोग बिंचुक?
Lone player surviving on crew. Close to it. Pop down the smoke. A bit of a tap as well. Seeing if he can force out a reaction. Everybody holds for now. Just the nade. Moving around. Mel's it.
डिसिप्लिन देख तेरे बाद में.
Oversteps the boundaries and maybe he can be granted.
भी तू रहता तो सीधा W दबाता.
मैं तो कूद जाता था.
Look at the discipline of G2. Fully grouped up now. 3 players are not willing to let this slip. All together now.
Oh,
nice attempt by Melzer.
The
safe hands ultimately for G2.
It is good team play, good discipline, making sure that they're double facing. The high-low setup as they swing out onto heaven, triple face towards the end too. In all of those instances, though, somebody from crew was still able to get a kill. So these crew players are sharp.
Game's on point.
You can see the value of the Cypher, though, able to spread all across the map, gathering information in all sorts of different places. And that same trip is up again. They're worried about Kesnit's lurks, and with good reason.
Get out of my way!
Played Storm.
Huh?
Finally online for Kesnit.
Excuse me? क्या? उसने कहाँ से मारा पता बेस से spam.
Through cat with the rest of his team.
बेस मतलब थोड़ा mid आगे से.
Flash. Dash available, updraft, potentially the same trip in the exact same spot. Walks up to it.
Taking away information from G2 in that area.
Mid to भी आवाज करके फिर से ही जाना चाहिए, मजा आएगा.
Default for crew. Shy starting to come over to play with the pack a little more, but always got
सारा angles clear किया बे, सारा.
Good util speed. Making sure nobody can swing from these angles. A re-clear with the flash.
उसको mid smoke डालना चाहिए था रे
Too much done now. Just that presence.
वो लोग rotate ही नहीं किया.
Noise there.
चलो फिर से भी भाग तो सकते हैं वैसे.
Grouped up with a knife, dodge. Kesnit still got a blade storm. Paranoia is beautiful on top of it. Doesn't have a dash. Kesnit can't really just jump onto the opportunity. Still close to generator. Needs to be some help here for Trent. Holding it down, but he can't do it against it. Crew, Kesnit, the rest of the squad,
stack वाला
every
side पे
single
घुस के
avenue
मार
watched
है
for.
भाई, वो भी flawless.
Amazing skill on show
भाई
here, being
गलत
demonstrated by
strat
crew.
से बे crew का
NTA
क्या
in particular,
खेलता है.
X factor for this team. I didn't have super high expectations. Oh, I mean, this is what I'm talking about. Crew are just finding so many moments to let their skill be shown.
मेरा हो गया.
If we catch, if we catch MTA in the replay here, I mean, the coordination from the team is excellent, but then Lucky just sips both of those players trying to set up.
सबका aim देखना बे. सबका aim बे.
भाई ये लोग scrap sim छोड़ के एक दो दिन नहीं करते होंगे.
Experimentation of G2. This composition may be going a bit amiss.
वो भी डेथ मैच में भी वही 5 जन में खेलते रहेंगे. 5 जन कस्टम मिड आओ पाचो.
Getting off to a great start, forcing G2 down to the eco. Looking like they're probably going to be able to claim that 4. Shy, still there. Kesnit, look at this guy, hunting for the kills.
Yeah, this is already amazing work from crew. G2 need to make sure that when crew actually funnel into the sites, they have crossed pieces of utility ready to go.
मैं उसने डैश भी क्यों मारा देखा उसका नेड के लिए. उसने नेड के लिए डैश मारा. नेड से कोई बाहर आएगा करके. गलत बंदा है ब्रो.
In and out this trip proved troublesome, but still they don't really have the guns to be holding a defense, anchoring players towards the back.
Yes,
still close together. Paranoia net again. Finally, this guy's dealt with. He's already done so much more now with that sheriff, and he's granted a bit of an opening here for Leaf. Round for the back, no Shy just runs him down. Shuts it all down on top of it. Klaus is out wide here. Bit of danger towards it. Trent. That's 2 straight to the dome. Shy and Klaus down, double face, out wide, Melzer, 1v1, him versus Trent, wins it with the classic.
Fantastic
ये लोग के पास भी
communication
है.
from G2,
ये लोग के पास भी है.
calling out the damage that had already been done to Melzer there, ensuring
That
that
is
Trent
true,
felt
Karan
comfortable
bhai.
using the classic. And what a round from Trent and from Net. Net's 2 shots with the Sheriff opening that one up.
भाई classic का meta है.
Momentum of crew. What is that?
Straight through the wall.
Shot भाई.
Crazy stuff. God, you're not going to be able to do this every time though. So G2 still needs to make these adaptations. Leaf is currently 0-5, but
वही है youngest player. अरे बहुत सही के.
And he's looking to try to take fights in mid. He's going to be favored on these fights because he's got control of the Viper wall.
Crew not looking towards mid. B main seems to be their aim, but look at that. Hold out of Jonah P already. No command. Waving through. They're going to be waiting this one out. Everybody suppressed, just cutting noise.
And that's because all of the utility there made it feel like a fast B-pop, especially that KO flash through the window. Line up.
Snake bite. Nades. All combined. Final pulse does it. Lockdown's destroyed. Players are rotating though. Maybe the goal of this was to try and fake. But no, Spike. Okay, I mean, Mel's has still got this one. They're into the site here. Kesnet is traded though. In through the back. That's a TP and a committal now from Crew already walking up. MTA didn't stand a chance. 3 players now onto lane. Bit of a pause and a drop down. Still trying to cover it. Can't get away with that. Valen.
बाप रे काउंटर
An Odin playground.
पहले बाप रे हुआ फिर एक काउंटर बाप रे हुआ.
Lucky to not get spammed. Attack once more.
Bugs network का क्या हुआ? अरे मैं भूल गया. Sorry.
Now committing out towards Dice in a double play.
Sorry मैं भूल गया.
Players is enough to seal it up. 3-3 now.
दो कॉल बाय आप हो अभी.
The Odin just ripped through them there.
चलाना मतलब भाई.
Phenomenal stuff.
Paper wall है भाई.
And Crew got slowed down because they tried to teleport Melzer into sight with the spike, and he had to cancel. So then they waited for a long time to try to get in, because they were waiting for Melzer to come into the spike.
सारे छेद खोल दिए.
In that disciplined fashion.
That Odin baby, let that Odin sing.
And now Trent with his ult towards B main. This is where Kesnit's currently playing. They could try to do something fast, but no. A little bit of discipline, probably worried about that Odin.
Go perfect ultimate.
Oh bye.
He can work with it.
Chris hai.
They've spotted. Drone pushing away. They've got to know now that mid compromised. 3 players onto Cat. With the guns though. That was into mid actually, just net. Straight through market. Pushed up though, spotted, spam through the wall. High pen weapons, Leaf only be able to return the one jump spot. Any damage done? No, there's a shot gone wide and all that space is now shy. Didn't want to overstay his welcome there. Back to the Jenny, MTA, what an entry. Fast but quick with it, now with a bit of pace. Spike still on top of it, so it's a 3v3 and a retake of Leaf with the operator makes this one a really difficult task.
KO blind hai.
Looking for the plant just yet though, now MTA goes for it. Holding to the corner, the cam's really causing issues here. Shock dance there, ult popped off, flash over the top,
sexy
spam,
blind mara.
straight through the wall, that's net. He's gone down and out, onto the floor. MTA is going to be able to provide them with that information here. Facing that wide clamps of another one, and win it.
मेरा हो गया Binks, मेरा हो गया.
It felt like the momentum had been snarled up in round 5 and round 6 off the back of the eco that he ended up losing, but they've pulled that one out of nowhere.
You think?
It's mostly this play. The fact that they got 2 people into tree without Jonah P knowing.
Klaus of these.
Yeah.
Follow up at
Yeah, shots मारता है bro. What the fuck?
Before Valen can use his paranoia, I think it's
भाई
a
Crew
big
जीता
error
bro.
for Valen.
Crew जीता.
He needs to be able to use his paranoia to stop Crew once they actually commit to the site. Oh, there it goes. But this is an eco round.
Just trying to set it up, aren't they? Maybe get Leaf this orb. Played some for the next round, but he's twice about it. Backing away now with the drone. Kisnet straight through mid. Set up with the rest of his team.
Sound आ गया लोग का. वो लोग A shot जाएंगे अभी.
And Leaf, by the way, since you were talking about him getting his players from online, he's having an absolute nightmare of an opening.
वो लोग का sound आ गया ना तो उनका.
Just getting absolutely outclassed by Kesnet.
Walking forwards.
Recalling my box.
बोला ना A जाएंगे.
Turret to just take your contact. These players managed to tuck themselves up into a deep position. The cam.
I think that's seen.
वापिस भी आएंगे. वो लोग वापिस भी आएंगे.
They are none the wiser.
वो लोग भी आएंगे.
Fox in the pen.
ये क्या हो रहा है?
Taken out. It's a completely open site. And he's making a call.
भाई पूरा sound आया ना Kesnet को.
But okay, they've given the game away.
पूरा sound आया.
But the spike's getting
क्या?
बराबर चारों बंदे A से B पे जा रहे हैं. चारों बंदे B
Melzer
से A पे
TP
जा रहे
across as well. Sight. Stairs haven't actually.
अरे ये लोग इसको पूरा sound आया इसलिए तो rotate किया सबने.
Okay, meeting them. It is just a firepower to manpower with the Hunter's Fury on top. Maybe enough to try and settle this one because he's eager to take the fight once more. Just facing wide into it. Shy for B main. It's a still
Bye.
watching that one, but listen, it's the Kesnet show.
Bye.
Damn it, this guy. He
Bye.
can't be stopped.
Nah.
Wants a little bit more. Shy.
Nah.
Finishes that fight. 3 to.
अबे ये लोग ए ही जाने वाले थे, लेकिन जैसे यूटिल डाला ना 4 बंदे बी से ए जाने का पूरा आवाज आया इसको, तो इसने अपने टीम को बोला इसका टीम ऐसा नहीं है कि बी आओ बोलेगा तो रुक के आए।
पर अपने G2 ने क्यों रोटेट किया बी से
क्योंकि यूटिल्स गए ना ए पे, 2 स्मोक ब्लाइंड सप्रेस सब तो गया।
And super reminiscent of what he was doing on Icebox and Sunset.
ए शॉट पे साउंड भी तो दिया है लोग ने। हल्का सा
Knife over towards B main, letting them know that crew are not playing that area aggressively. But it's such a passive setup from G2.
Yeah. No one holding aggressive in any of the extremities. Really far back in mid to blades timing.
They are making it look like there could be threats with that smoke, and crew are respecting it for now. This would be a round for Leaf to come online. He's taking a very long sight line here, but he's 1-7, hasn't found an opportunity to get into this game. And because he's so far back rather than dueling up, crew have this easy access down cap.
Waltzing in.
There is a trip to stop them, but by the time they break the trip,
they're just walking up to it,
exploding onto Valen and Net. This is where the paranoia is absolutely imperative.
Again, spotted. No one able to really capitalize though off somebody getting tripped up into a paranoia. That's forwards now from the rest of them.
Lol, koi aur mar gaya.
An instantaneous trade, flash off to the side, dodge, Leaf. Still
Oi.
Storm. Regenerated, rejuvenated, dashing and backing away. Jonah
By
P
Jonah P
delivers it.
Leaf, opa.
Finds the enemies. They return, not out of it just yet.
भाई उसने गाली दिया रहेगा ना?
They needed Leaf to come online, and Jonah.
Klaus सोवा ने गाली दिया रहेगा. बोला भीचो में दिखा तू, हाँ? तेरे को मार रहा था मरा मैं.
Utility war still not looking great for G2.
भाई जोना पे भी sexy खेलता है भाई.
Suppressed Valen and stopped him from being able to use the paranoia.
Good flashes, brother.
But Jonah P wasn't suppressed, and there's the rest of the team crediting him on being able to flash them in so that they could maintain heaven control, where Leaf and Jonah got the work done.
लग गए.
This looks like another of the exact same strategy, but this time G2 are fighting.
भाई मेरा A shot का start इतना famous है.
That might be a surprise for Kesnet.
Flash, anti-flash position played onto the top corner. It's Leaf. Does he see this inside the smoke? He's not watching. He's not watching. He's not watching. Side by side.
Hello.
पीछे देखो.
Takes him out. Flash there, right click does not do the job. Valen eventually, it's labored, it's messy, but eventually getting these kills. Trent still alive there, but eventually now brought down. MTA and Shy, they are powering their way through. Side granted and gained.
भाई crew गलत टीम है वे लेकिन.
Side keeps going for crew. So many rounds on what's
crew
generally
गलत टीम है
thought of as
भाई.
a defense-sided map. It's so difficult for G2 to hold on. Net's got an impossible task ahead of him.
Sexy na.
Throw it in his face. That was to take first contact, and there goes the swing.
भाई क्या sexy round था यार.
Valen's paranoia, way late. They're just not being able to identify the timings early enough to pull out the utility, use it, and stop crew. By the time they realize that crew have committed, they're already having to take gunfights. I mean, obviously this being a weird example, but there you see it just in the kill cam. Valen's playing over towards Switch, and he's got someone in his face by the time he uses it to flash. Yeah.
क्या burst करते हैं साइड में लेकिन.
A big 5-person burst execute. It's much more difficult for the defense to get the utility timing correct, and G2 are struggling so much with that. Meanwhile, in the slower pace, Kesnet is like an eel. He finds his way through the smallest gaps. He's like an octopus. Only the beak limits where he can go. He can slip through any crack.
Yeah, you're just making me hungry. I mean, 14-6.
Crew 8-4 अगर ये हारा. Crew 8-4.
That's
so sad for Kesnet.
Yeah. Why is it sad?
Because I'm trying to describe him similar to an eel or an octopus, and it's just making you want to eat him. What?
I mean, he's popping off too.
भाई
He's popping off.
14
I'm trying to spin this one in a positive direction.
You're too sushi filled.
Yeah, I really am. Okay. This
क्या कोई और मैचेस आज नहीं यार काश एक और होता है यार 2 मैच मिनिमम रखना चाहिए ना ये
I mean, it's these quirky timings the crew are taking by contacting up. Maybe refighting is the key, maybe some pop flash plays, but
or just hard stacking off the Cypher utility. That would also be another one. I mean, trying to get an aggro Cypher can be main. Crew are not playing there that often. But Net keeps going for these that get info, but really deep information.
Gonna be a double peek off Cat with his flash of Jonah P, but they're gonna miss the timing again because they're just walking. They're missing the timing again. Jonah P, he's there, forced to just underhand it. And where's the follow-up?
They just can't get
set it up.
They can't get the timings for this defensive util because they don't have people taking contact in the right spots.
ये टाइम पे अपन सीधा रश करते थे पीछे.
You know, they don't have that alarm bot to
Ding
play
के चलो 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 ऐसे
Jet playing aggressively.
इसलिए हारते ना.
A lot of noise made. 1 minute now.
इतना आवाज करके वापस एक साथ सबने नॉइस कट किया देखा. अपने इसमें एक फिर भी भागता रहेगा.
But again, no
उसको अलग से कॉल देना पड़ता है. अबे लोबड़े.
They're playing to jiggle. Paranoia used way.
अबे लोबड़े वॉक करेगा.
This is pulling the util out. I mean, they fake
Jet
out
को
the
देख.
smokes, TP, just trying to really force them.
It's going B split.
Again, the eel is in mid. The eel is in mid. I repeat, 2 players to meet him. They're going to be doubling. Oh!
Bye.
Sprayed!
हो गया भाई.
What a return! And what an answer!
Return sexy
Net's
था.
alive at the back of the site, but he has taken some hits.
भाई
Some
return
HP.
sexy था.
Kesnet, hot on his case. That's 3 in a round for him now. Sets up the
भाई
plan. Site to be taken.
इसका अलग चल रहा है भाई.
Down the trend.
ये निकाल सकते हैं लेकिन इसका भी अच्छा.
सब बड़ी अच्छा है.
ये वाला मस्त है बड़ी.
Run out of resources, no mollies to force a fight. He can hit
दोनों
jump spot.
चपक कर रहे हैं.
At least one of them, but it's a double face of crew. Almost an impossibility. Trying to catch the tie.
Oh! 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 There was a chance, man.
Pulling up to 7. It's absurd what Kesnet is
वो
doing.
spray
And
almost
Shy
गया था
too
उधर.
has just decided to turn up in terms of his fragging in this map. Every duel he takes. I mean, this was a sick play. Don't get me wrong from Jonah P. The timing, amazing. But it's just not enough.
Sexy खेलता है.
Crew up to 7 on their
हो गया.
attack side.
8-4.
I mean, a resounding
पैसा
half
कुछ
so
नहीं
far.
बचा है
There's
लोगों
one
के
more
पास.
round left to be played.
Even if they lose it, Crew are still in an amazing position to win their first, I guess,
Plus ये लोग
it's
बस
not
skill
quite a
jolt
regular
है.
season game, is it? But you know, their first game outside of LCQ in a long time.
Placing swarm grenade. Swarm grenade up. Initiate.
Down from
बॉल डालेगा ये पता.
नहीं वाइपर नहीं है. दोनों चाहिए रहता.
Players not with them here. Crew. Not sure what the aim of this is.
I mean, Mel's has got his ult and the spike, so I think this might be some kind of elaborate fake where they're deciding whether to go B or whether to go A, depending on how the reaction to this lockdown works.
They haven't really committed. TP into the back of the site here by Valin.
ये लोग रीड भी करेंगे. ये लोग रीहिट भी करेंगे.
Spotted.
क्या
As
भाई.
if they were ping-ponging to A.
भाई क्या दिमाग पे. क्या दिमाग.
They're just taking their time of it as well, so it just gets broken. Smoke, settle down now, get the rest of the team.
Backside clear तक नहीं किया लोग ने.
From multiple directions.
हाँ? क्या दिमाग
Good
भाई.
for G2. They do have one thing going for them. No command. The abilities. TP's into spawn. No sir. Did they spot anything from that one?
They are so slow.
It's really slow. Really laboured. Shy. Close.
चलते चलते.
Interlogs tucked away. They can't remove him ever so slightly. Beautiful shots there from G2.
Kesnet भाई, time to shine.
To their face as well, but yes, you're right. The time is ticking. It's the biggest enemy against them right now. They can't deal with these big main players. Try.
अरे
He's absolutely sealed
ये
it for
किससे
them.
हो
They
गया?
don't have enough time. Barely.
ये किससे हो गया?
What a retake from G2. But is that enough? Getting to only 5 on defense. What does their composition look like on the attack side? How are they going to be able to get into sites without exec
ये
util?
किससे?
We've seen Valen call an amazing attack side on Sunset, but I think more pressure on his shoulders than there has been in a long while. First game in Tier 1, and KRU are pushing them to the very limit.
Jinx bhai, sorry.
So many questions
Jinx
heading into the
ka
second
sorry.
half, really. All yet to be answered, a lot to find out. On top of it, Golden Boy is standing by with the special experts as well. Give us all the breakdown.
That's right. I'm out here with the crew. That's the name that I've given you guys. Well, for one, you guys are popping off always. You're here supporting the squad. How do you feel about KRU this time around, coming into 2024 season?
I feel confident about them. I think they're going to be top 5 in the league.
Oh, top 5. What about you?
I had no doubts going into this. I honestly think that they're going to be able to go to Madrid.
Oh, calling Madrid right here and now. Obviously, my boy over here, his voice is absolutely shattered because he's been cheering for KRU endlessly. So, guys, give it up. Give it up for the KRU. Step aside for a second. Are there any G2 fans in the house?
बेचारा मास्क पहन के बैठा है.
Fans that want to join me on stream and talk about G2?
मास्क पहन के बैठा और पूछ रहा है any G2 fans.
Come over here. Surely this won't go wrong. All right. Let's see. What's up, buddy? Okay, what's the sign?
Yo. Valen is the GOAT. Valen my throat, okay?
Excuse me?
Wonderful. Sir, you can go that way. Thank you so much for that one. And that is why we don't have nice things. That is why we don't have nice things. Jokes aside, though, guys, we got some things to give away for you wonderful people. Can we just go ahead and chuck some stuff into the crowd? Oh, yeah.
Party!
Oh, there you go. One over here.
क्या दे रहे भाई?
पता नहीं. Plus रहेगा तो मैं मार देता था सबको.
Colin, if you don't mind, my friend, I gotta make sure the kids get them. Here you go. Here you go, guys. There you go. There you go. Thank you for coming. All right, guys. We gotta jump back into the action. Turns out I have some more.
मेरे को एक बात बता. G2 fan, बड़वी की गैंड. इतने छोटे लोग हैं उनके सामने ये बोला तूने. मालूम है तू आगे का रो में बैठा है पीछे एक नजर डालता भाई. हाँ पीछे. एक्सक्यूज मी. गलती से वो लोग घर पे जाके बोलेंगे पापा उसने क्या बोला था पापा.
लिया क्या?
हाँ.
So, Leaf has had a really rough game so far. Yeah, I mean, he had moments where he was getting outclassed in the previous 2 maps, but this is different. 3 and 10 really found it difficult to get anything going on defense. And like I said, G2's composition, it looks like it can take map control fairly well, even without the Sova.
Normally honest.
How does it get into sights?
Good entertainment.
It looks like the Viper Wall's going to threaten those B splits. But let's see. It's going to put a lot of stress and strain, I think, on Jonah P in terms of how he allocates his utility.
KRU are TP'd into mid. Don't have a bit of a pincer play outside.
क्या कॉल है वो लोग को कैसे मालूम पड़ा?
भाई insider tips आ रही है.
on top of it. Tuck to the corner.
सच में भाई. Insider tips है भाई.
That's a fantastic
kill, but guess what?
हाँ क्या? क्या
It's
चेक किया?
rapid.
सिर्फ अंडर
Nice
चेक
didn't
किया.
connect.
सिर्फ अंडर चढ़ वो लोग को
Paranoia.
वीरस
Rips his
कैसे
way
मालूम
through
पड़ा?
the position. Everybody tucked into hell with one player left to play the cross. It's Jonah P here. Hopping up onto the high ground. Klaus with so much more to do, and he just doesn't expect to wrap around there. A pistol
भाई वो
round.
लोग एक knife लेके भाग
Gained.
गए.
G2. Perhaps what they needed.
Now, in the midst of all of that,
Hacker भाई.
an excellent pistol round that keeps G2 in things. Trent has a lineup that lands.
ये मैच कब है अपना?
मेरे को क्या लगता है मालूम है जब ये लोग ने स्क्रिम में ऐसा कुछ किया रहेगा ना पिस्टल राउंड में वो लोग ने देखा रहेगा कि ए पे अगर यूटिल नहीं आया तो सीधा घुसो ऐसा कुछ
हो सकता है.
ऐसा कुछ रहेगा भाई. कुछ तो ऐसा हुआ है कुछ तो कि ये लोग सीधा ये लोग को रीड और घुस गए.
Ronaldo just holding.
ये टीम्स आपस में भी बहुत बार खेली रहेगी ना.
हाँ खेली. इवेंट के पहले खेलती है सारी एक दूसरे के साथ.
Smoke's coming through now. Shy just gonna attempt to play off the site. Now, it's always the risk. When you're not running the killjoy, you don't have the nano swarms to just layer down into the smoke, so players could swing through them, but they're just making sure to watch them.
And look, it's actually an aggressive trip on the market smoke.
Yeah.
As Net came out, he tripped market, making sure that if anyone tried to pop flash and swing through there, they would get punished for it.
उसको देखा.
They have thought about this with the comp. And Crew shouldn't be able to get too much done here just with classics in hand, but their aim has been so sharp today.
Crossfire देखना.
Thanks happening.
They're gonna hit
the back. Yeah, they will hit the trip.
But if they just play to contain.
Oh, सब जगह से वो लोग exit मार कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, it could get bad.
No chance to win the round for them. Running it down.
सब जगह से exit मार कर रहे हैं.
Oh my God!
And here are those exits.
Containing, getting the kills here. They need to get out with that rifle and bulldog, but only one
Ay
weapon surviving.
Gawat.
What an excellent prioritization of the most damage that Crew could do in that situation.
Bro, भाई ये चीज तो मैंने कभी नहीं देखा कोई भी टीम्स में. सब जगह से एग्जिट मार के वो लोग ने 2 सिटी 1 मार्केट 2 बी मेन. एग्जिट मार्क मतलब वो लोग गन सेव करते हैं ना. अगर वो लोग को मालूम पड़ गया कि सिटी है या फिर ऐसा कुछ कॉल आता है ना कि 2 बंदे बी मेन है तो सब सिटी भागेंगे कि गन्स बचाने को. कि यूजुअली क्या होता है वो लोग सब स्पाइक से मर जाते हैं. तो इस बार वो लोग स्पाइक से मरने का प्लस गन्स गिराने का प्लानिंग किया.
A long way away, especially with the way that he's currently been playing.
Money situation's weird.
पूरा इकोनॉमिक है
into the corner and MTA but back away with a knife.
1000 IQ.
Did catch onto leaf, so they know the jet is in A main.
Good morning, Ashish. Guys, we have close to 2k likes, only 200 left. अगर कोई है तो लाइक कर दो.
In front of it though, MTA. Depending on how this is cleared, if G2 choose to fight this one back towards it, Kesner's making sure to cover that angle. The orb goes down as well. Look at this guy, so damn consistent. He wants even more for it. Just Trent dare step into it. Unlikely.
गाली देने वाला
That is the utility to get them through these.
गाली देने वाला स्टिक्स उसका. 100% गाली. ये क्या है बे?
ये कैसे डाला?
Does not care, man. He just does not care. Finally retreating away, but I mean G2 they're still not through. The layers of the util, the crew, they're just saving all their pieces.
By Valen, गाली
is the exec utility for G2.
It's just not there. Finally, you see
Oh.
the flash over the top as well with that
Sexy
dash
blind,
out.
be.
Maybe some kills to be found. Leafy still alive.
30
Here,
seconds left.
out wide. Okay, Klaus returns it right from the
God,
side.
be.
Crew had full
Krujita.
containment of that one.
भाई तूने देखा उधर क्या हुआ इस शॉट पे? वाइपर और ओमेन था, ठीक है? इस शॉट पे जेट देख रहा था. वाइपर ने हल्का सा जिगल किया. उसको लगा वाइपर वापस ये देख वाइपर वापस जिगल करेगा. ओमेन पीक लिया, ओमेन मर गया भाई. ओमेन भी लाइक माँ की आंख.
Having said that, G2 actually decided to buy the previous round. Like we said, Leaf bought fully down, didn't get up to the Blade Storm, and now G2 got.
भाई ये चुपा ये चाहिए. ये चाहिए भाई. ये चुपा चाहिए.
So many hours into server time. Find the wildest things. There's some vibe.
पाचक करके चिपक गया बे.
1993. Actually. That's old tech.
Yeah, it's always the Viper mains on the unorthodox maps. They just have the wildest tech.
वो लोग ने 2 दिन वो किया कस्टम 5v5, ठीक है? और ये लोग ने एक दिन एबिलिटी से ऊपर से बेस से फेंकते गए सामान. कुछ हुआ क्या? कुछ हुआ किधर? ये क्या लाइन है?
Giving away picks before they have to hit the side. Especially in mid, where the Viper was dangerous. And wow.
Kill to be found there. I drops down into
इतना टाइम लेके भाई क्या राउंड निकाला ये लोग ने.
That's amazing stuff. The
सेक्सी खेला बे लीफ, सेक्सी खेला.
Exactly how to punish that player on lane.
ये लोग को भी दिखता है शायद.
Dealing with his counterpart.
Those are still with a lot of utility.
छपा करवा.
This one picks up a rifle.
एक स्मोक ए शॉट में गया चपक.
Did get lucky? Post plan being played. Everybody up onto the site.
ये वन वे तो बीटी है.
This is just going to be a save.
Yep, thinking twice.
MTA and Klaus don't have enough money to be able to buy for next, so if they lose the Vandals, they're in a bad spot.
Okay, G2.
It is ludicrous that G2, and frankly, actually, all of the teams we've seen in the Americas are able to get so much value from the eco rounds, when teams are also, I feel like, buying into them less.
Yeah, some of them are really maximizing just because of the threat of that outlaw purchase, but
But I feel like the game plans that we're seeing from teams on eco rounds are really well fleshed out this year to be able to get that first and then snowball it forwards. We were going to take a timeout.
हाँ तू चले जा, मैं तेरे को 11 बजे कॉल करता हूँ. देखते देखते सो जाइए मैच. चल बाय.
To be able to generate the first picks or to be able to get into sight, that is going to make up for any downsides of the comp perfectly.
Look even better for them.
भाई लेकिन genuinely मजा आता है ना ये सब गेम्स देखने को.
Especially when you run something like this, like G2 running on Ascent. You know, how it's going to be working out on their attack side. It was looking like they were missing the pieces, like getting bogged down super hard before they can even get into the sites. But when they get given main control like that, it looks like they have set up to be able to just explode out.
Yeah.
Capitalize off the util.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you have smaller amounts of utility, it's not about how big your utility is, it's about how you use it, Brad.
Okay. Why are you telling me that?
Well, I just thought you might.
बराबर मजा तो है. हाँ.
I don't need to know actually, and I'm not insecure.
Sexy games.
Don't bring it up ever again.
So, but how G2 use the small pieces of utility that they have is going to be incredibly important. Maximizing that potential to be able to get picks off the back of them is, as you just saw, everything.
Yeah.
This round though, Jonah and Net with Guardians not choosing to upgrade to rifles. Okay.
Interesting.
क्या इस 2K likes हो सकता है? 100 likes चाहिए. 100
with the Guardian on Sunset.
100 likes और चाहिए.
Toxins going up.
Even keeping that half armor, I mean, he's got 4.2k to him.
That's a different lineup. This is the more standard Viper lineup. Picking it out.
Stand though, flash to take control of A main. One player left to anchor the site. That's Melzer towards the back. MTA, his job's to just hold and contain towards tree. You can hear the players now, and that offloads his utility along.
Sub utils waste हो गया. Sub.
So much util used there, baited out by KRU. Exchanged, not too much on the other side. Leaf though, having burnt the dash. Normally teams are going to reset into an A split after this if they want to finish A. So this is, if G2 continue all bunched up in A main, this is going to be hard for them to get out through the choke.
Ollies might make it easier though. Where did these lineups land? Potentially to the back of Jenny. Looks like it's in that direction. Here we go, finding it. Ollie actually towards the door. So here we go, Ulten flying MTA. There towards hell, an attempt by Kesnit. More than that, he's granted 2 kills to his name. Spike dropped down. On top of it, Trent. He's alone. Here's the footsteps. Holding the spike for now.
He's forced to abandon Jonah.
Truly forced, and now Kesnit.
Hello? Gurpreet bhai, thank you for the membership. Thank you so much.
Gained once more.
G का मैच कितना बजे? 1:30 शायद.
I do think that was a little awkward there for G2 deciding to
shot mara
It was an interesting creative idea from Leaf, updrafting on the entry to try to create a high-low setup and let the rest of his team flood in. But a little too late, not quite enough pressure onto the people anchoring. And again, looking really sharp with their rifle
Leaf
skill.
का position तो था. Kuru sexy खेलता है.
Is in all sorts of weird
He's not
positions
24
here.
kill
Trent is
कर जाएगा.
vying for next with only a sheriff, no armor.
Singing past each other towards A main. Mid. It's the goal for G2 right now.
And Net's done a decent job there getting rid of the turret. Have they? I thought for a moment they might have an angle to walk past the alarm bar, but I don't think they do.
Bro.
Kesnit with the dash, lots of targets. It's a rich environment. Alarm bot now there, dashing in the wrong direction, the wrong side. Can't escape from them. Not quite. Leaf. Another attempt for him, but he's not going to be able to get that kill. Still one might be good enough now. Especially with Kesnit removed. He's been a star player for this team.
These are the mistakes that KRU have to avoid. Giving away a pick like that when G2 are just fighting for map control.
Not enough duration on the drone.
And the
Read
camera from Net again just letting them know, nobody push behind it.
Contacting up and out of flash. Through, Leaf's caught by it. Nanoswarms as well. The rest of his team can't follow up through, so this is buying time for Shy. The rest of his squad, Leaf to just play this one. Cloud still close to the dice. Out wide, it's been covered. Smoke deep for him to try and pop through. Pistols
oh bye, sexy. Sexy, babe.
Straight through, and
sexy.
Last one left. Has to save surely.
Chumneshwari wala khela belief.
The economy's weird for both teams, but I think you're right. With Kesnet and NTA not having very much money, Miles has just got to go for the save.
9-9.
And G2 in a 5v4 being able to pop into B. It looked awkward, didn't it? I mean, Leaf was full blind, running through nano swarms, then swings with 30 health. It definitely looked like there might have been an opportunity.
Dono best duelist hai.
Definitely was the timing, I think.
Yeah,
for somebody to swing
pick that up.
Klaus or somebody else to sort of like maybe Shy to swing through the smoke, but
they get away with
बेस्ट ड्यूलिस्ट मतलब मेन मारने का नहीं है, बिलीफ उतना नहीं मार रहा, लेकिन जो स्पेस क्रिएट कर रहा है और जैसा खेल रहा है ना, बहुत
even though it's only 2 rounds just because of the way that it's
बहुत वो है बे, डिफरेंट है जो हम लोग
very
खेलते
possible to close that.
Anyone's game.
मैं कभी ऐसे देखा नहीं कि घुस गया और वो मर गया. एक ही बार देखा जब हवा में उसका डैश में मारा था.
All of those conversations about crew
clean घुसते, clean. Especially ये सब मैप्स जो बहुत पुराने हैं ना,
all going to start to rear their head again
clean
if they
घुसते.
can't close things out here. Because it really looks like they're in control. Kesnit's got 24 kills already. I mean, when he has performances like this, you should be able to convert them into match wins.
Ah, no.
But G2 applying to take the lead.
The perfect flash for that A main control. Smoke's used early. Against the eco though, fast play for G2. They want to try and burst themselves into the sights.
Timmy's doing his best.
भाई वो तू कच्चा है वो, उसका स्मोक में तू क्या वो लाइनअप?
Talk about nerves.
ताकि कोई पीक ना करे.
5 health though. A lot of damage being done to these players. Still the eco.
ओ भाई ये स्मोक क्या सेक्सी है.
It's really odd. They're all going to be just waterfalling down straight into hell. Can they even get these connections? The bullets are raining through. It's anyone's game. RNG is what it comes down to. Still, players survive. Kesner's there, 5 HP, and a dream right click misses.
Bye.
Leaf surviving.
भाई गलत लेवल का रिटेक था लेकिन शुरू का. गन्स रहता तो खत्म थे वो लोग.
I mean, that's a very deliberate decision that they went for.
गावत क्या स्मोक.
All trying to play off each other.
फ्लैश वैश करके मजबूर किया वो लोग को अंडर रन खेलने को और वहाँ पे स्मोक डाल दिया.
Yeah, especially when crew have stingers to play with as well. At that kind of range, that is dangerous.
Could have been a coin.
Close था बे, close था. लिफ्ट मार रहा है लेकिन अभी.
Their favor.
The attack side.
भाई कनेक्शन हो जाता तीनों डेड थे बे.
Guns by their side.
या फिर शायद एक केओ के पास नेड भी रहता तो भी डेड थे. एक नेड रहता तो तीनों डेड थे.
Gather up towards B main, where they've got Odin spam off Shy's contact, or actually off the turret contact. Oh, Klaus is going to recon off turret contact and then go for the Odin spam.
Shy forward, breaks the cam. Been using that one a lot. Alright, does have the Odin spam with the turret now. Reveals his hand ever so slightly though, just going to make Jonah P think twice. Pop flash. Now the paranoia sent flying.
B fake.
Making this feel like a B hit. TP into the back of it. Pulling the players away for the rotation still to remain from crew. Anchored, hard position. Up to MTA with a nade. Drop down at his feet. Reposition him back down. Up to heaven. Melzer. It's a really tight
time था यार. Smoke डालना चाहिए था उसको.
Shot to the cranium. Kesner's time to shine though. Let's see what he can do.
Bro, what the fuck?
From afar.
फिर भी 3v3.
Support for a long range angle. Kesner. It's almost grabbing a second one in that scenario. Shy. He's faster, but the double face of G2 is good. They've got that discipline in check. Spike. I was getting a reveal. Odin spam.
Nice.
Straight to net. It's a 1v1. 30 bullets left in the Odin.
भाई साहब क्या टीम से लोग.
Main position for Jonah P. Spam into the door, but he doesn't quite break it. He's anticipating the reflank. That's why he has to clear it. Time might become an issue.
उसके लिए planted है क्या?
There's so much to clear right now for Klaus. Hopping over the top. Good movement in the end. The tap. Forcing it out. Shots fired from Jonah P. Now reveals his position off to the side here. Klaus trying to play this as well as he can. Almost getting this kill. Jonah P. Another time. Wide with the swing.
Time time.
It's played to perfection by Jonah P. He's won the round for them. I think barely just about. Yes.
भाई साहब पागल हो जाऊंगा मैं
Klaus was so
भिंचोद
convinced that Jonah was going to be playing some kind of aggressive angle there. He was trying to bait out.
इधर ये डबल स्मोक डाल के ट्राई कर सकता था ना
Evan or somebody anchoring generator.
नहीं सॉरी ये नहीं
Jonah was playing so far back.
किलजॉय सोवा के रिकॉन में
So close.
उसको रिवाइव देख के 3v2 रिटेक कर सकता था मेरे हिसाब से
Crew are going to call another timeout.
लेकिन ये सब माइन्यूट चीजें पे वो टाइम पे नहीं आ जाता पता है
where it was already the damage had been done at that point.
इतना साउंड और कॉम्स में
The final timeout called by Atom when Crew are forced onto an eco, I think by the look of their economy, and almost giving G2
top tier
gameplay.
gameplay
have been really powerful in this game, so I'm not saying it's a guarantee, but in all likelihood G2 are getting up to match point here, and this would be a heartbreaker for Crew.
comeback चाहिए अभी
Come so close.
दाबिली भाई क्यों ऐसा किया मेरे को भूख लग रहा है अभी
Just don't want
मेरे
a
को भूख
repeat.
लग रहा है
The
मेरा
same
फेवरेट है
VCT
दाबिली
Kickoff.
लव यू यार थैंक यू फॉर द मेंबरशिप आई वांट G2 टू विन हल्का सा क्रू कमबैक ओटी जाता तो पहले लग गए G2 मैच
Really
पॉइंट
digging deep, I think, for the weaponry here, but
G2 मैच पॉइंट लग गए
team out. Maybe it's possible to stem the bleeding, but in all likelihood, looks like a G2 up to 12. Series point.
love you bye love you too thank you so much for the membership
Repositions actually, runs his little wee legs there into wine, so
एक दो राउंड रेफ्लेक्ट हुआ क्रू के अटैक में अच्छा खेला यार दोनों टीम यार
It's a nice idea defaulting into a B hit, but it hasn't pulled anyone from Crew away from this 3-person setup in B main.
Yeah, Shy's
so एक ही राउंड वो जो रीटेक हुआ था ना क्रेजी पिस्तौल वाला वो एकदम क्रेजी बाकी तो दोनों टीम अच्छा
damage. No
वाह
Like I
भैंचोद
said, never count Crew out. She's Guardian spam.
क्या सीन है ये
Leaf being the casualty there. Be left reeling here. 4v5 for G2 now. They were good for it in the first map. Let's see if they can convert once more. It's going to be much more difficult though. Uphill battle. Players to meet them. Still don't have main control.
Suppress.
Cutting noise. Bit of a...
And they've bled G2 out of all flash utility. This is my question again.
लग गए
45 seconds. But how do G2 take steps forwards? Do they just have to brute force entry?
I have to be the case. Waiting for the smoke now. Valen, okay. Paranoid straight through main. Pop flash.
भाई
Players
साहब
Oh my! Jordan P, I don't think he saw a bloody thing. Kesner's still there though, returning with a fire. The cavalry arriving. Kesner doing his darndest. Still 2 players to meet him here. 25 seconds left.
तक आ
The
गया
call is to cancel. G2 gonna start running up to mid, but they're gonna be met. Crew gonna meet them here. Vulnerable, spamming them down. Spike dropped. Net, he's low. There's a door in his way, for God's sake. He's gonna try and burst this one down. Enough bullets for the jump, but 12 seconds left. He doesn't have to give up. 10 seconds. Get a move on, son.
Time
So we can
नहीं
cross. Time barely there, but he's got it. Has to stick the spike now. It's up to Shy. Running with the timing. He knows it. Spam onto the corner.
ओ भाई
Collects the kill.
साहब
And pulls off the almost impossible.
what the fucking fucks
These eco rounds have just been so dangerous. I thought it was an
Match
absolute
point
mad
हो
play to
सकता
go for
था
the defensive reclear there.
कैसे
Because again, theoretically,
क्या
G2 should find it really
खेला
difficult to
बे
get in
क्रू
sight. So why are you offering them a team fight right before they would be forced to exec? But in all of the chaos, they actually found enough kills with the lower weaponry.
Yeah.
And then the scramble from G2. I still think it was a good call to try to go B. They knew that both players were A, but they hit the alarm bot, which vulnerable them. Then the market door was closed.
So many obstacles.
The 1v1, I mean, it's just mad. Absolutely mad. And now
मेरा
we find
उठना
ourselves
worth
here
it
with
था
only 1 round separate.
crowd W
We said don't count them out with the half-by weapons.
Yeah.
We said it. We saw it. Made manifest here. Timeout for G2. Has to be called.
भाई एक्चुअल में ओटी जा सकता है बे दोनों का इकोनॉमी और
And
अल्ट
it's not
पॉइंट्स वैसे
necessarily the
शफल
end
हो
of
रहा
that round that they'll
है
be
towards
discussing.
OT
It's their more general game plan.
guys only 30 more likes remaining
I think
for
the
2k
fact
likes
that
हो
Crew
सकता है
went
हो
for
सकता है
that
हो सकता है
reclear is going to be a real thinker for G2, because actually if you're able to bait those out, that could be good. Shy's been great today, picking that one up. How many times did he
ओ
save
बाप रे ये लोग क्या
in
चिल्लाते
one-to-one
रहेंगे ना
situations earlier on today when they had a player advantage and almost threw it?
Rhinoceros has been good for it.
Yeah. The Rhinoceros and the Electric Eel. What
कब
a
का लाइक
duo.
किया thank you
What a duo.
हो गए 2k likes love you
I don't think Caitlin's going to be happy with that nickname. He's going to do his best to make it not stick.
He's slippery enough. He can dodge a nickname.
Odin spam. A little bit early from Klaus there. Just open. Maybe they were opting for the B rush, but it doesn't connect on 20 players. It's once more the mid game for G2.
Yeah, they haven't really been in mid this early in the round, I don't think. If they break the alarm bot here, they're creating threats in mid real early. And that's going to pull people towards
भाई एक बंदा अगर मिड पुश करके यहाँ बैठ गया पहले ही
the net or Trent to get alert.
तो वो लोग को रीड भी तो नहीं है
Honestly, no one reacted to that alarm bot going down.
Door closed. Market is now theirs. Kesnet's still feeling safe for the time being.
Here.
I don't know how he can feel safe there.
No, I don't know either.
He just is not scared.
He's just not scared. I mean, the door's still closed, but
by
But if they break the door and B split
G2 का
onto
round
it,
है
what's the escape strategy?
bullet for the head. That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Door's broken though, and here's Leaf comes knocking over the top now with a dash and a flash. Maybe to set it up.
Oh!
Went a little bit wide, shy, pulling out the lockdown, drops it down towards his feet. Needs to push the back.
भाई
How has he done that?
भाई क्या इतना अच्छा ब्लाइंड था फिर भी मारा भाई जॉनपी ओपा भाई जॉनपी ओपा ब्रो
Huge performance from Jonapi.
Jonapi
Opa on Sunset. He's top of the scoreboard for his squad.
भाई next level shit
Just in front of Leaf, who's made a big
fully
recovery.
blind, man.
No, he was the only.
ये
player that
मार्केट
didn't get
तोड़
caught
के
by
मारेगा
paranoia.
वो
We might
पता था
catch him in
वो
the
उसका
replay.
हवे में
But he
मिस हुआ
bailed the
बे
rest of his team out. Look
Oh,
here.
yeah.
उसका
Swinging
हवे में
forward
मिस
to
हो
cover
गया
for the other two, Valen and Trent, I think, who just got whacked by that paranoia. I mean, Jonah's been amazing.
He has.
He's just
सेक्सी
been
खेला ना
amazing today.
Mad consistency across all three maps.
थोड़ा होल्ड होता तो सबके लग जाते थे सारे डिटेन
And he has Blade Storm.
हेलो
staring
गुड
into
मॉर्निंग
Jonah
कार्तिक
last night.
भाई
And an all command to take it away. I mean, Kesnet should not be able to make magic happen. And unfortunately, this looks like Kesnet's going to drop 30 in a loss again. I mean, it just looks brutal.
Heartbreak.
But the way that KRU operated on that previous eco round, it got them the win. So even though they have stingers and a Blade Storm that can get cancelled, they still have hope.
Gotta do it again. Gotta do it again to stay in the series.
पैसे के तो लग गए भाई क्रू के खत्म क्या 13-10
Way through.
KO अल्ट भी है
Jump spotting off from the well. Significant spot ahead or two.
उसका नाइफ को वो करने को KO अल्ट भी है बे
Lambo's still there. Look at that. Dropping the wall timing in case there was somebody there. Now the null command through. No way!
Oh,
it doesn't matter. He's another Blaze Storm. Ripped away from him, but he takes out your star player. Leaf is gone.
भाई
Flash.
केसनेट के लिए बुरा लग रहा है यार
Many players to meet him. Lucky he didn't end up dying there. It was a corner fight, but Valent is the one who goes down. Shy to the corner. Sprayed them through. 2 players left standing. G2 trying to get this plant out now. It's going to take a miracle at this point, but that's what's been seen through these rounds of the eco rounds. It's all going well for them. Counter spam in order. Net was attempted to make
स्टिंगर मारे भेंचोद
Trent falls on top of it, so that's
कहां
cool.
से स्टिंगर मारे सिटी से एमएन
Consistency is just ridiculous.
It's unbelievable. In the moment that Kesnet had his knives ripped away, he just plucked somebody.
थ्रो किया कैसे
I mean, it doesn't get any better than that.
कैसे
And then this
थ्रो
call,
किया
I think is a mistake from
ये
Valent.
सिटी वाला
Decide to fight
हाँ
forwards.
सिटी वाला थोड़ा ज्यादा हो
He
गया
had the spike between them as well, so that delayed
लेकिन
them
हो
from
सकता
going
था
down.
कि वो लोग
And
दोनों भी मारे
they
क्योंकि
ended up
गन्स
swinging
नहीं
into
था
a bunch of people. Just put them in a disadvantaged situation. Right, I'm not talking about the. I mean, it doesn't matter the economy anymore.
It's
But
down to 11.
I've just
It does
decided
not
for the
matter.
rest of kickoff, we're not talking about the economy.
Yeah. Hunter's Fury is a tool for Klaus here, but my God, battling their way back.
Draw it up in Epic Pen, one chance.
ये शॉट डॉट बहुत अच्छा है मालूम है फ्लैंक का ट्रैप का वो शॉट डॉट है
One chance.
घुस गए
Seconds. dropping down here to flash his pad again. Leaf lines it up by his team, dropping his feet to the Nana Swarm. Hot feet to it, somehow gets that one. Players though, off towards the staircase. They want to swing this one because they know there's no swing attempt back from G2. There's no coverage. Gonna pee into the site. Out for May. Shot! Where's he got that? Three players.
लेकिन वाइपर का नहीं पता वो लोग को.
Spike is still planted though, but this is such an odd scenario. They are aware of this, surely. No, for B main, they don't know the trends there.
वाइपर का नहीं पता वो लोग को.
I think this is gonna be the play.
Oh, बेंचोद.
G2 take it.
Oh, बेंच.
The Ascension team paves the way. They've got their match versus EG.
गलत मारा bro.
Seen it all before.
By sexy.
13-11, the final map. Crew gave it everything. They looked amazing. Keslet dropped 31 kills. And yet G2
इससे ज़्यादा even level teams मैंने नहीं देखा है.
Big resilience being shown
Fuck.
there. From a team who's been through it all.
Yeah.
Made it to an international event, won Ascension, clawed their way back, and are now 1-0 against the big dogs. We saw Bleed, the other
एक
Ascension
round
team.
भाई कोच का माँ का भरोसा हो गया.
They lost their opener.
माँ का भरोसा हो गया कोच का. एक round.
Against the rest of the pack.
Through bar नहीं, lower bracket.
Yet to play.
31 kills है बुरा लग रहा है. हाँ बे.
There is so much parity between these kind of squads.
I look forward to the rest of the season, honestly, as well. If you're seeing these teams so closely contested, but heartbreaking nightmare, honestly. Repeating close losses, but enough about that. It's all G2 here with that very, very close win.
भाई गलत खेला भाई. दोनों टीम्स गलत खेला यार.
And that's going to be a huge
Jonah P. Bench on next
G2
level.
have serious chances of being able to make it through to the playoffs. They've got a group where it's
Leaf
doable.
भी sexy
And
comeback
this squad,
मारा.
They've been at the top
भाई
of North
टीम
America
तो
before.
है. टीम तो
They
है.
know what it takes to win.
टीम
It takes
तो है.
grit and resilience, and they showcase that today. Coming
मजा
back
आया.
with wins on
भाई
Sunset and
मजा आया
Ascent
भाई.
after going down on their map pick.
मजा आया. चैट स्पैम ट्वर्क. क्रिस भाई पता नहीं यार. तूने कसम खाया लेकिन फिर भी समझ रहे हो. क्या लगता है चैट? क्या क्रिस भाई अपनी मम्मी की कसम झूठी खा सकता है? कंसिडरिंग वो एक हरामी स्ट्रीमर का हरामी चैट मानुस है. क्या लगता है? कर तो सकते हैं ट्वर्क. भाई मेरा ट्वर्क मेन है. ट्वर्क मेन है. ट्वर्क तो मैंने बहुत बार किया है. ट्वर्क करने का कोई सीन नहीं. आर यू रेडी टू चेक माई? भाई मैं अभी प्रो हो गया हूँ भाई. दिस इज नथिंग. दिस इज नॉर्मल फॉर मी नाउ. मैं अभी चलता हूँ तो भी ऐसा ट्वर्क करके चलता हूँ. दिस इज नॉर्मल. समझ रहे हो? सॉन्ग लगाओ. तुम करो एडिट. बेंचो सॉन्ग लगाओ. सॉन्ग लगाओ. चिकनी चमेली पे डांस करो. भाई मैं बाहर जब भी गाना लेने जाता हूँ तभी भी ऐसे ही जाता हूँ मैं. बतख बन के. भाई कौन कौन ये देख के समझ रहे हो? कटा क्या मेरा? कटा क्या? एम में दोनों टीम ट्विस्ट 9 के नीचे. लैंग्वेज माइनस निकाल दी. लैंग्वेज यार. क्रिस पटेल भाई कटा की कुछ थोड़ा न्यूज लीक्स. लव फ्रॉम यूएस में बंक्स भाई. लव यू टू आर्यन भाई. कैसे हो? सॉन्ग बोल रहा है. सुनो. आधा क्लिप करो. जा रहा हूँ. मेरे को अभी सोने का है. अभी मैं कितना बजे गारंटी में बोलता हूँ 8:30 पहले नहीं सो पाऊंगा. 8:30 बजे के पहले मैं घंटा नहीं सो पाऊंगा. और मेरे को 10:30 बजे उठना पड़ेगा. गारंटी. मेरा भरोसा हो गया है अभी आजकल. कब मेरे को ऐसा सोते नींद आएगा पता नहीं। चलो गाइस मिलते हैं, मैं फट से वो करता हूँ। स्कैम हो गया तो कोई सीन नहीं, शॉर्ट्स आएगा, बंक्स का कटा ऐसा करके। लव यू। स्कैम का भी उसने $6 दिए। लव यू गाइस, बाय बाय, टेक केयर, गुड नाइट्स। अभी मैं फट से जा रहा हूँ शेड्यूल करने। बाय बाय। अंडी मंडी क्रिश भाई, अंडी मंडी याद रखूंगा। मिलते शेड्यूल कर रहा हूँ। बाय, मिलते यार। लव यू, सी यू, लव यू गाइस।
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me for who I can't go back to.
क्रिश भाई मेरी बात सुनो, अभी मत करो। नेक्स्ट स्ट्रीम पे या फिर ऐसा आधा आधा करके गिफ्टेड करके ऐसा कुछ तूफानी करो, ठीक है? क्योंकि अगर अभी करोगे ना तो स्ट्रीम तो वैसे भी एंड होएगा, कुछ नहीं तो 2-5 मिनट में। तो 10,000 का क्या बहुत टाइम तक दिखता है। तो जब स्ट्रीम चालू करोगे ना तभी दो, ताकि बाकी लोग को भी मालूम पड़े, वैसा कुछ। ठीक है क्रिश भाई, लव यू। अंडी मंडी लेकिन आपको मिलते हैं, बाय।
When there's no hope hiding, no chance